feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
Cause it's coffee time.
Hey, baby. What's up? What's up? What's up?
What up? Thursday night, baby. Oh,
I like it. I like the energy. It's got a nice
Thursday night.
It's got a nice thing to it, dude. Is anyone here though? Nobody knows that our schedule yet, so everyone's like kind of late to the party.
They will come.
That's okay.
Our disciples are very loyal. I like that we test them out like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we throw them for a loop. We say Sunday service, Thursday night now.
Yes.
And that's it, dude. And that's it, dude. We're gonna get copyright claims.
The true disciples will know. The true disciples will know.
Well, Amish, let's just start it, dude. We're shutting down again. Actually, I'm not. I'm doing great, which I'm going to talk about in a second. I don't want to brag because you told me you're shutting down again. That's why we titled the stream what we did.
Dude, I got an iPhone.
What's going on in Canada?
That's how hard the should I not say the name of the virus? But
no, don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm not going to say it. I mean, let's call it the Fauci. The Fauci, those kinds of draconian lockdowns have come to Canada. Let me just read what this ridiculous, dude, you know when you usually, a child is kidnapped and your phone is like emergency, whatever.
Yeah, the Amber Alert.
The Amber Alert. I get an emergency alert today. It says a stay-at-home order is in effect. Dude, the sirens are blazing with lights. It's like, bang, bang, bang. Emergency alert. A stay-at-home order is in effect. Only leave home for essential services such as food, healthcare, vaccines, exercise, or work. It's the law. Stay home, save lives. Learn more at ontario.ca/.
Yo, y'all are on a peak though. Y'all are heading up. You're on the roller coaster. You're going like this. You know, whoop.
What a mystery this disease has been. I mean, look at Florida, dude. They're killing it. They just opened. Everyone's mad. All these liberals are mad. They're like, why aren't you all dead? Huh? They don't want to wish death on people, but they're all these libs, dude.
They aren't doing as well as places that did shut down, but it is surprising how well they are doing, given that that they're basically like coughing on each other all the time. Look, I shouldn't have put Fauci up here. Really, this is a Trudeau problem. I mean, that's your leader right there. That's
Trudeau.
your
You
problem.
think it's Trudeau? No, we got a conservative in Ontario. We got a Dougie Ford, baby. Dougie Ford.
Oh, and he's not. He's like shutting it down. He says no fun.
Because this is, dude. Okay, remember when you got a notice and it said, hey, the hospitals are full? That's a real notice, by the way. That's a real emergency. Are you okay? You spilled a little. You all right?
Somebody shook this thing? Shook it up a little bit? Dude, I am dripping.
Who's in the house with you? Who has to be watched?
How? How though?
It's a nice podcast prank. It's a nice one.
That's
for
a good
the
prank.
evening show.
Dude, I've been getting on my wife's nerves a little bit. I have a suspicion. I have a suspicion this was her final prank on me today.
Has she been telling you not to drink, or you're drinking too much? Because I know
No,
some people don't do
but
that.
hey,
no, you're good.
but
you're good. It's not.
I kind of spearheaded adopting a new dog, and I think she's like, and she's been doing a lot with the new dog, and so I think she feels like I'm doing a lot. It's your decision.
That's fair, dude.
I'm gonna shake up his beer. That's what he gets, and you know what? I'll take it.
That's fair, dude. She's waking. Both of my sisters got a dog. They got 2 brother dogs. Both of my sisters adopted.
Oh,
so cute. A lot of
Dicky.
work. So cute.
So cute though. Yeah, she's waking up at like 5 a.m.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
You have to. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the best.
You got 10 weeks. Ours are 10 weeks. They're so adorable though.
Yeah.
And they like lick each other. They'll just like sometimes they fight, but then sometimes they'll just lie on top.
Yo,
and be like,
I can't even tell you how uncomfortable I am right now. And I'm just. It's
be
the
comfortable,
worst.
dude. Be comfortable.
No, because I just spilled beer everywhere.
Oh, that? Okay.
'Cause
Well,
I'm
it happens,
sit-
dude.
It'll be fine.
Hey, man.
I'm
we live
sure
with it.
this beer won't get sticky and it'll just kind of dissolve away. That's what I'm banking on. Yo, where's chat? What's up, guys? How we doing? How we
How's the
doing today?
congregation?
It started up.
community?
We fired it up today, boys.
How is the community?
How's the community doing? How
is
we
the
feeling
congregation?
today, huh? What's going on? Steven got the
Oh,
drip.
wow.
Dripping for the drip. Yo, that's a good one.
That's
you guys,
good.
that
That's
you guys
good.
thought of that on the fly? I'm going to give it to you. That's a good one. Good roast.
Good improvisation. Good roast. Good improvisation.
Yo, dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
Wow,
I'm
where
gonna
is-
stop. Yo, so
I
anyway,
can't-
the point is that Amish is shut down. It's the law.
It's the
How do you
law.
feel about that? Listen, hey, I think I can say it now. I just got yesterday, or not yesterday, maybe the day before that, second jab.
Ooh, oh, you're clean.
Hey, baby, I'm holy. I'm righteous now.
Baby, you're righteous.
No, in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, my
2
my
weeks.
body has been purified. And 5G has been installed. Beep beep beep.
Wow.
I get
thank
full
God.
signal. I'll never miss a bar, and I'm
Yeah.
excited about it. To be
Thank
honest
God,
with
dude. You were this close to buying like a fake cure from some guy in Japan, right? I mean, let's be honest here. Like, how close were you? You're like about to click on it, and then you saw that, hey, sign up for the vaccine from the U.S. government. Is it U.S. government doing it over there, or is it like some other?
Bro, yeah, the government's sick, dude. Hey, listen, say
Right.
what you want about the U.S. government. We're number one in everything. We're number one in cases, and then we're number one in vaccines. That's how we rock and roll, dude. We rock and roll.
That's rock and roll, baby.
Dude.
God bless America.
It's true. It's true. That's how America does it. We
And
will
all
be
talking
number
shit about
one
Fauci.
in like wartime, deaths, spending everything. Best military. We will. Yeah.
Highest numbers.
Highest numbers. Anything.
Highest
Anything. We compete. We're competitive.
Yeah.
All
you know
the
what we
time.
gotta start doing is we gotta start telling Americans to compete on numbers with China, because China's at 1.7 billion people. Let's make these babies, right?
I know, dude.
Is
Americans
that-
don't crank out enough babies.
They're not. Dude.
What's
The
with these
conservative side
rookie
wants
numbers, dude? Rookie
that. I know,
numbers.
these are low numbers, dude. These are not even Patel numbers. I think Patels have higher.
Oh, sure.
Possibly.
Yeah,
And,
I don't know.
dude,
I have no
there's
idea.
There's very few commentators just being like, "Hey, the Muslims are taking Europe, and you got a dog, huh? You got a little poochy pooch, didn't ya? And the Muslims take Europe every day. They break down the walls, and they're coming in, and you got a little dog, didn't you?"
It's a joke. It's a joke, guys. I know I'm part of the problem. Here I am getting a pooch instead of doing my part
Yeah.
and having a baby like a grown adult. I'm gonna go ahead and get a pooch. Yep.
Get a pooch,
Yep.
man.
And I'm not gonna apologize for it.
They're cute. They're
So yeah, man. No, dude. Can I tell you about my vaccine experience?
Tell me.
Courtesy of La Fauci. So, old Fauchster, you know, you watch Alex Jones every now and then, and you're like, well, should I get this? Of course I will. Of course I'll get the vaccine. So, I didn't know when it was, but at one point it opened up for us. So, I went. First of all, the experience is incredible. It's better than fast food. It's a drive-through, Amish. It's a drive-through. You just you go in your car, you're like putting along. You just drive right in. They give you a little form. You fill it out. Yes, I signed my life away to Pfizer. Yes, they could take me over at any time with Order 66. Yes. And then you hand it back, and they go, great. Well, which arm would you like it in? You get that level of choice. I was impressed with that. Already, I was impressed. I was like, well, thank you.
I would have said, hey, just do the car window arm.
That's what I said. I said, give it to the car window arm.
Just get the
and
car
they
window
go,
arm.
and here's the first one. They gave my mother-in-law and I got it the same day. So my mother-in-law gets the small needle, and they tell her it's the small needle. And then the guy looks in his other hand. He's like, we're out of those. And then he pulls up this monster.
Oh, no, dude.
And he goes, and then he goes, not going to lie, this probably will hurt. It was fine. Honestly, it was fine. Little arm, little sore. The second one was supposed to be the bad one. Same deal. We roll up, whatever. And I'm thinking this is a piece of cake. Okay, right? Pfizer's not going to tear me down. I'm going to be fine. And by the way, I thought it was funny, like, you're going to have a new type of argument, which is like, hey, which vaccine did you get? It's like Apple versus Windows now. It's like, did you get the Pfizer?
Yeah.
Are you a Moderna man?
Yeah.
You
guys just threw us a bunch of, like, shitty ones, didn't you?
Oh, dude, yeah. We just go, hey, Canada? Give them Johnson & Johnson.
No, dude, that's even good.
No, that's even too good for you. AstraZeneca or whatever, like the one that killed a bunch of people. There's one where it was like a little sketch, and then we're like, give it to Canada, give it to Amish.
Still top numbers though.
Still worth getting. We're very pro vaccine.
That's great, man.
But anyway, the next day, I'm feeling great, right? All of a sudden, the worst headache. I'm like knocked at like I'm just doing my work. I'm like, kick. And just like I fall into bed, dude. It was terrible. And then I was out for like 3 hours, and then I guess my body assimilated whatever. I took a Tylenol, and I said, I'm back up, and that was it.
Bing bang, you're back in the game. That's
so
great,
you have nothing to worry about, guys. You'll be fine.
That's perfect. And I have nothing to worry about because I'm in the studio with you. But
you won't get COVID from me. I promise you. No matter what,
I will not get COVID. So I'm doing this roast show. It's a roast show, right?
Okay.
We have to write diss jokes on each other. They gave me 2 partners. It's called the roast battle. They're doing it in Canada, whatever. They give me 2 things. I get an email like 2 days ago, and they go, hey, Ontario's about to shut down. But do not worry, our audience is all paid actors. I was like, dude, are you kidding?
Paid actors? At a roast?
Just for COVID.
That's a scam. That's a giant. You have to expose that. You have a moral obligation to expose that, Amish.
So, Steven, if I don't look good in this roast, I'm going to tell everyone.
How can you not look good? By the way, how can you not look good?
I mean, dude, you're going to
go... You should bring out like a side, like little applause sign that you can like stick under the table or something and be like, hey, applause, laughter.
Hey, aren't you guys union? Let's go. Give me the laughs.
Let's go, baby. Hey. First super chat of the day. Best Steve yet. 10 Canadian karma to Steven for making my engagement a little more special. I gave him a little cameo for free, and he's paying the karma back. You're welcome, Steve. Congratulations. It sounds like she said yes. What if he was like, no? No, congratulations. I'm sure she said yes. Congrats, man. Real quick, wanted to talk about Alex Jones. Okay. My guy is going off about these vaccines. And maybe we should talk about it in light of the fact that it may affect me. Yours truly. So we need to discuss it.
Too late for you, man. Whatever he says,
I know. I don't even know how much it is, but I have to.
Basically, anyone taking these vaccines, they're all designed to do the same thing. Is going to have neurological.
How does it always sound like he's like grinding up rocks in his mouth when he's talking?
You got a vaccine.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
You're done for. You got a vaccine, you're done for.
It's close.
Neurological disorders within 1 year. Most of the people taking the vaccine will be dead within 10. And this John Hopkins says it all right here. I know.
I love how he's like, hey, it's all in the papers. You just didn't read. It's all right here.
They say it right here. It's all right here.
Another person in Austin whose elderly father took the vaccine and was dead 2 days later.
Stop, dude.
What do you want, dude? What do you want from it? Hey.
So Twitter still allows him, eh? This bullshit. If I was Trump, I'd be like, oh, so he's allowed?
He's not on Twitter. No, somebody reposted this. Alex Jones has never been. He hasn't been allowed on Twitter since like 2000.
That's what I was. But then they don't watch this shit. They don't watch. They need the hits too, eh? Twitter needs to let a couple go by.
Yeah, dude. Alex Jones brings the hits, but look. Hey, listen. Have to disagree with old Alex here. Think he's wrong, but hey, he's been.
Yeah. Hey man, he's been right sometimes. That's the thing that I worry about. he has called a couple.
Dude, I know. Like 10 years from now, all of us are like. And we're like all like jacked up, and Alex is like, "I told you so. The new world order is taking over."
I told everyone 5 years ago. No, I saw a great video about him, and yeah, he's just a pathological liar, dude. I grew up with guys like this. They just can't help it. That's the crazy thing. Their brain is just producing lies all the time.
It's just spitting it out
for no reason, man.
No, did you see Alex Jones at the border, bro?
No, let's see it.
All the conservatives, and you know what? It's okay. Here's what I like.
Anthony Black
Careful.
Says, no way I'm getting the vaccine now.
Wait, what'd you say?
When was Alex Jones ever wrong? Yeah, no, I'm just reading Anthony Blackie's tweet.
Oh, he's joking. Okay. So something that's interesting is, so when Democrats got in office, what's interesting is it's almost like the people keeping people in check just have to change hands, because now the people caring about any kind of human rights violations are now the Republicans. The Republicans started caring deeply about the kids at the border starting the day Biden got into office, and they're doing all these like stings at the border. You seen this?
They love the children now, dude. They love the children. Now that it makes them look good, they love the kids, dude. And people are saying AOC is fucking up even. Even AOC, now that it's switched over to Democrat.
Now Democrats are like, hey, dude, the internment camp is nice. It's nice.
Well, did you see her video? Her video is so dumb because she's like, someone asked her on her thing, like she does a video response. Someone's like, "Hey, how come you're not talking about the border anymore now that Biden won?" And her response is like, "Whoa, okay. First of all, the border is a colonial issue and a bit."
Okay.
This weird rant, but it just kind of doesn't go anywhere. A lot of people are pissed.
Yeah, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah.
Well, let me.
Yeah, no, I mean politics, baby.
Where's this thing?
Sides.
Here we go.
Oh,
Wait a second. What?
This is what I love about American politics.
Look right here. Come.
So cutthroat.
Here we go. Look, Alex Jones started visiting the border the day Biden came into office. He starts caring about all the kids, man.
Jurisdiction, you're a.
Oh, hold on, dude.
Oh my God.
Alex Jones, he starts it off right away.
Your color of law with us, buddy.
Go, get across the street.
Hey, you're running criminal activity. Don't you do your color of law with us, buddy boy. This is not private property. This is a right of way, and you're smuggling children. You don't try your color of law with me. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
This is illegal. This is illegal, and you're outside your jurisdiction. You are a fraud. You're a security guard and a liar. Those are.
Bro, this guy doesn't back down.
He doesn't back down.
If this guy's barreling at you,
kidnapped.
it's the alpha male vitality or whatever it is.
It is hard. Yeah, whatever he's taking with those pills.
Super male vitality, dude. He's jacked up on way too much HGH, dude.
Oh God.
Too much of it flowing through his bloodstream.
He's terrifying, man. When he was on Piers Morgan, I thought he would murder Piers Morgan. I don't know if you saw that one.
1776 will rise again.
I'm like, Piers, stop it. Get security. It's over, dude. This conversation's over. You can't argue with this guy.
$4.99. No way I caught a drip live stream. Looks like you did.
Well, look at that. We got a new time slot now, and I guess Andrew, this is your time,
fits.
Isn't it?
It fits for Andrew. It's Andrew's time now.
We have 226,000 people, and we love all of you. The congregation is strong. Baby.
Sad says politics is the worst reality show ever. Yes, it's also, if you understand that, you can appreciate it for what it is, which is a circus. If you appreciate that, but then people get too caught up in the teams, and then they become the hypocrites who then they care about the border when it's politically convenient.
Yeah, no, dude. I mean, it's a cutthroat game over there too. I mean, in Canada, it really is like. Have you seen CFL, like football? It's like minor leagues. We're not even doing real.
Bro.
When I look at American politics, I'm like, this is wild. People will fight over this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he could hit someone right now. But sorry, what were you gonna say?
I just had to put chat in slow mode because some dude is like freaking out and spamming. 1 second. Guys, we read your messages. You don't need to put the same message 10 times.
Don't put the same message 10 times.
Okay, just relax.
I saw like actually a really sad grift this week where Trump was like when people were signing up for Trump donations, he had a checkbox that was like, make it a weekly. Oh my god.
No, dude. Actually, that's crazy. Here, we'll talk about that in a second.
We'll talk about that.
The United States. And now children, many of them kidnapped, it's on record, even Senate reports, are being smuggled and given to the Democratic Party. So they come across the border, they're taken here by buses by the Border Patrol that's now being ordered by Biden to engage in this crime with them, aid and abet. They then bring them to this
Here's
facility
the part that I don't
for a
agree
few
with
days,
about this.
prepare.
There's no way Biden's cognizant enough to order this complex border plot.
No. That's the step too far here. He's doing the right thing. He should be mad about what's happening. He should be protesting about what's happening. All the initial stuff is great. And then he says, Biden, the Democrats want the children. They're trying to grab the children. And it's like, stop. Can you stop it? Does you know what's crazy is like, does a Republican pay this guy to come, or does he just? It's like a community that just goes out.
No, this is content for him. He gets content. He gets the hits.
Yeah, that's right. He gets the hits, man. How's his new channel doing, you think? Because, you can't hold down someone like this. This guy is built to get ratings, and that's it. Take him off.
His new channel is banned.video, to give you an idea. That's the level this man's at. He went straight forward. He's like, look, you want to ban me from everywhere? I'm going to create a channel called banned. Or it's not a channel. It's like its own platform. And all it is him shilling like his latest report. Here's what it looks like, dude. Let's take a look together, huh?
Let's take a look, dude. Oh, he makes it look like YouTube.
What if I was like logged in and I had a premium account? Like I watched it.
Wait, but this looks exactly like YouTube. That's the crazy thing. Are you on YouTube or you're on his?
No, this is his stuff. Like he's had to recreate his own. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, he made
Bill Gates and the Crown of the Devil full show.
Of course.
Oh my God! Let's take a peek, shall we? Look, are you guys cool with the ride? I mean, honestly,
ride.
Amish is enjoying this a little bit because he got shut down. Both of us are very pro-vax.
We're pro-vax. This is very rock and roll because YouTube did ban this guy. So I like that we're just playing it and we're gonna talk our shit. We gotta see it. We need to know what's happening in the community.
Rock and roll, boys. Rock and roll. What is this? Sorry, Coffee. I didn't catch that because I'm driving, trying to moderate. No, dude, don't moderate.
Don't
if you're
mod
driving.
and drive. No mod and drive, dude.
Tom, breaking news here. We have a guy who's he crashed in the road while moderating a live stream. I don't know what that's about. He's like Hohenheim, is slumped over the wheel, like trying to moderate in his last hour. It's okay, buddy. You're doing enough. You're doing your job.
You're doing great. Although that would be a great way to go viral, right?
Dude, we're rock and roll, dude.
Watching a moderator for the Drip business says he wasn't even getting paid, and now he is a mod for the Drip podcast.
Oh boy,
love you, baby. I love this congregation.
Okay,
but you don't have to mod and drive. You don't have to mod and drive.
Please don't. We put it in slow-mo, so you're fine. You can only moderate every 20 seconds on the road. Okay.
Really examine the agenda of the left, and it's anti-human. It's anti.
We're 3 seconds in, and it's anti-human.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's how you know,
It's
dude.
the full show. It's not a clip.
Right. It's the full show. The show starts. Let me just introduce. Normally, guys, you have our show, which is coffee talk. Alex Jones' show starts with this.
You really examine the agenda of the left, and it's anti-human. It's anti-life. Bill Gates is literally the crown of the devil with his agenda of global population reduction. And who would trust Fauci with a needle? I mean, you got to be kidding me. I'm just a guitar player, and I'm smart enough to know that.
Yeah, didn't you say it all there, though? You're a guitar player. Why are your guitar players entering world politics, the world stage?
You don't know what you're talking. It is again one of those things. It starts off, I'm like, yes, attack the Democrats. Yes, say that they're doing this wrong, that wrong, whatever. And then he just goes into this nonsense.
The crown of the devil.
Yeah, Bill Gates. I've heard some reasonable criticism. I've heard some people say that he wants to do some crazy Monsanto stuff. Get into it. Is this lazy? Are they just lazy and they look at the numbers on the
you
Monsanto
stop. We're 10
report?
seconds and you're criticizing these people.
Let's go.
They got into anti-human stuff in 4 seconds. I'm sure they'll address you in the next couple
The
minutes.
front lines of the information war. It's Alex
Jones. Dude, what's YouTube going to do when they realize we're playing Alex Jones? Do they have a keyword where they just go beep, 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 beep? It's like Susan gets on the phone. She's like, What's going? They're playing Alex Jones,
and he's laughing.
Y'all will know because
But
every
that
time we
music
get copyright like struck, it's only like a 5-second ban. If we get like taken down for good, you know that like something shady is going on. Anyway, I just wanted to say that before.
It's music.
Well, our republic was founded in 1776 when the redcoats came to take the guns.
Bro, look at this production value.
And history is repeating itself again right now. Biden just started speaking about 60 seconds ago. Let's go to the illegitimate puppet president that's destroying our borders, annihilating our dollar, letting China take over Taiwan, Hong Kong, as Russians mass troops on the border with eastern Ukraine. All hell is breaking loose. Even JP Morgan.
Dude, I really feel like I'm watching something that nobody wants me to see. That's got to be the appeal of Alex Jones. Is like whenever you tune into any of his broadcasts, you're like, okay, this.
But also the appeal is like he is digging right to your deepest fear. Like everything bad is happening right now. The globalists are coming in, the pedophiles. We got Biden over there. Yeah. The whole planet's destroyed.
And we're fighting them if you fund the info war. You got to fund the info war with the info products.
Morgan comes out and says something's horribly wrong in America to collapse us further. This is the grand assault with idiot collaborators who are having their own futures destroyed going along with it.
Here we go.
He is declaring war on the Second Amendment as we speak. Here it is.
You know, we're joined today by the Attorney General, Merrick Garland, who I've asked to prioritize gun violence. It's also good to see the second gentleman who is here, and it's good to see the First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, who cares deeply about this issue as well. And I look out there and I see so many members of Congress who've led in this fight. So many of you who've never given up. So many of you are absolutely determined, as Murph and others are,
to disarm the American people.
We got a long way to go. It seems like we always have a long way to go. But I also, today, we're taking steps to confront not just the gun crisis, but what is actually a public health crisis. Nothing I'm about to recommend in any way impinges on the Second Amendment. They're phony arguments suggesting that these are Second Amendment rights at stake from what we're talking about. But no
Get out of here
amendment,
with your lefty points,
no
dude. The chat is
the
based right now.
is absolute.
Chat's very red-pilled.
You can't yell fire in a crowded movie theater. We call it freedom of speech.
No,
check out chat right now, dude. They're very based. They don't piss them off. They've got firearms. They're very armed. They're armed and dangerous. Most of them.
Who's armed? Can we do a thing on
a straw poll? Yes, dude. Yes. Okay. This is great,
Just
dude.
Call
who's
it
strapping?
So it doesn't come across. Don't use any
strapping, boys.
Who's
I got
strapping?
not
Who's offended?
Strapped, and then we're gonna do. If you have a 6-inch strap, we're gonna do a 6-inch, and that's for a pistol.
Right.
And then we'll do a nice 16-incher if you're gonna have like an AR. So that's the 19-inch strap.
Do you have one? Can we
only
talk about it?
Only a 6-inch, okay?
Only a 6-inch. But I love when Biden puts out
the ladies
things,
love it. Okay, you relax. Okay,
Steven, 6 is enough. Don't feel
no complaints.
About 6.
No
6
complaints.
Is as much as you need, and no one's ever been. I have 6 too, and nobody's ever complained about it. But anyway, this Biden is the fact that he does this announcement. You're married anyway. Who cares? This Biden announcement that he's doing is this going to cause like all the guns to be sold out now? Is like the
You know, I'm one of the people who, right before the election, I was like, I should get a gun, though, just in case.
I didn't want to say it, but was it just before the election, or is it because Biden said he was going to pass some law?
It was a day before. I was like, hey, if he gets in, I got to have a gun. I was meaning to buy a gun anyway. It wasn't because of the global, it was separately. So, I mean, I have psycho gurus, okay, that I have to worry about. But it's just
That's
like, so something always on my list, and I was like, well, you better get it. You better strap up.
Well, that's it, dude.
Let's check out who's strapping, dude. What do you think? I'm going to guess that most of our audience is strapping.
Not strapped.
Oh, wait. I'll put in my answer. Strapped.
I should have put an answer. Damn it.
Back to, show results. Not strapped.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow, dude, no one's strapped. Wow. Okay.
Habibi, this is that's good. If nobody's strapped, then nobody needs to be strapped.
Dude, if everyone has guns, there will be no gun violence. It's a fact.
Come on.
No, dude. If we all just train guns on each other, we're all like, hey, put the gun. Have you seen the South Park episode where they're like, put the gun down, Shelly? And they're all like holding guns on each other? That's hilarious.
I have not seen that one.
That's a great one. But the point is, we will all be safer if all of us are carrying lethal weapons.
You're joking.
No, I truly believe that.
Automatic?
Yeah.
Oh
there's no limit, dude. If I could own a nuke, I would.
No, I mean, hey, look, we got to respect the culture, right? This is the community that, you're there, you're around. Like, I don't know, right? We were talking before the show. We have ketchup chips over here. You're over there going, what the hell is ketchup chips, right? Your culture.
Yeah, by the way, he has ketchup chips, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm supposed to be the weirdo. The man has ketchup chips.
We have ketchup chips in Canada. I almost said China. In Canada, we have ketchup chips. And this is a very normal thing here. But, over there, you don't have them. So, a fish, like we are in culture like a fish is in water. We don't notice it. This gun thing, I mean, do you need it?
Dude, yes, dude. How can I ensure the safety of everyone around me if I can't kill everybody else?
Okay, but what do you feel about the statistics that say that if you have one, you're more likely to hurt? Have you seen that or no? That you don't see that.
No, dude. The NRA never sends me that. What are you talking about?
I mean, hey, here's where I'm going to defend you and say, like, if you're in the place where everyone's buying them, I would also be like, well, I better get one.
Guys, these are truly rookie numbers.
Yeah.
Guys,
it's crazy because usually by now people go more on your side. People like get scared.
No, dude. Nobody's strapped these days, dude. Nobody's strapping.
How do we have such a bunch of leftists in here? You cowards, go buy a gun.
Filthy leftists. Get yourself a weapon. No,
but okay, I'll give you that defense of like if I was in America and everyone that's
if you were in Texas, dude.
Yeah, Texas.
Texas. It's a rite of passage.
It is. Yeah.
You're 3 years old. And they get you, a toy with a silencer, and you go, pew, pew. Yeah, just like that.
When we were first starting to talk shit about Patrick Bet-David, who is also in Texas,
yeah.
One of my buddies said that when Patrick Bet-David goes for a jog with his dog, one hand holding the leash, one hand on his gat, because he was like, it was just getting kind of like aggressive. Of course,
outside. Dude. Of course.
So he's jogging, one hand on the gat.
Dude, because Patrick Bet-David's rock and roll.
Rock and roll. He's hard, dude. He's hard. He went to war. He's done to fight.
Of
right?
course, dude. The guy's a trained killer.
He's a trained killer.
I would not want to spook Patrick Bet-David. Let's just say that. Like, imagine just going, boo! And he goes,
yeah, I know. That's it. That's it with it, right?
That's it.
I have to protect my family.
That's it.
I have to protect my family.
Yeah, no, honestly, sincerely, I do think that you don't need everything, but I think you need one weapon of lethal destruction. So, like, if I didn't have a 6-inch... a tank would be nice. But I mean,
I'll say it before, I'll say it again. Take it however you want it for everyone in the crowd. 6 inches is enough. Honestly, I've heard
so I can have my 6 inches. You'll never interfere. You'll never interfere with that.
Like why?
Where does it stop, Amish? Now you see the mind of a leftist, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, it stops when nobody has guns and there's peace, and nobody would want to fight. Nobody would want to kill someone else. That's when it stops. And no, that is the left. That is, yeah. That's you don't agree with that though? I mean, these are in keeping with the teachings of.
Yeah, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think if you live in if you have a mentality of and this is an actual opinion, if you have a mentality of sort of. You want to go with specifically relating to personal safety. Yeah. You want to put the community first. I think it makes sense to not have guns. If you want to put your own safety first, it makes sense to allow guns, even if allowing everyone to always own guns raises the level of general threat. I think it lowers because if you're in trouble, then you have a way to kind of get yourself out. You have the final solution kind of thing. Wow, I'm really using the wrong words for the YouTube algorithm today. By that I meant you can defend yourself. Obviously.
You can defend yourself. Yeah, you're saying if there are places in the world, and maybe that is a little bit of privilege on the other side, where they're not in a place where people have them. My only issue is like it does seem like in America they're going towards more gun, and we want to go towards less gun, and it'll come. It's just like it'll come with maybe.
Here's what I don't get: why is everyone so obsessed? Like, I see the gun argument, I'm like, yeah, that's fair, but why isn't anyone concerned about the nukes? I feel like the nukes is the thing no one cares enough about, and it's like, yeah, that's the thing that's going to kill us all.
Right. Yeah, the nuclear weapons, the way they're holding them and stuff, and then the way that they're,
Yeah, sure. And then also like AI battle bots. I mean, like, did you see Eric Schmidt, the CEO of Google's defense report to America? Like, I was reading it. The guy, he's like, hey, basically we have to develop killer AI bots in order to defend ourselves from Russia and like China. Because basically he goes, even though we think this is a terrible idea, there's no way we can prevent them from doing it. And we already think they're ahead of us, or they will be ahead of us soon in this stuff. And so we need like killer AI bots just in case we all go to war. We don't want to be sending our people because they're going to be sending these like battle bots. So we need to have battle bots. So the point is that you're worried about my little pea shooter when you got
this, right?
Big problems.
Well, okay, but first of all, I'm going to say this. Google, like, who's saying this at Google? Is it the lobbying guy? Is it the guy who has to turn around and be like, so give us a $6 trillion military
He doesn't work
contract?
he doesn't work for Google. He doesn't work. What? I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know what I'm talking about. I skimmed it.
Like
Honestly, a very technical report for the most part. I mean, it was a little bit high level, but it was pretty in detail. So you'll have to take a look at it yourself. Just look up like Eric Schmidt final recommendation AI something.
I'm not doubting it, but you're always going to have people, dude, saying that, hey, if we don't arm up, then they'll arm up. I mean, this is how people ran into World War I, and World War I led to World War II. I mean, it's just the hate begets hate, and like this.
I love that, dude.
Getting into this.
I love these teachings. Yes, but I think people should be allowed to have it. I'm a big believer. Look, if you're a believer that like all drugs should be legalized and like personal choice is personal choice and personal choice always carries risk, it's in a similar vein. Guns has the problem of having external costs, right? Of course. Drugs to some extent does as well.
They do too.
But guns more so, obviously. They can cause way more destruction. So,
but you're saying automatic is okay? Would you?
I was joking. No automatic.
Okay.
No automatic.
Yeah.
No automatic.
So no automatic. I think that's fair. That's actually pretty progressive.
No. Automatics aren't allowed. That's already true. Automatics aren't allowed in the U.S.
I just love how you're like, no. Don't call me progressive. Don't call me a progressive. Okay, we're losing viewers. Don't call me progressive. No,
look, this is the Alex Jones crowd. Okay, relax. Let's get back to banned video. Okay, I'm trying to hear about how
60%
Bill Gates is. Dude, I know it's an interesting audience we have. I feel like our audience is very nuanced. They're like, on the one hand, Bill Gates is the devil. On the other hand, we got to do something about these guns. There's a gun problem.
Yeah. You almost said gays. No,
I didn't. What are you talking about?
You gotta do something about these gays. Guns. You gotta do something.
That's not true. What are you doing? No.
It's fine. It's fine. I know you didn't mean that.
Wow, dude. Like, you're trying to get me in trouble right now. The very bad
I'm not even.
Oh my gosh, dude. 199 Candyman Christina Aguilera AA. Thanks, man. Did we miss anything? AA, I agree, Stephen. Weapons to keep them away. Heart. Richard Isubayo, the next policy you'll end up justifying next year is censored speech. Here's an idea. Just leave us alone, like the free people we're supposed to be. Yeah, that's a Texan if I've ever seen one.
That's a very good point. What do you think of, Ed? Like, look, we can finish this and answer this question, but we got to talk about, like, what do you think of Trump getting banned? Like, the final thing. It's like, it's pretty crazy that he's still off. I mean, and even Alex Jones is still off. So Richard Eusebio, sorry for mispronouncing that, brother.
We're not a fan of deplatforming here.
We are generally not, right? Like, we don't moralize. We had we took $1,000 worth of donations on people just saying hashtag Trump 2020, and we said all of them. Remember? We don't care. We don't care.
No, it's a circus, dude. We don't play politics. Yeah. No, Adam says Dr. Jill Biden for Surgeon General. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't like that he said Jill Biden is here. It's your wife.
Yeah, relax, okay? She didn't. What did she do? Okay, anyways.
From the very beginning, you couldn't own any weapon you wanted to own. From the very beginning of the Second Amendment existed, certain people weren't allowed to have weapons. So the idea is just bizarre to see.
Who wasn't allowed to have weapons, Joe? Finish that sentence. He goes, certain people weren't allowed to have weapons. Who wasn't, Joe? All right. How long does Alex play this clip? Jeez. Okay.
The outdoor sports, getting muddy. You see my friend.
He loves the overhead cam, and he uses like 20 reams of paper a night because he's always got stacks of articles.
Can I read that?
Oh, sorry.
What does that say? People are not like. What is this face? He's like.
I can't find it.
And
here.
Is it related to Joe Biden or I love how Alex Jones is just so off the rails. Like he just puts in like he does jump around a lot.
But can we admit that he's got a tight studio with like staff? He runs it like a production house. It's impressive for the fact he's all independent. Like that, honestly, YouTubers should like learn from Alex Jones in that respect. Candyman, Christina Aguilera. Dude, I don't know what you're saying, man.
I think we missed one from AVMU, $5. Guys, I had the worst day, and you guys are making me laugh so much.
Aww.
Love you guys. Heart. Thank you.
Very nice people today. Supporting us.
Very nice, very nice.
Big fans.
Look, if you want to go Alex Jones, all the others, like when it starts making a ton of money, I feel like the other stuff just comes, like the production value. You can just pay for that. You can get other stuff. But the thing to start with, like the ability to just, the way that he went to the border, that's the real magic. This is all great stuff. I'm not saying the series on everything's great.
I disagree.
But the ability to go to the border and start talking your shit aggressively.
But I would argue that's part of the core skill which he really has, which is the true skill, which is the rip and dip. He is the master of the rip and dip. Facts not required. Like, it just rip. Like, just tears it up, dude. He trucks.
Is it a problem that I'm inspired?
What?
I said, is it a problem that I'm inspired? But whatever. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Let's go.
The stooge. That's what a stooge is a puppet leader. The Chinese viceroy, the Chinese puppet, Joe Biden, is speaking live as we speak, but we've paused it. We're going to be playing it here for you. We're just a few minutes behind live time. Pledging to just ban all semi-autos, ban anybody that bought parts and made a firearm. He is trying to appoint an individual who is the worst gun grabber in the world. David Chipman is a manifest lunatic fraud. He says no one should be able to own any guns, period. You should only have deadbolts or maybe a baseball bat. He says gun owners falsely believe in zombies. And he says that 2 helicopters were shot down by the Branch Davidians before the ATF ever assaulted the cattle trailers.
Yo, we got a guy in chat right now saying that Alex Jones himself is a puppet. How crazy would that be?
That's classic.
Now that guy, I love when people they go, that's a deep. What do they call it? They call it a
deep fake.
No. It's
a Manchurian candidate. It's like a Manchurian candidate.
No. He'll know what I mean because he's gonna call him that.
Cover.
Tell me what that guy is.
Yeah.
Charles McCarthy, he can riff. That's his magic. He can talk for hours on end. True. Yo, by the way, I talked to Charles McCarthy. He was the Amazon guy from last time who's like sold like a bunch of money and we thought he was fake and then whatever. He said that apparently you said that his employees were all privileged.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said that.
Okay.
And they were all they actually thought it was funny. But they're like, yeah, we feel really privileged when we're hanging upside down from like a 40-story building. And I was thinking, little Amish hanging out in his studio, talking that trash. Typical. Typical Amish.
Okay, wait. Who was the guy again? I said his people are privileged. I said, what did I say? Did I accuse him of like, oh, you just hired a bunch of rich kids or something?
Yeah, I don't know. You did what you do.
Know me.
It's
you know
fine.
me. I talk my
fine.
shit.
Yeah. You guys are fine.
Someone's mad. That's fine. No, it's okay.
No, I think they thought it was funny. Yo, it's called a controlled opposition. That's what they call it. So Alex Jones is actually controlled by the government to make anti-government people seem crazy. That's what their contention is. What do you think about that?
I mean,
what do you think about that?
I don't believe in conspiracies. Not when he makes them and not when people make them about him. Like, here's the thing. People are silly enough to do silly shit on their own. You don't have to make like a whole group was involved. And I would say that to Alex Jones and to the person saying that Alex Jones is controlled. Because Alex Jones is like, it's like I said, man, everything is actually good. He's always concerned about something good. but his theory is just so ridiculous. It's just he's
worried about the kids. Yeah.
The numbers. It was under Obama more than 20 times what it was under Trump, because Trump shut it down. It is a nightmare scenario. And then what happened yesterday? 2 days ago, we put out the video that has probably 50 million views. I mean, it's just everywhere. And the smuggling going on, it's all illegal. He didn't sign an executive order. He didn't pass a law. He didn't repeal a law. He just said, surge us, before he was even stole the election. And then now he congratulates them on the great job they've done. And then there's the, quote, Catholic charity that's run by the Democratic Party, just one of the facilities there in McAllen, Texas. And there they are loading little kids in.
Did you see this? They like stopped this random. You didn't see this?
No.
They stopped some random guy on the street who's got a bunch of kids in his van, and they say that that was smugglers. I mean, if that was smugglers, that's incredible. But it might just be like them transporting them to like soccer practice or something.
Dude,
you see this?
Some people don't.
You gotta
care.
watch this. You gotta watch this.
When I was younger, we all just stood in the back of a car like this. That's how old I am, dude. Seatbelts, we were like, who cares? My dad would drive, and I'd stand behind his thing in the van, and I'd hold the thing. No seatbelt. Seatbelt became big in like 90s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah, you gotta watch this.
And a lot of people...
They got a bunch of kids without their car seat.
This is the original video. This is the video he's talking about.
Is it banned, or does he just say it's banned?
It's on Twitter.
You got a car seat for them? You got a car seat? That's illegal.
So they just approached this random like guy in a van with a bunch of kids in the back. I mean, could it be child obstruction? It's broad daylight. I mean, maybe. Yeah. I don't know much about smuggling.
Maybe, but I can tell you sometimes, and like, look, I don't want to be rude, but brown people, they don't give a shit about seatbelts, bro. I'm telling you, not all.
Canceled.
Not all.
I cancel
it's
you.
My own people. It's my own people, dude. I used to sit in the back like this.
I used to sit
Indian
in the back
people.
Like this.
So many. We should.
Wait. You're not saying all brown people are the same. You're saying Indian, but these are probably Mexican, just by the demographic, like where they're from.
Fair enough.
Like they're in Texas.
It's less of a, I'd say, brown thing, and maybe more of a, maybe it's socioeconomic. I don't know, but I mean, I don't think that means he's doing it. But anyway, who knows? Let's see. Let's keep watching.
Let's check it out, boys. Let's check it out.
Where are you taking these kids? That's illegal.
If you get in a traffic accident, those
where
kids
are
are
you
going to get
taking
hurt.
these kids? You have a car seat.
I like how they have like 3 different camera angles. This makes me think it's all set up. This makes me think it's all set up. You're not just walking down the road with 3 camera angles.
That's illegal.
How is this Christian?
Hey, we need the police over here. They got a bunch of kids without their car seats. You're violating Texas law.
How is Alex Jones concerned about car seats?
How did Alex Jones get there? I didn't even know he was there. He's like, he ran over.
Yeah, dude, he like sprinted over. But it's like,
in my head, I just thought he was in the studio. I'm like, Alex Jones is here?
Alex Jones is like a fan of like freedom, blah, blah, blah. You would think he'd be against car seats. He'd think that's like authoritarian overreach or something.
Yeah, like what if that's his kids and he doesn't want to put them in this thing, you know? Like,
come on.
Who is this right here?
Hey,
you got no comment. See,
you got those children there illegally.
You're about to run a human being over. Hey,
you got.
What is he doing?
I love it,
dude. Alex Jones is on one, dude. He is on one. What that one thing is cocaine.
No comment. See, this is
Look at this man.
Right.
This is super male vitality right
illegally.
now.
You're about to run a human.
Why is he pushing the car?
Why?
And why would you expect him to talk to you? Like, let's just, whether he is or isn't, why would this guy stop and be like, oh, let me take these 2 seriously? You're screaming at him. Just chill out. Just walk up and say, hey, you know it's not safe for your kids to be standing in the back. Okay, fair. Still, most people say, hey, fuck off. I don't care. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's
it's kind of weird for you to like police other people. That's weird.
Yeah, and they're so against that. Right?
Bro, as a libertarian, like you would never do this.
Yeah.
That's a full body. I mean, he's practically humping the car at this point.
You can't say he doesn't care. He does care.
He does. That's the physique of a man who cares.
He does care. Like he is not. You know, you can't say he doesn't give a shit. He cares about the community. He loves the community, but it's just all misguided. He's just getting all wrong information.
Yo, somebody just asked me the wrong question on the wrong day. They say, "What do you think about Steven Crowder?" Well, we'll get to Steven Crowder in a second here.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
I have been dying watching Steven. dude.
He's wild, eh? I
Hey,
stopped a little while ago.
you will die. I didn't know this would be like making fun of politics stream, but here we are, boys. It started with, Amish getting shut down, so we made fun of, the Democrats, which actually turned out to be conservatives.
Which actually is, you don't mind that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't care.
Yeah, it's like, make fun of Democrats.
Oh, no, I don't care either way.
Okay.
you're like,
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Like,
It's fine.
really?
It's fine. Really?
Let's go.
You got those children in there.
Who are you?
You got those smuggled children illegally.
Who are you? Where are you taking these
You're
children?
smuggling children.
Are you part of
You got to be legally in that vehicle.
You're not a part of this organization?
Dude, this guy's probably
Who are you?
traumatized.
Where are you
We
taking
know you're
these
smuggling
kids?
these kids.
Where
Now
are you
got
taking
them
these
in the back
kids?
of there without children
Where are you
seats.
taking these kids? Sir, identify
This is
who
the
you
massive
are.
smuggling.
This is literally human smuggling. These are children. Where are you taking these kids?
Where's that? Austin Ave. Can you see where that is? Let's do a little investigation.
It says Austin
Can y'all
Avenue,
see what
and
that
then
is?
the other-
Austin Ave,
Let's say 15th or something?
15th
One-
Street. Let's look that up, dude.
15th Street.
Austin
Yeah,
Ave, 15th Street.
Check it out. Let me read some of these super chats actually.
Yeah, dude, do it.
AA £1.99 says Kill Tony episode 499, and then there's a bunch of fire emojis. Fire,
Okay.
baby. Diligent Dabber. Habibi, thank you for this. Guy sent me some fan art on my Instagram.
Bro, he's
Glad
got some
to
dope
be-
fan art. Yep.
Great fan art, and he did one of you too. Glad to be part of the community and contribute art. Thanks,
Thanks, man.
Habibi. Love you, dude. AA199. Steven, love you, man, and I like Amish. Thanks, dude. I have so many comments like that. AA £1.99.
We love you, Amish. Come
Why
on.
does this guy? This is your boy, eh? Because he said Kill Tony episode 499, and then he said, you know what? They probably talked about you, dude. Kill Tony probably talked about you.
No.
They must. I mean, is that why? Hey, AA £1.99.
That guy's been giving weird super chats all day, though. He's giving.
But then he said he loves you and he likes me, which means that he knows the show. You know what I'm saying? It's like he knows what's
You're
going
like,
on.
he has to be real. He likes us. Yo,
No,
dude.
but he did the love you and like me.
I can't find Austin Ave. Wait, what the
Richard
heck?
Richard Eusebio 499 says, "Who's
Austin
worse of a human,
Ave.
Alex Jones or Billy is marketing?" Hey, Billy is marketing wasn't that bad. He just got yelled.
Yo, he just got. He's fine, dude.
No,
Billy's
but Richard,
fine.
everyone deserves our loving kindness.
He took
I mean,
took
honestly,
an
you
L
don't
when
know.
he talked about Astrology, but that was it, dude.
But I mean, I would even say like both, Richard. I mean, you guys know that I got my degree in Buddhism from Harvard X, and I study at the ashram of
Harvard
Udimai.
X. You mean
Harvard X? you
Harvard
mean? Yeah,
X.
yeah, Harvard. Yeah, that's what I said. I said X. What did I say? Harvard X. And I also went to Udimai University, Udimai Online Ashram. Some people call it Udemy, but anyway, whatever. They all teach like you have to forgive and you have to give loving kindness. So, but Alex Jones, Billy's marketing, they're both like, they're just confused, man. You got to treat it like that. I don't think you should treat either of them like. I don't believe in that. That like you should treat either of them like bad people. Like it's clearly mental illness. I grew up with guys like this.
Hey, you stop that right
They
now.
can't help it. They can't help it, dude. They just have to lie all the time. And you're like, there's no reason to even lie about this, dude. Like, I remember growing up, we had one guy, we're sitting at his house, and he's just telling us that his dad's in the CIA, covert ops, secret agent.
That's
And
incredible.
we're like, dude, but even while he's telling us, he's like, covert ops, secret agent. Dude, you want me to call him? You want me to call him? And it's like, guy.
It's okay.
You're
What if he
you're
was
putting
though?
up the-
What if he was and he's like tracking you and he's like got a little?
I know. He's like, I was in the CIA. But you know what this guy does? He picks up the phone. He's like, you guys don't believe me? Don't believe me? Picks up the phone, he's like, hi, Alpha code 196982. Hi, can I talk to my dad? And he does this code in front of him. I'm like, God, all the time, dude. He couldn't help it. It's a mental illness, man. They can't help it. Jones, same thing. But he goes, he calls. He goes, hi, Alpha 6691982. Can I? Is my dad there? And we're like, stop. What are you doing?
Yo, dude. Hey, I'm sure Alex is fine. Hey, look, Austin Ave, and that's what you're saying. You're just saying, look, maybe he has a few problems. Maybe screws loose, you know. But I can't find Austin Ave 15th Street, so therefore it doesn't exist. Therefore, this is a green screened video.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, that's my new theory. I can't find it. Can someone find it on the can someone give me a new address to look up? I can't find this.
You know what, and now I'll tell you what that's a $10 billion studio. What that is? That's like
true.
the camera's gonna pull
it looks
out.
real.
And they're in
It looks
Hollywood.
straight up real.
Sir,
They
where
got
are you
video from
taking
the front.
these kids?
They don't even have car seats.
Sir,
they don't have their seatbelts
their
on.
seatbelts
Why
aren't
do
even
you
on.
care?
Where are you taking these children?
What, Alex? Stop!
poor
You're not
kids.
the king of car seats, Alex Jones. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Incredible, dude.
He doesn't care. He would have gotten mad if you told him to put his kid in a car seat.
They're
But
saying
let's just
it's
get jumped around.
McAllen, Texas.
McAllen,
Okay.
Texas, and these kids are so cute. And look, man, this border kid thing. Steven, you're in Texas. What do you think of it? Like, I mean, I guess you can't just let everyone in. Like, what do you think? What do you think of this holding thing? I mean, it is like a complicated thing where there's some like legal paperwork, and for whatever reason,
I
just
found
a bunch
it.
of kids end up like being in jail or whatever, or like just being separated from their parents.
What do I think of what? What are you saying? Sorry.
I mean, I'm saying, like, what do you think of this?
Here we go.
Without getting to specifics,
scene
what do you
the
think of the
crime.
whole build a wall mentality? Like, do you think that America is this thing that you're not allowed in, or do you think it would be easier to just let people in? Because I honestly feel like just let them in, man. Make a path, make it simple. Because this is a lot of like people have a fear, and then they feed
This
into it.
is so
and then
far
things
beyond my
worse.
pay grade, Amish. This is so
Right.
far.
Right.
Okay,
No, it's
because
complicated.
imagine, like, obviously in a declining population, which I think we are with our current birth rates.
Yes.
You need immigration. On the other hand, if
They'll
you
have
just
kids.
if you just consider for a second that like anybody can just come in anytime ever, like completely open borders, well, that doesn't seem really that workable either. I mean, it seems like there's no way that it, just having infinite people come into your borders is fine. So there clearly some nuanced solution here. I'm here to rip on the people with solutions, not solve it. So
Yeah, no, it's
unfortunately, that's where I have to
it is
check out.
complicated.
Yo,
It's
this
too
is
bad.
where
But-
is where the big thing happened. This is the place
This
right
is where
here.
it happened. Yeah, that looks legit.
This is where
and,
it was at. No, seriously, like
yeah.
look,
Wow.
look. This is right
You know,
where it
you-
was.
You're
This-
in New York City now.
Catholic
This is you are in
Charities, RGB.
Babylon. Texas is now the new Babylon.
What does that mean?
It means who's the big hitters in the game? Joe Rogan, coming up. You got Becker. You
I'm in
got
the same
Alex
sentence
Becker.
as Joe Rogan.
Yeah, no, it's coming, man. What are you at? 300,000 last time I checked.
I'll take it. Yeah, just
400,000. It's only growing, and then your side channel is growing.
I'm only 2.97 million away from Joe Rogan. So yeah, we're good, dude.
No, it'll come.
Hey,
So, dude, every generation has a new person, right? Like, I mean, but it'll just keep growing consistently. I don't see why it wouldn't. Yours and also this one. This one is like, so, we're coming in. People are here. People are
love the
supporting
drip,
us.
dude.
People
Hey,
love the drip, baby.
499 George Martinez, love the show, guys. Will you all look into Oracle Bitcoin Trader? Also, I used to work for Uncle G.
Oh.
Yo, dude, we need to get this guy on the show. Hey, think about coming on the show, dude. Let us know if you want to come on the show. JA, $5. There's a church in the back, and his shirt says staff. Maybe they don't have enough money for a new van and can only use that car. Come on, dude. What's more likely, that they don't have enough money for a new car seat, or that it's a secret smuggling operation? Come on, get real, guy. Get with the Alex Jones conspiracy.
Sir, identify yourself. Who are
Yeah, he literally has a staff thing on. That's so funny. They're like harassing this poor guy.
you?
Don't fucking hit me. I'll tell you right fucking
Who
now.
do you work for?
Be deep shit.
Are you a part of this organization?
No, sure. I don't know.
So you don't know where these kids are going?
They're going to check the COVID over there.
No, they came from over there. They're not being checked for COVID. So you don't know who you
I
work
need to
for?
call the police.
We need to call the police right now. I want to know where these kids are going.
You are violating state law. You have children.
They're not going there. You're not making any sense, sir. Identify yourself. Who are you?
Kids out of that back, man. If somebody rear ends you, those kids are gonna get hurt.
Doing that in our How do you know? Go to the southern border. That's the mom?
Mother, yeah.
Yeah, all sorts of.
Oh, they have the mother in there.
Yeah, I saw the girls there.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is
dude.
the biggest
I mean,
nothing burger, dude. Come on.
It is a bit of a nothing burger because sometimes people don't use seatbelts. It's not. I know they should, but don't get righteous about this, you idiots. These guys are so both. But it is.
But you're on the wrong party if you want to get self-righteous about seatbelts. That's like a liberal thing.
That's very liberal. That's all because of Mr. Liberal McGee over there. What's his name? That Ralph Nader.
Yeah.
His
What-
biggest enemy of the
They're
right.
saying
They
it's
hate it.
I was gonna provide a fact checker thing, but nobody on the right believes in fact checkers, so it's like pointless.
Nobody
You know what's
cares.
funny is like you say Snopes and people go, "What are you gonna quote Snopes at me, dude?"
Snopes?
It's not. You mean
on- I'm
the
on
lame?
Ant-Man.
You mean the lame stream media, dude?
Yeah.
It's like
You get it.
we really can't have a conversation.
No, dude. I
Nobody
mean, this
trusts
is
anybody,
transitioning right
'cause-
into your Crowder.
What?
This is transitioning very well into Crowder if you want to talk about that because he does use that kind of news story. Like he's that kind of guy,
Bro,
right? Where it's like,
listen.
Yeah.
You guys know I'm sympathetic. I'm basically in the center, but I'm sympathetic to the right sometimes. I can understand them. Okay?
Yeah.
You get it? You get it? That's
Same,
it's
dude.
the best admission you'll get from me. I'm just sympathetic
Dude, same, man.
sometimes, but I see it from both sides. But I try to call balls and strikes, right?
Yeah.
So I see this clip from Crowder Bits, dude.
Oh, he did a bits channel?
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay, look at this. I was so... First of all, I saw this on a tweet first, and I couldn't believe that it was a real thumbnail. Then I watched the video, and I couldn't believe it was a video. And then I memed it on Twitter, and I want to show you that. All in order.
He's a psycho, dude.
What are people saying? All right. What do people think of Crowder, dude?
Imagine
Whatever you
going,
think of Crowder, set your judgment aside for this one thumbnail.
But
Okay?
imagine you start going and it's all just pro Crowder, and you're like, this man is being assassinated by the mainstream. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Okay. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Okay, it's gonna be the top left, and the title of this. We need the slow crawl. Wait. Did you see that already? I don't
No, I
just see
didn't
it.
see it. I
Okay,
didn't see
hold
it.
on. I need to write the right music for this.
Media man.
We need mystery music for this. Come on, music. Where's my producer when I need him? That's where your super chats go, guys. Pull up the clip.
What was Billy's assistant saying? We pull up the clip, idiot. Pull it up.
Johnny, pull up the clip.
Johnny, pull up the clip, you dumbass. Holy shit.
Okay, sorry, dude.
I'm roasting this guy.
Where is You're Getting Murdered? Where is that, dude? Where's my mystery
You're
playlist?
getting murdered.
Yes, dude. What the
Oh, do
heck?
you have like that sound effect saved?
No, I tried to save it one day. It messed up.
Oh shit, that'd be so
I don't know
funny,
why. I know, dude. It's
Yo, you just got murdered. You're getting murdered right now.
you're gonna want to delete this because you are getting murdered. Okay.
Oh man. Okay.
All right, we got a little bit of mystery.
Let's see it.
Live, Crowder recreates George Floyd arrest. Okay, so that's what it is, right?
No,
Where's my mystery music, dude?
This is what happens, man. You have to keep pushing it further and further.
Okay, there we go.
You
Got
just-
some mystery. Look at this thumbnail. This is I was stunned.
Oh my god. Stop, dude. What is this? Is he in Texas?
It's gone too far.
He's gone
Look,
too far.
it doesn't matter who
He's-
you
he's
side
gone
with.
too far.
This is wrong.
This is
You
not
can't
good.
do this. Hey, buddy, you can't. This
Why?
thumbnail automatically got you can't. You cannot do
How is
this.
it- Why is Alex Jones gone?
I'm not even I'm not even saying take it down, YouTube. I'm not begging YouTube. Look, I'm just saying don't. It's cringe. First of all, it's so cringe.
It's cringe. Yeah.
Second of all, you just look like a jackass. Come on, nobody looks at this and thinks, "Wow, Crowder's such a badass, dude."
Yeah.
He got a couple of his friends to lightly kneel on him and tries to pass it off as if it's George Floyd. So we're going to watch a little bit of this.
Yeah, let's watch a little bit of it.
But
And
before we do,
yeah.
hang on now, Amish. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Do we have some?
I wanted to show you a few comparable thumbnails that I thought of. I thought Crowder, since he's doing this, I thought up next he's going to be trying to fly planes into a residential building and to prove 9/11 wasn't a hoax. So I thought this might be his next thumbnail. Well, tell me what you think.
Hoax? Yeah, of course. He's such a psycho.
But then that was
It's
made
so
up.
crazy.
That was photoshopped by me. But then I found some ones that were real. So there's a time that Crowder waterboarded himself. So he does this all the time. So he got himself waterboarded to prove that waterboard wasn't torture, but then he only lasted 23 seconds. So he said, "This isn't torture. Waterboard me." And by the way, if you set it up to where you have a dead man switch, it's not real torture.
It's not. No.
Because torture is where you don't have.
So he only lasted 23 seconds.
So Crowder
waterboard.
sets this up, and this is just like where I'm just like, oh, dude, how's anyone
Can we
watching
watch
this?
that one? Should we watch that? Can we see how 23 seconds? Like what? Does he get up and he's like, "Oh my god, that's terrible," or does he say, "You pussies"?
No, he
What?
like jokes. He's like, "Hi, your mom." But it's like, okay, but you are giving up though. Okay, but I thought this one was funny. He did Epstein. He tested out Epstein's murder with a rope.
That's funny.
It's got kind of funny, dude. You gotta admit, that's good fun. That's a good one.
No, the issue is only the that he has this strong political opinion behind all these. This one is the correct one. I do happen to agree with him on this one. So actually, I don't mind this one. It's fine. The other two are like very like, why do you want to make this joke? You know, that's almost like we don't even have to get into the joke. It's like, why do you want to do this thumbnail?
Well,
why do you want to go?
You're at this point, you're baiting some kind of a YouTube ban. You're baiting it.
He wants to get banned so bad, but he has been. Things get taken off, and he loves it, dude. That's how they get all their credibility. I mean, through the whole thing, he's like,
just like with Epstein.
Trump's getting Biden stealing the vote.
Although, YouTube's credit, they haven't taken it down. They're like, dude, we just rock and roll.
I find for every 3 videos he puts on Stop the Steal, he puts a video, and I don't watch them, but he does have videos up saying like, they took my video down. Like he does have those live streams too, where he's like, YouTube censored me. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
It's like, guy.
That's part of being conservatives. You got to complain about. Yeah.
You got to complain about that. And the biggest argument against this, like banning people, like the biggest argument against or for canceling people, is these bloody conservatives, man. It's him. It's Trump. Like only when you go that far does the media organization say, "Okay, we gotta ban you now," and then you are the example of the one getting banned. So you have become.
This is guys. You got to admit, this is a rough look. This is not the look you want. You don't want the death that sparked the BLM protests. You don't want that to be you want to make a mockery of it. Like what's the idea here? And then like they have like fake mustaches on. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's real rude.
And then people were saying, let me know what you think. They're saying that the cop that's leaning on Crowder isn't even putting his full weight on Crowder's neck.
No, he's leaning on both of his knees. It's not the same.
As like, so let's go to this. Like, this is the guy's actually pushing all his weight on the neck. Yeah. And then this one is like, hey, I'm just going to kind of lean back here. What do you guys think about this? Let's see what the people say. Do y'all think this is kosher? I'm saying this is too far.
Very inappropriate, man. Very inappropriate. I mean, why do you want to do this? He's so hateful. He lives in, but this is again why I'm saying like, it is like a mental illness. Like he can't help it. He's just fighting all the time. Gavin McInnes was like this too. I remember I did Gavin McInnes' show. I'm on it. He's like fighting with me. People would call him, dude. When I did Gavin's show in New York, this is right after he was on Vice. So Gavin McInnes is the creator of Vice. Now, and then he went on to create the Proud Boys and all this shit. But before he did any of that stuff, like when he first had Vice, me and a bunch of comics from Toronto did his show when we were in New York. And even on that,
you did Gavin McInnes?
Yeah. It was before. I didn't know.
Done.
It was before.
It's over.
It was before, dude.
Pull out the hook.
It was before. Hey.
Buy a meat. I'm just.
Yeah, kidding. I gotta hit the washroom. I gotta.
Go ahead, dude. Get out of here.
But no.
I'll talk to the people. I'll talk to the people. It's fine.
Yeah. Talk to them. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Love you all.
What's up, guys? How we doing here? What are the people saying right now? Let's read some super chats, huh? And then we'll put you guys on screen so you feel like a part of the gang here. Right? Okay. Steven should have taken a large dose of fentanyl before to really recreate this scenario. Yeah, dude, that's the thing I'm saying. He rigs it. He rigs it in his favor. Brayen, $2. Are these streams re-uploaded? I am behind. Lol. Yes, they are. George Neves, $4.99. What the heck, YT? I didn't get a notification. Hello to the congregation. What's up, man? Here's Johnny. Thanks, man. Diligent Dabber, I got to keep the show spontaneous. Taking a dab for every time you guys say politics. Tell me about your weirdest dreams. Tangent initiated. Peace. Sorry, dude. Amish isn't here right now. What are people saying? Stop hating. Yo, my dudes. Stop hating. Way too far, WTF. He's just doing it for clout. Incredibly tasteless. Get the boot out of your mouth. LMAO. Guys, look, you can't have it one way or the other. We go on both people. Chill, you know? Shred, please shred on the pentatonic scale. What if we just like play some chill jazz music over Steven Crowder getting choked out? Let's do it. Why not? Come on, guys. Let's go.
a little bit? Can you breathe?
Yeah, no,
just
I
fine?
can talk to you. I have more of a spasm in my neck because my neck's been sore for a couple of days.
Okay.
Like I said, what really hurts is my left shoulder just because of a nagging shoulder injury, and the fact that Tokunawan put the cuffs on my forearms, not on my wrist.
Again, he did that?
Yeah, he put them on perpendicular
He did it on
to
purpose.
where my wrist goes as opposed to actually putting them. So he made it needlessly unpleasant. Thanks for that, Tokunawan.
Is this how he was cuffed then? Do we have it properly?
I think it was properly. Well, I think what he's saying
think
is
they
that
cuffed
his is
properly.
worse. Yeah,
I think
Stevens
they
is
cuffed
worse.
Floyd properly. I think that I have producers, not police officers, cuffing
Right.
me here today.
Now the knee
You
right
do
now.
sound strained though, which would have.
Oh,
I
God,
think
no,
affect
Dave.
We were playing some jazz to go along with Steven Crowder getting choked out here, or whatever. He's a weird fellow. I mean,
it is anger management. I mean, they
you
got
don't
issues. They
need
got
to
anger
do
management
this
issues.
to get clicks. I mean, I see it as like this is desperate to get clicks.
So desperate, dude. He's been doing Stop the Steal too.
You
Like, he had
really
to get-
could. I mean, like honestly, this is a lot like just going and be like, can we melt steel beams to prove that 9/11 was or wasn't a hoax?
Yeah.
Like it is a lot like that.
It reminds me of that Human Giant sketch where the guy cut his own penis off to become viral. He's like, hey YouTube, I'm here. I'm gonna cut my own penis off, and he's like, ah! Like he just cuts it off on YouTube, and he goes viral. Have you seen that sketch? It's
I
so
don't know
funny.
if
on
it's
Human
quite
Giant.
like that, but
Just socially, it feels like anything to get the hits, anything to go viral. But that's to one side. I do feel like he believes in things like this too, though. No, Steven? I mean, do you not think that he believes in this and he thinks America's under attack and I have to say something? That's what I mean.
I don't know what Crowder believes. I don't know what drives someone to make a thumbnail like that.
Thumbnail and
I mean, you got to make a fire thumbnail. I get it. I do understand that need, but that's too. There is such a thing as too hot. You went too hot. And you know what? If Crowder changed it, I think he'd be fine. Well, actually,
So
the
you
whole
think the
video.
rest of-
No, the whole video
video,
is
like, the
no,
premise of the
no.
video is incorrect.
The premise
I
of the
mean,
video is incorrect. You're right. You're totally.
It's not right.
I take it back. You're absolutely right.
Incorrect. And
And also, it's so insulting that he rigged it to not be accurate. That's what I hate the most. If he had really had the guy like pressing the knee in his neck, I'd be like, well, at least he did it for science. I mean, it's not right, but at least he did it for science. But he doesn't even try. Look, that's what I found with the Epstein thing too, actually. So he does this thing where he's supposed to test the neck thing, the neck hypothesis. I don't know what that is, but it's like a thing. He puts on a neck brace beforehand. That's cheating. You can't put on a neck brace to prove that the neck thing doesn't work.
Well, at least with that one, it's like obvious. It's like silly. With this one,
No, but he's actually trying to prove something in both. That's what you have to understand.
He is, eh? He is.
Yes.
Because the
So
way
you have to do it fair. You have to play it fair if you're going to do it. You can't
if you're gonna
rig
do
it
it,
all
play it
to be
fair.
easier for you and then make a big social point because that
Right.
doesn't work. And that would
he's
be
chosen what his point is in advance, though. Because if he did it fair, then he would come out of these situations and say, "Hey, what we're doing is wrong."
yeah. Look, dude, look at
He
this.
doesn't want to say that. That's the problem.
199. Tim Kennedy waterboarded himself too. Are you serious, dude? What's up with all these guys waterboarding themselves?
AA? Who's Tim Kennedy? Is he a YouTuber?
I think he's like a Navy SEAL or something.
Oh, right,
Darren Nevarez, I think it's too far and unfunny. George Gregory Smith, I agree, by the way. Yas Daddy, okay. AA, Steve Between Us, we love Amish too.
Thank you. George
Thank you.
999 was too far. I mean, he knew what he was doing. He
Yes.
just wanted to cause a scene, and people
Yes.
talk about him. Yeah.
It's gross. Blake Stone, toxicologist, testified today that he might not have OD'd. Right, that was a big concern. Did he? Bro, what?
Yeah. No, the scary thing about this trial, though, is, and I saw Tim Pool make this point, and I know he's conservative, whatever, but Tim Pool made this point where he's like, everyone in the mainstream is acting like Chauvin's gonna lose. This is a done deal, and I did see one clip where someone was like, "Hey, just chill out. I hope he does. I hope he gets convicted, but it's not looking so good. Like they're having a hard time in the trial, but everyone's reporting on it like it's a done deal."
Just so everyone knows.
Yeah.
And this is a known fact.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't want to. I've heard it before. It's not a known fact. What am I saying? Not a known fact.
Okay.
I've just heard this before. And tell me if you guys have heard this too. Juries are incredibly sympathetic to cops, overwhelmingly. And it's always hard to get cops on anything, no matter what they did, because juries, for whatever reason, they're like, well, they're cops, so they make mistakes, whatever. And they have a hard time like hitting them with the heavy stuff. I don't know if that's true. Why that? I mean, I'm just telling you guys what I've heard.
It makes sense because you have a bias. Let's say you're coming in from a middle class household, right? You're going into this case. The cop is middle class. You identify with them. You relate to them. Whatever. The other person, I don't know what their background is and how they're taught. Like, you just might not relate to them. So I think that totally makes sense, man. And I've heard similar things. The other thing that this Tim Pool was saying, that the burden of proof is kind of on the other side. Like, and look, I know I'm so hazy on the facts on this, but it's like what he was saying, that is the George Floyd side is a way harder case. And that's one thing that nobody's talking about. It's actually a way harder case to prove that it was excessive force. Because think about what, like, he's just going through the details of it. He's like, I hope the cop gets booked on this. Like, I hope the cop loses this case. But it is extremely difficult to prove excessive force because it's just too complicated. It's like subjective a little bit. That's kind of what he was saying. And the burden of proof is on the other side. So I don't know. I hope.
Here's the thing.
I hope that George Floyd wins. Yeah.
I also hope it goes against Chauvin, but I think also, even if you don't know anything about the case, you should be against. I mean, dude, if the cop gets off, pandemonium. It's gonna be a nightmare.
It might be.
We need Chauvin to take one for the team. Chauvin,
yeah.
Have a little time, right? You probably put some people away for the wrong reasons. Now it's your turn.
He's vicious, man.
Go away.
I mean, his wife,
you probably did it anyways. Go away.
Yeah.
Take one for your country.
Yeah, 100%, man. And Crowder, what are you thinking, man? Cops are not on his side. Like, cops, I've seen so many cops that are generally pro-cop have come out against the George Floyd one, where they're like, no,
everybody was united in this. That's why I don't like when then like Crowder's out there being like, look, it wasn't that bad. It is bad. You can't do that. And you can't fake a thing and then say, I proved it with science. No, you didn't. You did a spectacle stunt to get virality and outrage.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's like there's two sides of this. One is you shouldn't want to do this. Two is do it right. If you're going to do it, let the guy put his weight on your neck and see how it feels. And then whatever. But they're all terrified of him, man. They'll never do it. They're all like, it's such a garbage show, dude. Now they do these racist jokes on it. They do so much racist, like, and I'm not talking about like, I'm exaggerating racist. Like, it's pretty intense. And then they all just like joke around with him about it. I saw Abin Preach do a good clip about it. And they're just talking about like, it's just racist. Like, I mean, yeah.
Super Jello. What team? They're freaking out about my thing about take one for the team. What team? Dude, I love chat, man. Chat
the
is
white man, the white man.
Stop entertaining, dude.
That's so funny, dude. That's almost like my bad. I should have caught that one.
That's so
like,
great.
What team, Steven? What team are you?
I think he means the Democrats team. Are you joking? Guys, relax. Yes, I'm nothing we say here is serious.
No, but that is an honest mistake. I mean, yeah, you said take one. It's just a funny coincidence.
No, I mean it. Take one for the team, Chauvin.
Yeah, take one for the team. That's hilarious.
Take it.
But it's not. It's like you don't mean it like whatever. You don't.
Or
mean
do
like
I? Or do I?
You don't.
What? Here's one thing I hate about the internet. There's no such thing as like being sarcastic without having to explicitly everything has to be explicitly labeled now. There's no such thing as any subtext, context, giving your audience the benefit of the doubt. All it is like, I must tell you guys all the time, hey, that was a joke.
Yeah.
That was serious.
Yeah.
Hey, I respect you guys. Sorry for doing it.
Look, I'll say this though. The biggest reason why that looks bad is again because of people like Steven Crowder. This guy, like, think about all the people that had legitimate concerns about like freedom of speech or whatever. And then they're like, hey, you got to let people have freedom of speech. It's only with Trump, with Crowder, with these psychos that you go, you know what? Maybe we got to curtail the freedom of speech a little bit. Like, people have made good point. Like, even with Trump, people that are against.
You watch it with freedom of speech. I will criticize Crowder as much as the next guy.
Right.
But look, you have the right. You had your God-given right to be a jackass. Okay, that's what I believe.
And Crowder doesn't matter that much. But dude, Trump, people are saying like, And I don't agree with it either. It's like, leave him on Twitter, right? That's what I honestly felt like. But people are saying, like, it's just
What's up with your people are saying? What team, Amish? What team is saying it?
I'm saying, okay. I'm saying even down to Republicans, where Republicans are like, holy shit, if they didn't take him off Twitter, we'd be so screwed. He would be running this whole party still. But because they took him off Twitter, now we get a little break. We can, like, they needed the help, dude. They couldn't do it on their own, the Republicans. They couldn't get rid of him. They were kissing his ass. They were like, it's too much. But then they're
you think the
like,
Republicans were like, hey, we'll put the First Amendment away for a little while while you take Trump off?
I think the Republicans just got a benefit out of it. And life is complicated, and sometimes these things happen where you're against, like, I'm against it too, dude. I'm not into, like, canceling people. I do agree with freedom of speech, all of that. The biggest arguments, though, against freedom of speech are psychos like this guy. And the very people who are like, we got to protect freedom of speech, they're the ones who make freedom of speech go away, because it's like they cross the line so hard that I can.
I see.
That's all I'm saying. But I agree with you. Like, I don't want it. Yeah.
I agree. Opinion on Tim Pool. Let's get off this.
Yeah.
What do you think about Tim Pool? I think we've probably talked about this before, but what do you think?
I don't think we talked about Tim Pool yet. I think he's.
Thanks for the super chat, AA.
Thanks, buddy. He's killing it. He's a little biased. You know, he's no Ben Shapiro. He's no Steven Crowder as far as, like, being inappropriate. Like, I think he always toes the line of, like, he's on the truthful side. But maybe I haven't seen everything you've seen. I find Tim Pool stays on the truthful side. It's just you're only covering the things where left-wing people look bad, and you're kind of you don't want to cover the things where right-wing people look bad. That's my only criticism of Tim Pool. But other than that, I don't know. But maybe I haven't seen shit. What have you seen?
I mean, like, no, Tim Pool's Tim Pool for the most part. My problem with Tim Pool is that he turned from, like, a legit journalist to, I mean, I don't know.
The money's in picking a team, though. That's the scary thing.
He just, like, I don't like how he's like, I'm a classical liberal, and then all of his videos are about, like, owning the libs. That's just so funny to me.
It's too much. It's like,
well,
man.
It's fine. Just admit you're conservative, and that's fine. But then his thing seems to be like, I'm a liberal. But then you look at any of his videos, and it's like, wait, but you're not, though. Which is fine. That's fine. Just say who you are. If you're a political commentator who all your videos are like, Trump destroys blah blah blah, like, just like, we got to look at the Tim Pool grift, dude. Tim Pool. I think Tim Pool is one of the top grifters, but
I think Jordan Peterson, same thing.
But
I think Gavin
McInnes,
they all do it.
Jordan Peterson's fine, dude.
But no, I'm just saying he's conservative.
A lot of these, dude. Honestly, a lot of these guys are fine. They just go too far.
Yeah. And dude, nothing.
By the way,
again,
I mean fine in terms of, like, look, guys. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
People have different opinions. 50% of the country, like, agrees with all these guys, which is fine.
Yeah.
And 50% of the country believes, like, well,
is it?
I was going to straw man a little
like
bit, but I was going to say believes Karl Marx wrote the Bible, but that's a straw man. That's a straw man.
I'd say that's the 20% extreme on both sides. You're going to get an extreme and they've taken over the online conversation. So you have an extreme right wing on one side that is into what, you know, like Crowder even is saying. That's where he gets his hits because they're all consistent and loyal. On the other side, you have a 20% that thinks Karl Marx is God. Like, they think, you know, they are into, like, stuff like that, but they don't represent us.
Look at this.
Most of us are in the middle, and we don't agree with that. Look at this. Very reasonable.
GOP rep says vaccine passport may be Joe Biden's mark of the beast. What is that title, Tim?
Okay, but Stephen, in his defense, if that's Marjorie Taylor Greene,
Biden lies about illegal immigration in first press event. Biden planned massive New Deal type overhaul. CNN accused of running staged videos of illegal immigrants. I mean, this is a conservative channel. If you want to do that, it's fine. Call it what it is. My only problem with Tim Pool, again, call it what it is. And he used to be like a guy who actually goes out and, like, does journalism, and now he's just it's like 7 videos a day.
That's the cynicism, right? Like, I do feel like Crowder has a bit of that too, where it's like half he believes it, and then half he's like, okay, this will get him excited.
All these guys though are that way though, like on both sides.
Yeah.
This is part of the.
Oh, you're saying grift, right? You know, one thing I always forget about the people that you cover, that we talk about a lot, they're called con men, right? Confidence is the key word. And You know,
Yeah.
you look at Alex Jones, and he's so confident. Like, you're listening to him, he's like, it's the end of the world coming. Biden's gonna ruin everything. This guy, like, Crowder has that, Gavin McInnes has that. Confidence is something that, even when someone says someone's a con man, I almost forget about the confidence, the full word, because it's almost like
that's the secret.
It's like the biggest.
That's the secret sauce. Yes.
Yeah.
That's why people fall for them. Humans are designed to just glaze over when they see a confident man. They say, "Hey, I don't know what that guy's got, but I want it." Because most people are scared, frightened, uncertain, unsure. That's the natural state of humans. So when we see someone confident come along and say, "I got it figured out," we just go, "Oops, I'm going with this idiot now." And in some ways, we don't really even care if they're wrong. We just want to feel like we're going the right direction. Floritar, $5. Hot take that's verifiable. Everyone that is featured in PragerU is a grifter. Yeah, dude, that's actually like that's like the lefty mark of the beast is PragerU, by the way.
But don't say lefty mark of the beast, though. They're psychos, no? You don't think that they do propaganda shit? What is
no,
this
I just think it's funny because everyone has like a mark of the beast. Like every side has like a who would Republicans be? Who's like the Republican version of that?
I would say the left-wing mark of the beast, I would call it vaccines. Because there is this left-wing like anti-vaxxer shit where like somehow the new age natural stuff got into anti-vaxxing on the left.
No, everybody actually both parties have really done well with anti-vax. They really it's a equal adoption of anti-science. Absolutely.
100%, right? Like they both adopt it, but then I would almost say PragerU is a legitimate issue. Like, I mean, they're passing themselves out of the university, and even the way that they sell some of the beautiful teachings in the Bible, I don't think they're accurate. I'm not a scholar, obviously, but there's many Christian theologians that would say like this is not like you're not teaching the real thing here.
Yeah, there's just kind of a YouTube channel though, right? Like they're just like they get a bunch of stuff wrong. I just think a ton of people get stuff wrong. What's interesting to me is like when people focus on one type of person to be like, this is the cause of the problems. So like I guess not the equivalent, but like so Democrats do this too with like the Koch brothers. They say the Koch brothers are the problem. And then conservatives do it with George Soros and who's the guy who wrote Rules for Radicals? Saul Alinsky. Like Rules for Radicals, they go, hey, that's a Saul Alinsky book. He's a Saul Alinsky follower. So he must be, he's basically like a devil, right?
Fine.
My point is that in all these cases, essentially what they're saying is these guys have bad ideas. But they're saying they have bad ideas and that everyone believes them, and that's the problem, is that so many people have been deceived by the devil.
By the devil.
And it's like, okay.
But can I ask you this though? What did George Soros ever do? What did he do that was really like? It seems like the stuff on him is like pretty nonsensical.
Bro, I read Rules for Radicals. I don't see the big deal. Have you read Rules for Radicals? All these like my dad back in the day, super conservative. Like super conservative.
Of course, dude, just like my mom.
He used to tell me like Obama was like a student of Saul Alinsky and stuff.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay, fine.
And like
yeah, and then you go read it. You're like, what's the big deal?
Well, I mean, look, it's a little bit Machiavelli. I mean, the guy's like achieve change by any means possible.
Okay.
But I was sort of expecting, something much worse.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like, okay.
What's the big deal? I mean,
what I'm saying is the straw men in people's heads are usually bigger than what they actually are in real life.
100%, yeah.
So if we watch a PragerU video, it's probably going to be like, I don't know. When's the last time you watched a PragerU video? I don't think I've ever seen their channel recommended to me.
Oh, dude, they have like.
Do they get a lot of hits?
Are actually very well made. They do get, they're growing. They're pretty big channel. Last time I saw.
Let's see what PragerU's
like
got, boys.
Right wing propaganda. Hard right wing propaganda.
Let's check it out.
Check it out.
5-minute videos. Follow the science. 1.1 million views. Okay, they are getting hits. I will admit.
They're getting hits.
Okay, let's see.
Now this is gonna be so reasonable, and now I'm gonna look like an asshole.
Yeah, what if it is? Guys, we don't know what we're talking about. Just to clarify. By the way, what do you think about calling things university? Is that too far?
Oh, dude. Okay, this is what I mean with PragerU, dude. They're they're calling themselves a university. They are okay. I don't mind that they're a religious university, but they're pushing like this oil.
Are they a university? They're not. So then don't call yourself a university.
They've officially called themselves a university.
Are they accredited?
I feel like that paperwork is all done. I don't know though. Right now,
they're probably not, dude. No, actually, I had a similar problem with the School of Life. There's this channel, like philosophy channel called the School of Life.
Yeah.
I kind of get offended when I'm like, that's too much of a title. It's too much.
I mean, school is generic, dude. Prager University. And
that's what I'm, no, but I'm saying in both cases, it's like you've assumed too much for yourself. That it's like it's too hard for you to live up to yourself. So maybe don't call yourself that. Trump University is the same way. If you're not a university, don't call yourself a university, probably. But then there are other people. I think Jason Calcanis has something like Startup University or something like that. And he's legit. I mean, he's like super legit. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's watch.
I'm an astrophysicist at a major university. Science is my life. But when I hear somebody somberly intone, "Science says," or "follow the science," I get very nervous. Science doesn't belong to any ideology. Science is the never-ending search for new knowledge. That's what science means in Latin, by the way. Knowledge. Not wisdom, not morality, not social policy. Knowledge. What we do with that knowledge is where wisdom, morality, and social policy enter the picture. Knowledge.
Watch.
What do you think of this so far?
It's so generic, it doesn't mean anything, but it's... I promise you, I know exactly where this is going. This is going to go, at some point, he's going to say, if you're a woman, go home and make a child, or else you've thrown your life in the garbage. And if you are a Muslim, then that is not the correct teachings. And why don't you
Let's watch, dude. Let's watch. How is it easier to make you sit down and watch an Alex Jones video than PragerU? Why?
Let's watch it.
Knowledge, it turns out, isn't so easy to come by. And sometimes what we think we know for certain, the Earth sure does look flat when we're standing on it, turns out not to be so certain.
Thank you.
Of course I trust in basic scientific truths, those things for which there is overwhelming evidence, like, say, gravity, even that humans play a role in the warming of the planet. But scientists, even the best ones, can get things wrong.
Wow, Amish?
Progressive. Humans
the
are
brilliant
playing a role
astrophysicist Sir Fred Hoyle believed the universe existed in a steady state forever and had no beginning. But his view, once held sacrosanct by all astrophysicists, no longer holds. It's been superseded by the Big Bang theory that the universe had a beginning and is still expanding. In the 20th century, some of the most respected scientists in the world, including Nobel Prize winners, believed in eugenics, the reprehensible idea that the human race could be improved by selective breeding. The National Academy of Sciences, the American Medical Association, and the Rockefeller Foundation supported it. By the middle of the century, it had been thoroughly rejected as quackery. No reputable scientist would have anything to do with this idea. So, we all need to get over this notion that just because someone, be it a politician, a bureaucrat, or even a scientist...
Okay, what's their point here?
Get to the point. It's going to be something like immigrants shouldn't be allowed here.
No, it's not.
Not immigrants. They usually do. They go hard on women. I find they tell women like they'll have videos saying like birth control, like that ruined your life or something. Like they'll have some shit like that, or they'll do.
Bro, I don't actually think this is that bad, dude.
Islam
this video is like fine.
Let's see what. Well, so far it's said nothing though, but let's see.
But no, it's. I mean, get it to. No, they're making a point. It's just not a political point, to my understanding.
Knowledge is not the same as wisdom. As the saying goes, knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad. So let's continue to look to science for knowledge. Knowledge we can use to improve the world. But let's not fool ourselves that science has all the answers to all our problems. It doesn't. That's one bit of wisdom this scientist can give you.
That's it?
I'm Brian Keating, professor of physics at the University of California, San Diego.
Bro, that was fine.
That was so
That was fine.
It's meaningless. I mean, it doesn't matter.
No, but
it's like a setup. Sometimes
can we find a different? Give me a different one, okay? You said they're the devil.
But Steven,
so
the whole point. I didn't say they're devil. The whole point of that video, though, is to say, hey, science isn't everything. Now they have a general political ideology. They don't have to say everything they believe in that one video. In that one video, they're saying science isn't everything, and then in another video, you can find a video that says, you know,
just admit that video is not bad. It's fine for a channel you don't like to produce a good video. Yeah. I mean, it's not even good. You don't even say it's good.
It is. I do think their production value and stuff is good. Like I'm not one of those people, but they also have stuff where they just where they do say like Islam is a violent religion and it's incompatible.
Did they actually
with
say
us.
that?
I mean, look, you're pulling it up during the show. I can't think of exactly which video that is, but I'm pretty sure.
Yo, can we get a real? Can we try to get a good demonstration of what we're talking about? I feel like we need to watch like a 6-hour BreadTube video right now.
That was actually fine. You're right. Like he didn't say anything in there. That was.
What is it? I'm sure.
Huh? Maybe.
We have like Amish like next episode. He's like, I love PragerU.
Well, just put in PragerU Muslim. Let's see what happens.
Okay, sweet, dude. I agree with this.
Let's go for the jugular. Let's go for the real shit.
100% agree with this.
Is Islam a piece? Oh yeah, here you go.
All right, here we go.
Where are the moderate Muslims? Okay.
I was raised a practicing Muslim and remained one for almost half my life. I attended madrasas.
You know who
that
she
is.
No.
She was like severely oppressed by Muslims basically, and now she kind of speaks out on it. So she actually she has a personal story that I guess is not going to be, but yeah, no, let's watch it. I don't.
I don't want to. It makes me uncomfortable.
Right? It says
This makes.
Hey man, I'm not downplaying her experience, right? But like this is what they do a little bit. Like they find people who they have a very strong political agenda. You can see it in their general video.
Right.
That person you played with.
And everyone who makes politics does though.
No, but theirs are like kind of hateful. They're like Stephen
No,
Crowder.
okay. Here's the
I feel
thing.
like Crowder has been on.
Okay, fair
Crowder
enough.
has like
fair
videos
enough.
on here.
Fair enough. I do agree. This makes me deeply unsettled.
I mean,
so you think this is the propaganda element? You think they slipped to science and then they hit you with the Muslims aren't peaceful?
Yeah, for sure. And here's the thing. That opinion is very enticing. Like I've seen a lot of evidence for that, but it's I don't think it's true at all. I mean, it's not true. I mean, every religion has a side of it that will tend towards that. And if economically, I mean, you look
Dude,
at
I lived in Qatar for like 5 months.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it. Some of the nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah, and dude, the Americans
Big
and the
fan.
Brits have been funding fundamentalist Islam for years. We're talking about and this is not me making it up. This is like out in the open. CIA has admitted it. Like it's out in the open. They're funding it. So imagine people were funding.
Well, why don't people do stories about that?
Well, Curtis LeMay just came out with a great documentary, but it's too boring. Nobody likes it. So maybe I got to do one on my channel. Yeah, By the way, I'm almost done my next video. But that
are you behind?
You're right, dude. I think I'm 2 videos behind right now.
Oh my gosh, we need punishments for you.
No, what's this punishment, dude? You want to get a watch, don't you? Want to get the little watch that you want?
I already have it.
Who has been righteous? Someone said, I love Islam. AA.
I'm going to send this to you, and we're going to have you put this on. Anytime you've been bad, I'm going to remotely zap you.
AA 199 pounds says, I love Islam, heart. Thanks, Habibi. Alain de Botton is okay. AA, another 199. This AA guy, he's wholesaling, dude. He's doing these 199, and then he's just throwing it out there. Very smart, actually. Very smart, dude. AA. Another 199. School of Life. I love that channel. Chill, Steven. Hey, have respect.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but those guys are not going to come up with some hateful shit like these guys. That is, like the School of Life people, they have their opinions.
So
and
in general,
yeah,
I have an issue, and this is across the board. I've chilled out about it because I've realized, look, this is just my opinion. Okay. So I'm not trying to make this a state. I'm not trying to say you should feel this way. From the get, I've been annoyed by people who call themselves a philosophy channel and then reduce philosophy to like 8 minutes segments and go, this is what you need to know about XYZ. Like, this is what you need to know about Nietzsche. This is what you need to know about Sadie. This is what you need to... I just find it disrespectful. It's like being like 4 minutes, everything you need to know about Shakespeare. It's like, okay, you can't do that. That's illegal. Don't do that. In general, and this is my problem with Think YouTube, which I'm a part of and I've been a part of, and I have a problem with my own content with this.
Right.
Back when I was doing Coffee Break, was the pressures of the algorithm push you to make reductive content when actually you should be making educational content, but YouTube doesn't want that. So I realized, I expanded my mind and realized it's not the fault of Alain de Botton that he's making simple content. He's making it because that's how you make a living on YouTube. Yeah. School of Life made an awful video calling religious people stupid. Yeah, that's roughly correct. I also hold that against him.
No, that's rude. That's rude.
But actually, I find a lot of like, I've seen a lot of atheist types pull up against Islam too. They hold a lot of this hateful stuff too.
They do. Sam Harris even. Baba Sam Harish. Baba Sam Harish even has said some awful things.
Waking Up app has some bad takes about Islam. Let me tell you that.
Not in the app. I'll say this. In the ashram, in the Waking Up ashram, they have not said anything like this, Stephen. They've only teaching meditations and they have some interviews, whatever. But on his YouTube, I've seen, not on his YouTube. I mean, I've seen speeches of his, and I think they're ignorant, man. I mean, look, dude, I used to think like that too, because I'm Hindu. I grew up with a lot of family, like further family, just telling me like, Amish, these Muslims are taking Europe. Basically, the Muslims are coming. They have 8 children, and you won't have. You got a dog? How it look in community? Whole community talking. Muslim, and you know what they call? They don't even call them. They don't call them Muslim. You know what they call them in India? They call them Musalman. They don't even call them like Muslim. They call them Musalman. They're paying their boys to like convert Christian and Hindu girls, and bring them into the. I mean, it's let's just say a step in the wrong direction, because most people don't care about that. But when you bring it up all the time, people do start caring about it. That's the crazy thing. Polarization isn't black and white. It's like a step towards this or a step towards this. So every time you say shit, it makes it worse. And then they're gonna, people get defensive. So they say, hey man, I didn't do anything. But you know what? Since they're talking shit, I don't want to talk to them either. And you go further and further. It's a tragedy. It's tragic. I mean, and it happens with that. And that's why I feel like hard conservatives here, like religious conservatives, they're actually the same in every religion. Because if you talk to them, no matter what religion you're in, you talk to them, and they have very similar views. You just take out, like, my religion is the enemy, and you change it to their religion is the enemy. And they believe in these things, like, oh, they're all built like this, and they're all going to come in to get us and whatever. And they're trying to teach that to another generation.
You're saying it's more like a tribal instinct. It's like an in-group instinct, maybe.
Yeah. It's like a tribalism versus, I guess, multiculturalism. People do it, and people within Islam and outside of it. Obviously, outside of Islam, there's a lot of people doing it towards them, but they do it too, man. I mean, I've been to stuff like their events where people are like, "You should cabbage Amish as a punishment." Cabbage?
No, I was talking about alt-right pipeline. I was lolling at the alt-right.
Right, lolling at the alt-right pipeline. Yeah, I mean, it is like we are influenced by people, and we said this before. The culture, we are in culture like a fish is in water. The fish is in water. If it slowly gets hotter and hotter, it doesn't notice it. So we too, we're in a culture where like we love our family, and then people in our family start telling us like, these people are all a certain way. We want to believe it almost to respect them.
Well, here's what I was telling you before the show.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this, about like how culture is like water, whatever. You just don't notice it. And I was telling you, $4.99 Amish spitting facts, straight up.
Thanks, baby.
I was telling you, one thing I've noticed is that, when everyone dresses the same way, you don't notice it. And I feel like that's true about culture, like in just ideology. And one thing that I always am refreshed by is when someone shows up to the party wearing something goofy. I like it. As long as it's not hurting anybody. I like when somebody shows up standing out with their own beliefs. That's one of the things that makes me love Alex Jones, despite all the wacky stuff he says. He just is who he is. And we need more of people being who they are 100%. If you're 100% some, psycho right-winger or psycho left-winger, it's okay. Be who you are, but don't feel like you have to get everybody on your team. Just be who you are, and that's okay. You can have a seat in the congregation.
Yeah. And, be open to other people, like be in your community, and slowly people will talk, and people will come over. I feel like you don't have to,
but they don't need to. But if they don't, it's fine. It's fine. As long as you're not hurting anybody, just be nice to other people. It's fine.
I've seen even my family, like I remember I had this guy, we knew this guy, he basically became like an incel. I mean, he's getting into it, he's talking about whatever, and some people yelled at him, and I've always just been kind of like, like, what do you really want to get into that? People talk about Socratic questioning, and they basically say, like, if someone's caught up in like a certain ideology and it's a negative belief or whatever, you can't tell them that they're wrong. You can only ask them questions that'll make them question their own shit. So, and like, you're not going to get that's another thing too, is that they'll never, because the thing about confronting and being like, you're wrong and you should admit it, people will never admit it. And in fact, you're going to push them further into their thing. So better to say, hey, everyone's welcome, come hang out, whatever. As soon as you mess with other people, we're not going to allow that.
Yes.
But, come hang out, talk, whatever. And you just have to trust that they're going to have the chit chat with someone and they're going to be like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't think like that. It's negative. And God is great.
And God is great, dude. But the drip really avoid actual truths and pretend the West doesn't egg on Muslims and in their own backyard.
Yeah, they do. No,
what are you talking about?
That's we're not pretending that's not happening. The Americans do it, man. The Curtis LeMay documentary, dude. He has footage of like American presidents going to the Middle East and being like, we're gonna back these guys and we're gonna overthrow this government. Like, it's out in the open. When the Brits first ended their, like, when World War II ended, people looked at the Middle East as like, they didn't even look at them as like having their own. They looked at it as like, okay, what do we do with your empire? Like, okay, you're allowed to have this country. We want these guys in charge. There's a great clip where he's showing basically a bunch of British people in Iraq, and they had this middle class society in Iraq running Baghdad. Like, they were smart, educated, whatever. And these people went from England and they said, you know what? We're going to fund all the people around them because they don't believe in God enough. So they started funding people outside of them, and those, like, just giving them weapons, giving them money. Yeah, I mean, I'll send you the clips. It's in the Curtis LeMay documentary. It's an incredible documentary, dude. It's really boring.
Hey, listen, I'm one of those people. I watch a documentary, I feel like I know everything about it.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, man.
Dude,
I sent the clips to my friend.
There's levels of education, and at the highest is a guy who's watched a documentary once.
I've watched it twice or 3 times.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, no.
BF, is the vaccine legit? Well, I got it.
Yeah, Steven looks great.
And look at my cell phone reception, dude. 5G bars.
Dude, you haven't yawned once. This vaccine is fucking fantastic. You know what?
Dude, it's got me hyped up right now.
You're hyped, dude. This is like, you're on cocaine. It's 11 o'clock.
Okay, don't say that.
Okay, no, let's not say that.
We have some history with that.
What? Oh, really? I didn't know.
No, not me. No, with what's his name accusing me of being on cocaine. What's his name? The swag man.
Really?
The swag man.
Swag said that. Yeah, that's right. No, you're not doing cocaine. Tell me, what time is it over there in Texas? What time is it here in the studio?
Texas is, dude, it's 10 o'clock. Bro, we got a little more time.
Oh, yeah, no.
Don't ditch the people right when it's getting good
I'm
here.
not ditching anything, dude.
What are people saying? Oh, people are talking about the alt-right pipeline. Okay, guys, if you are in the alt-right, tell me now, what's your current political ideology? I'm dying to know. Because what I've seen is everybody who is like in the alt-right pipeline, they go like hard left. And then I'm like, well, what have you done? What have you done? You ping-ponged. The key, true enlightenment is giving up on politics. But I don't know. Well, maybe, but don't let me influence you. Give me, honestly, you're like straight up. If you're hard left, tell me you're hard left.
Yeah, tell us.
But you only answer if you feel like you were in the pipeline. Stephen hasn't had a symptom since the common cold. They did try to cure the cold in 1971, but needs to control cure the corona and rhinovirus first. I'll link it. I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay, Andrew. I love when people just send us like, you basically read someone's conspiracy theory. I love that. Andrew, I don't know if that's true actually, but Andrew 499, Amish spitting facts. Thanks, Andrew. Huh.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, Andrew. North Pole Penguins, NZ $2. Steven, you should cabbage Amish as a punishment. Okay, what does cabbage mean?
We've already read that one, by the way. I don't know what he means by that.
AA19. Oh, yeah. I'm Muslim, but I love Christopher Hitchens. AA, that's a good comment, actually. That's very funny. Hey, man, that's the thing, right? We're complex. I love Christopher Hitchens, too. And he rips and dips, dude, openly. He's an
open rip and dip. Look, Hitchens, actually, speaking of Crowder, he got waterboarded. He said it's 100% torture.
Hello? Crowder's crazy, dude. You know, Hitchens
I love how Crowder's like, it's not that bad.
Crowder's
It is
a puss,
though.
dude. He is.
It
weak,
is.
Man. He's a weak human being. He's
No,
taking
well,
the easy
honestly,
way
that
out.
would demonstrate his strength in some kind of way. I mean, just to be
23
fair.
seconds though? Is 23 seconds you think is a lot?
I think Hitchens lasted 18. To be fair. But
Right.
people are saying they're hard left, dude. Let's see. Let's read these. I can't do a straw poll, guys, because too many people are going to answer who should not be part of the thing. I was alt-right, but now I'm social democrat now, pretty progressive. I'm not Dim or Repub. I hate both. I'm woke, dude. Woke. Based. I'm fairly left, used to be all right. That's what I'm telling you, dude. They just ping pong. I'm kind of hard left. Bro, yeah. And I bet they all watch BreadTube. You guys all watch BreadTube, don't you? Swear? Hey, if you do, put it in chat. Just say yes.
What's wrong with
I
BreadTube?
do it. I confess.
Okay, I'm such an idiot though. I've been saying Curtis LeMay this whole time. Curtis LeMay is, I think, a war general or something. It's Adam Curtis.
Oh,
The
Adam Curtis.
documentaries-
I know Adam Curtis. Bro,
Adam
his
Curtis,
docs are tight, but they are a bit boring.
They are boring, but dude, the third, fourth episode of this last series, dude, it's incredible.
I know.
And
I gotta
he
just
has-
sit down and watch it because I'm sure, dude.
So
It is kind of hypnotic after a certain amount of time, but you have to kind of stick with it. I'm basically hard left, hate both parties.
hate both parties.
Timpernese and cannabis give strains their flame. Diligent dabber, you sneaky dog. He's always telling us. He gives us he's such a fun guy. He's always giving us like cannabis facts. It's just so pleasant. We're talking about the alt-right pipeline, and he's like, let me tell you guys about mangoes, a mango flavor. The mango.
He's like, enough of this fighting, guys. You know, not enough fighting, but enough of the negativity. Dude, Diligent Dabber is diligent on his donations and his dabbing, and I appreciate it. Baby, Diligent Dabber, I need a poster. I need a flyer for a live show. I want to do a live show in the park, but we'll message you on Instagram. I'll message you on Instagram. But
look
he
at
made a
this.
piece of fan art for me.
I caught these guys bread-handed. I caught you bread-handed. I do watch BreadTube. Yes, you got me. RedTube, yes.
What's wrong with BreadTube? Let the ideas in. It's funny that over in Texas, that's like, I got you. In Canada, it's like, did you watch BreadTube?
Did you watch BreadTube today?
Well, everyone watches BreadTube. But over there, you're like, who's watching BreadTube?
No, it's just like, no, it's not. It's like, dude, who has time for
put your hand up.
all
now,
of them? They make
yourself.
5-hour theory videos, and it's like, I don't know. I can't get through a single video. I'm like, I want to know what you think, but by the time you get to your main argument, I'm like snoring.
Yeah,
I'm
they are
sorry.
complicated.
BreadTube needs to work on its presentation skills. I apologize.
Can we? I know some BreadTubers here in Toronto. There's this.
Do you really?
Someone named Mexi.
I'm mostly joking, guys. Just relax. The BreadTubes are gonna freak out. BreadTube is a hard left. I think they're hard. I listen, guys. See, I don't watch it. I fall asleep before I can get to the main point.
Right.
But a lot of it is like, Marxist theory, I guess. I don't know. I think bread's named after some book or I don't know.
I thought bread was like bread lines. I thought they were just being like, we're the tube that causes bread lines.
No, I think it's from
And
I heard it's from like a book. It's like a joke about a book.
Bread tube. Okay, so I know this girl named Mexi. She's here in Toronto, and my buddy Sam Feldman too. Sam Feldman is hitting like 20, 30,000 subs. I think Mexi has maybe Mexi's at 100,000, but they both are hard leftist over here in Toronto. And Mexi had this incredible video. We're talking 30 minutes. Like what you're saying, I can watch them, but I don't send them to people because I'm just like, it's 30 minutes of theoretical.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Like I send it to some.
Meanwhile, Crowder's over here getting a boot on his neck, and you're like, well, I gotta tune into that.
Let me share it. I'm sharing Crowder, but not Mexi. But no, Mexi's got a great video called "The Unpaid Labor of Women, Nature, and Animals," and it's basically a critique on capitalism.
Who is it?
Her name's Mexi, and I think she's a professor at U of T too. And we were in a sketch together for Sam Feldman, another one of my buddies who does stand-up comedy in Toronto, but he's also a big BreadTuber, big leftist. But she has a video called "The Unpaid Labor of Women, Nature, and Animals." And it's a critique on capitalism, and it's basically saying that capitalism doesn't work if you actually pay for all the labor,
bro.
And it's a lot. I can't send it to people, but I like it.
Yeah,
I do.
okay.
It's technically a good video, but this is a big issue, Stephen. I mean,
well, look, I just feel like here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever talked to these people in real life?
Yeah.
Like not like the cameras aren't rolling, but like that type of person.
I know what you mean, dude. I'm very conservative. My family's very.
No,
conservative.
no.
So you
I'm
just have
not
a
saying.
voice that
I'm
says,
not
"Who's
saying.
gonna pay the bills?"
I'm not
It's
saying
always
like us conservative. No, I'm just saying, have you talked to these people?
Yeah. I know them. And
When you talk to them, you just get the sense like. And I'm not trying to rip on Brett too. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Have you met them?
No, I know them, dude. Let me give you an example. Okay. This guy's telling me.
Right.
And I'm growing up conservative, dude. I've told you about my mom. She's hard, right? This guy's telling me, in Canada, they're going to pass a law where every ethnicity gets their own government holidays. And I said, you fucking communist. Who's going to go to work? I said, who's going to go to work? He's saying, Steven, he's telling me, Vandad, he was on the show. He's telling me like, bro, did you hear about it? Bro, sick, right? Every background, every nationality, every ethnicity, they get their holidays. Statutory, legal. And I'm like, you know what I started doing, dude? There's a light pole behind me. We're out in the street. There's a light pole behind me. I was just saying, we got a communist over here. We got a communist. What are these communist shit, dude? Stop.
Listen, that's
Go
okay.
to work.
It's not even that like especially when you go like even more like the anarchist ideas. Have you ever like talking to some like paleo anarchists and stuff like this? Like, I'm just like, how does this work? And they say, well, AI is just going to take over and kind of do all the work.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, well, when? I mean, like, he's like, well, we got to start now. I was like, so what do you want exactly to happen? Anyway, you try to get them to sort of expound on their plan. And before long, you realize, oh, this is just sort of all in your head. Now, to be fair, there are people in the tube of the wheat that are not as extreme. They're more for like reform. And I've heard that, if I can sit through it, I'm like, hey, I agree with a lot of that.
You got some points here, yeah.
But most of them, dude, it's like a competition for who's more like trying to dismantle things.
Okay, I'll say this, and I'll say this only because we've said this a bunch of times, and then I really want to read this guy's comment. But we said this a couple of times. We are like fish in water. We are in culture like fish are in water.
Okay,
So
you keep bringing
I
this
grew up
fish
conservative.
example. Okay.
I grew up conservative too.
Yes.
And when I hear these things, I think like, are you crazy? They are boring, but when you look into it, you're like, okay, well, fine. I guess you got the points. You know what I mean? Like that inevitably happens with a lot of it. It's just complicated and nobody cares. It's really the whole issue with all this socialist stuff. It's boring. Nobody cares. Capitalism is sexy. We fight, we compete, winner takes all. That's sexy, dude.
Yeah.
We're making TV shows. HBO, every show is a capitalist winner takes all. Game of Thrones. It's all just Game of Thrones for different things.
But here's the thing,
But then
Amish.
these commies come in and you go, hey.
Here's the thing.
Boring.
Sexy wins every time.
Sexy wins every time. And capitalism's sexy.
That's it.
That's what it is.
That's the thing. Okay.
Good.
I don't know how to say this. I think that one issue that I find, okay, with a lot of these ideas is that, like, actually I'm very pro, like, medicine and education actually not being profit funded, like not being government funded. I think there are things government needs to be a part of. No, sorry, government needs to be a part of.
We got a communist.
Stop. But what I overwhelmingly find among people is that they do not understand how usually inefficiently the government runs most things.
Yeah.
And you don't choose medicine to be funded because it's like going to be run efficiently. It's because it shouldn't be run for a profit motive.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, there's reasons the profit motive exists and it works so well. There just is.
Yes.
Right?
There is. Yeah.
And so that's
Dude,
one thing that I don't like is that it never enters the equation. It's like the government sucks at most of these things. Like I do the PPP Chronicles, and it's like the government just giving out loans to businesses that need it. You would think with all these resources, with the tax documents, this would not be difficult. They are bungling it constantly. All the money went to the rich people. So even when the government takes care of it, they actually just the big guy wins anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't even, like when you say like, hey, give the government more money so that they'll like fix things. I'm like, no, the big guy will win either way.
Well, I think the issue is that to look at it as one thing versus the other versus, this is why we got to stop all ideologies and just take each situation case by case and say, okay, this is the problem we need to fix. What's the most efficient way of fixing it? Because if we start attaching like, okay, well, this is a leftist idea and this is a right wing idea, it's like, who cares? Just stick to the issue and fixing it. And I think that's we're very idealized right now. So look, some things are just going to work on one side and some things are going to work on the other side, and that's it. We got to get used to it. We got to get used to the idea that it's not going to be a perfect capitalist and it's not going to be a perfect communist, but capitalism with some socialist ideas.
Communism and socialism are not the same thing, by the way.
No, they're not the same thing. And we're already living in socialism, and we shouldn't be so afraid of some new programs.
Amish is an SJW. There's a reason China's beating you guys. You have literally no facts and just hate on conservative ideas. No, we're friendly to conservative ideas.
Wait a minute. Why? This is why China's beating you guys?
First of all, who are you guys? What team are you talking about, sir?
China is communist.
China is straight up like China is like. It's crazy how effective their nationalism is in some respects.
Yeah.
Like you look at the fact, like look at their big companies, dude. They're competing with us. Like it's wild.
It's wild, man.
Like if they ever get the GDP,
yeah.
Like, dude, it's the yuan for all of us. Whatever their currency is.
They're pretty open about it. They're going for it, man. They're going to take over. They actually think that America being number one, they think it's a mistake.
Well, no, and here's one of the things. I do believe that if you're going to take on like psychopaths, you need to be a psychopath. If you're taking on like a government that's like hard, you cannot be soft. That's one thing. Like if I'm taking on like China, am I putting some weakling in, or am I putting Jeff Bezos as our lead man to compete? I'm putting Jeff every time.
Right.
Because in the competition game, you got to be brutal. And whether you like it or not, you do have to compete on the world stage. What do you think about that?
Sometimes I feel like we'd be doing better off if instead of competing, we were collaborating. I mean, these military expenses are insane. If I do it, you got to do it.
But you're talking idealistically. We're not going to collaborate with China anytime soon.
I'm talking about... No, you can't. Okay, well, no, there can be collaborations on certain issues. Like let's just say with Canada, right? There at one point they had peacekeepers, so they just go to another country, and they'd see a fight about to happen, and they'd keep the peace there.
That's so Canadian.
That's so Canadian.
That's the most Canadian thing, dude. That's like.
It's correct though. No, I mean, why are we
you're
looking
a
for
product
fights?
of
Shouldn't
your...
we be looking for like?
Hey, here's the problem. It's one of those games where you ever see those games where like if both parties agree to act one way, they both win. But if one decides to act the other way, they crush this side. So that's how war is. If both sides are peaceful, it's better for everyone. But both sides have to be prepared for war, because if one of them goes to war and the other one's not prepared, they get swallowed. They get eaten.
Of course. And you know what happens is that in situations, it actually plays out like in these smaller situations. Like, so let's say with India and China, right?
Yeah.
You have Indian people saying like, you have China constantly like just cutting in. Like they call it this, the Indians are calling it salami slicing. They're salami slicing into India because basically every like 5 to 10 years, they just start a fight on the border somewhere and then they don't go back. It's a classic tactic.
Yeah.
You start a fight, and then you go, okay, we're here now, so this is Chinese land.
Yeah.
It's no longer Indian land.
Yeah.
They're just constantly moving in, right? Now, India's response, I get it, you have to fight back, right? But if you are doing things that are actively reaching out and saying, hey, we're friends, let's do a meditation.
I feel like this is a beautiful... I feel like you're one of these guys that I'll talk to where I'm like, I love your idea in the abstract.
Yeah.
I just don't believe that this would be in reality, though.
Yeah, no, it's the hardest game to play. It is the highest game and the hardest game, and this is what, honestly, this is why Jesus. This is his game. It's about forgiveness. It's about loving kindness.
Okay, now you're playing. Now
and it's not about
you just judo.
This is
That's funny, dude.
No, but it is like that's what makes the game tough. By the way, I love this guy's name. Let's do a couple of super chats. Chris Good 1001. Procrastination expert. Huh. I like that name. I'm intrigued.
If you want to understand why religion and politics is so divisive, I highly recommend Jonathan Haidt's The Righteous Mind. Also, Rip DMX. Rip. Rest in peace. I heard he was in the hospital. That's sad.
That's too sad. That's too bad, man. I thought he was coming out with like a new album. Like he had a new project going on. too. You know, like I just saw
Okay,
that.
too soon,
about
Amish. Rip. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
And Amish, also, someone keeps asking for your opinion on Modi. $4.99. Oh, and Jesus wasn't a warlord who would make pyramids out of a... Okay, relax, Primal American, dude. Just chill out, buddy. You're dividing people, bud. Well, AA199, talk about China. Check out the ADV... Okay, this guy's been shilling ADV China.
Well, someone said, what's my opinion on Modi? This is what I think of Modi, man. I mean, India's foreign policy with China is like, oh, we're going to fight back. You're not strong enough to fight back. They have taken over Tibet. They're salami slicing into India. You're not strong enough to fight back.
So what do you think they do?
I think the move is, look, you have to defend yourself.
Right.
But you don't want to go any further than that. You know what it is? It's like let's say with the prison system, right? I'm not saying, even let's say with these Capitol rioters, people went into the Capitol, they killed people, like they were violent, whatever. Fine, like they deserve our loving kindness in the sense that in the eyes of God, but Stephen, in the eyes of God, you forgive. Now, in the eyes of Caesar, lock them up. But while you're locking someone up, you're not allowed to just say, idiot, you dumbass, and throw them in jail. Like, just lock them up, give them their Netflix, let them hang out, let them, you know what I mean? Like, you can't, it is really hard to do, but you just have to, like, respond to each situation with that. Like, you almost have to see each person as, like, having a
Amish, you're the angel on Oliver's shoulder.
Look, this is the foreign policy that will, because Stephen, we're at a point now where war will kill us all. I mean, we're talking about
you're right, and you're right about that.
Right? So it's like okay, fine. So we're gonna escalate? If we escalate, we go nuclear. And China's coming up in the game. They have nuclear weapons, and they're ready for a fight, man. They want to fight.
Yo, dude, guys, a little world politics at the local cafe. How do you guys feel about this?
How do you feel about that? Thanks, dude. Let me read a couple. Oh no, we got all the super chats.
Yeah, dude,
What's
fine.
ADV?
We're chilling.
Oh, ADV China channel, dude. I've seen a bunch of Chinese propaganda channels. They're very well produced, but they're very aggressive too, man. They're making their whole foreign policy like we're gonna take over the South China Sea.
I agree with this guy. Who's this guy? You can either be a saint or a politician. Yep. Dude, bro, politicians are just playing a different game, man.
You by saint, do you mean like a Babaji like me? I'm not in politics.
Oh, dude, you're a pure guy. I believe World War III will happen in our lifetime at the drip, dude. I know, and I'll be a conscientious objector. I'm not a fighter.
Did you join ever? Did you go military training?
No.
No, okay.
Bro, I can't listen to authority. I'm really bad with authority.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yeah, you're the authority.
Well, no, but it's like I just don't like it. I don't like when somebody tells me what to do. I'm not saying it's a great trait, but don't love it. And also, I believe the brutality of war, most people don't understand when they get in. And I've heard enough soldiers talk about it where it's like, yeah, I don't want any part of that. I don't believe in the whole project.
It's been ridiculous. I mean, this could bring down America. Like, people are saying that these last wars, like the second Iraq, Vietnam, like these are real. Like, you know, we say things like, and we assume things like, and I think like this too. You would think that like, well, we have to be practical and go to war. No, you're gonna go bankrupt. You look at okay. So we're talking about being practical, right? You have something as terrible as 9/11, a terrorist attack on America. What's the response to that? Is it going to Iraq and bankrupting yourself? Or do you just wait 11 years and you send 6 Navy SEALs to kill Osama bin Laden? It's the 6 Navy SEALs. That's it. They got everyone
we had to get that
riled
oil, dude. You got to get the oil.
But they're not even getting the oil. I mean, the Brits would take the oil. That's the thing with the British Empire. They would steal the oil. They would say, this is British oil. The Americans don't even do that.
No,
so it's
we
like
got
just
some
a
oil.
couple of
We
rich
had to get
guys.
some oil out of that, right?
I guess, you know what it is? It's like you have some control over OPEC. But it's just control over OPEC. Like when Jimmy Carter was president, they raised the price and there was like lineups at these liquor stations. But yo, we just missed one. Hold up.
Yo, Luke Anderson, you guys got to have one of the most diverse audiences on YouTube. Dude, I've seen everything. I've completely, dude, we've got anti-vaxxers, we've got pro-vaxxers, we got every religion, race, creed, color
we have
in
to be
here.
accepting of all people.
Yeah, dude,
I mean,
and that's the
people is
thing.
something-
And our chat is completely intolerant of each other. I don't know if you noticed that. They're all like fighting.
Yeah, they do get into their little squabbles sometimes.
Yeah, no. But then there are peacekeepers among that. And they're like, guys, stop. We must
You are here for the
accept-
congregation.
Yes.
You are here for the. Listen to what they're saying.
North Pole Penguins, $200 if you mail Amish a cabbage. Yo, if I cabbage Amish,
Dude,
I might.
You mail it. You
Yo,
mail a cabbage
I
over the
will.
border.
Hey, $200, I will. 100%. Is that for real, North Pole?
Try it. I mean, I feel like the Canadian government would let you come here with a gun faster than they let you come here with agriculture.
Is
they
are
have
they
this
cool?
agriculture
Well, how would they
shit.
stop me if I have a gun? I mean, right?
There you go. They don't have guns. They're so sweet.
I know, dude. I'm
Coming
gonna be
back.
like, stick it up, and all the cops are like, we didn't plan for this.
Hey, easy. They're gonna say that. They're gonna say, hey, cool it.
Call the peacekeepers. It's like 20 guys being like, okay, settle down. Settle down.
What's going on?
What's the
going
deal?
on in your life? What's going on in your life? Huh?
Have you
Okay.
gotten counseling yet? Free counseling.
Yeah, get counseling.
Free counseling here.
They'll give you counseling. They'll give you counseling. No, I think that's it, man. I was just watching a Gabor. Have you seen Gabor Mate? You seen that guy?
I think I almost interviewed him once.
Oh wow, dude. He's pretty big now, I guess, but he
But
has
everyone
a whole,
sort of interviewed him. He's like a lot in the psychology of the child, right?
yeah, psychology of the child, but he really believes in this forgiveness because he basically says that any bad behavior you're seeing in someone is caused from childhood trauma.
Yep.
And this is like the classic like Buddhist meditation too. Like you should love your enemy, see them as children, see them being traumatized, and the trauma that made them the way they are, and just look. My whole thing is, I'm not saying you can let.
I
people
don't
hate
know,
you.
dude. I can't let some of it
It's
go.
just when you're putting
Yeah,
someone
let me
in
show you
jail,
some- let me show you
can't
something.
give them another,
Yeah, dude. Sometimes you need to.
Yeah, if they're getting rowdy, fine, but don't, if they're getting
Hold
rowdy,
on,
you
gotta
gotta
see
give
this.
them one.
You gotta see this, dude.
Let's
I
see
saw
it.
this last night. It's this guy, this judge, sentencing this person to life.
Oh God, are they gonna cry?
No, but like, the guy picks his own sentence. He lets the guy pick his own sentence. This is incredible, dude. Well, this guy killed his own child, okay? Just for the record. And they had like irrefutable
dude.
evidence. You see this guy?
Tattoos on the face.
Which doesn't matter, but I just don't understand how you find somebody guilty
Bro, this is where I just lose empathy. I'm with you on the empathy. I lose
of
it.
doing something to a 15-day-old baby.
He killed
Because
his
there
own
was
baby.
no evidence whatsoever that proved anything
was
about me putting my
overwhelming,
hands on my kids.
It was
I've never
overwhelming.
done it. I never would.
He did.
I don't believe in it. I was beat as a child, and I don't agree with it at all. And I would never do it.
Oh, and this is why I brought it up, because he says I was beat. So he says, hey, my childhood made me do it. What do you think about that?
Oh, lock them up. Like
I
I
would
said,
never do
lock
this.
them up, but
That's
you
all I
can't
gotta
hit him.
say. I would never do it on
And you have to
this.
give him Netflix and shit.
Well, I can make a lot of
Give
Why
him
Netflix? Where's the Netflix?
Whatever,
cover?
Prime Video, give them all of them. Honestly, like you can't, like the idea that we have to be punitive on people on top of, like, this guy is mentally ill.
comments on what you
You're
said.
mad
I
at a
made a lot of
5-year-old.
comments on the trial, but I know that was just be arguing with you or talking with you. I'll ask you one simple question. You claim you're innocent, so you tell me what sentence the man or woman that you claim did this
This
should
is ice
receive.
cold. Ice cold.
If you ever find out who did them, they deserve to be under the jail.
Okay, so they ought to get the maximum sentence.
Most definitely.
Dude, this is incredible, dude.
If you ever find him.
He should be under the jail.
I don't like that. Oh, what a psycho, dude.
On the crime of malice murder, I sentence you to life in confinement without parole. On the sin of the death of another, I sentence you to 10 years.
I love that track, dude.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's so amazing.
Yeah, no, I mean, he clearly has mental illness. Honestly, one of the best, I remember I saw this documentary about pedophiles, and they just there's like this one pedophile jail, because if you put pedophiles in any other jail, they just get tortured for the rest of their life. But they made one in New York or whatever, and it's just a bunch of pedophiles hanging out, and I was like, you know what? Leave it. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it's okay to do. Don't do it, but just get them out of society, put them in a room together, and they hang out, and they watch Netflix, and that's it.
This
you're
guy
gonna
says
waste
give
your
him some Hulu. Yeah, make him watch ads at least. Don't give him the commercial free, Amish.
So you're saying, so give them the YouTube.
Give him the Hulu. Force them to watch ads that they'll never be able to buy. The ultimate torture.
Fair enough. Force them to get maybe degrees or something. Like but like choose your degree, but you have to get a degree. Fine. But it's like you spend your time hitting someone. It's just a waste of energy on your side too, because it'll just take your time and energy and your
I agree.
mental focus. You know.
Yeah. By the way, you've brought me a long way on this stuff. I used to not believe that. And you've definitely, like genuinely, I do agree with a lot of what you say about this stuff, where you are just sort of like, what are you doing?
Okay. Tell me.
No, I mean, the idea being that when you go after somebody who's mentally ill, you are sort of going after like a child, like who like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
They don't know, dude.
No, I think they've chosen it, but at the same time, what are you doing? You know, are you gonna do what? It's like in the superhero movies, where it's like, do you kill the guy who killed people? It's like, well, then you're sort of like them. It kind of becomes that weird thing of like you have to hold the higher, morality.
That's great about honestly. Jesus is very innovative in that sense. Because he did institute basically between Old Testament and New Testament, he instituted just a like forgiveness is done. You are already forgiven. Some people say it like that. You're already forgiven. You don't have to ask for forgiveness. It's as soon as you realize you did something wrong, it's automatic almost. Like that. That's how some people teach that. But it's interesting. I mean, he's even saying like, even when they're stoning like a prostitute or whatever, he's got the good quotes. He's got the banger lines, you know?
Yeah. Love Coffeezilla. Now people are ripping on you, dude. I don't agree with this guy. I don't know what he says yet. Alfredo Sanchez, love Coffeezilla, but the other guy knows nothing about developmental psychology, politics, Islam, or any other topic that's been brought up. You watch your mouth, dude. Amish doesn't require any facts when he talks, okay? You watch your mouth.
Hey, man.
And when you listen to Amish, there's truth in what he says, though. Because I agree that Amish never knows what he's talking about. But then when I listen to him, I'm kind of like, yeah, he's got a point. Man's always, he always has a point in what he's saying. And there's always like a kernel of truth, I feel like.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I really care about. So some people do get caught up in like, oh, it wasn't this many people, it was this many. It's like, okay, just stick to the point. We're making a point.
You got a larger point. People are focused on the details that, you know, somebody really that I was trying to quickly recall one of the goofy facts you've made up, but I couldn't on the fly. Sorry.
Hey, man.
Sorry,
Chris
guys.
Good, procrastination expert, 111.
111. Thank you, man. Amish is slowly rising. Amish speaks some truth. He's okay. Dude, people love Amish, dude. I love it. Okay. They only watch Nickelodeon at the pedo prison. Wow. No, don't do that. Don't show them the kids. No.
No, I think they keep them for life. So they're even like, I honestly, dude, no, so this is where you're going to say, no, that was too far.
No.
I think in that documentary, they made them like their own, like they got girls that were like 18, but they looked super young, and they made little videos for them and shit like that.
No.
That's too much. That's obviously too much. That's too much. It's too much.
I'm like, you've got me to the point where I'm like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't like punch him in the face, all that kind of stuff. Maybe that's not just, it feels right, but it's not right. But this whole thing of like, yeah, then this is where a few of your ideas like go off the tracks. Like you're like, hey, if people don't want to work, just let them like smoke weed all day and like don't stay at home. We don't need you at the jobs. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Everyone has to work.
I guess so. I mean, look, everyone has to, but it's not something that you have to enforce. That's God's law. And if you don't work, you know, you suffer for that. So I think people naturally suffer and then they figure their shit out. But if you make them, then you're suffering and they're suffering. I mean, that's the only thing. You do have to work. I agree with you on that.
I feel like we could have Sadhguru on the show and he'd be like, Amish, what is the teaching today? he'd be like, normally I would say what the teaching is, but hey,
Amish,
who went to Harvard? X for the Buddhism. Not me.
Also, I went to Udimai Ashram.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh man, dude.
Dude.
Update with your
from AA.
Sorry, what?
I said we got 499 from AA. By the way, ADV China channel is against CPP, but they love China. I seriously suggest you guys check them out. ADV China. I've checked out a couple of Chinese government funded propaganda channels, and they're pretty they're very good production value, but very
what the
like
heck
very
is this?
intense. But AA 999.
Brand new doc,
Wow,
Eyes of the Devil, director Patrick Vega about toddlers from all over the world being sold to what? Interviews with buyers and sellers. That can't be. Is that? If that's real, dude,
Yeah.
I don't even know if I feel. Does it show anything explicit? Because I don't like watching that stuff. Even if it's like anti, I don't want to see any of that, dude. It's like it's so literally too disturbing.
It's eyes of the devil. It's eyes of the devil. Yeah, no, it's the whole thing's on YouTube. It looks like 3 weeks ago.
What?
It just came out. Yeah. Huh. Damn, dude, it's intense. The opening music is like so sad.
If anyone causes one of these little
Is this thing? It's not even age restricted, so it's probably fine. It's probably fine.
ones that believe in me to stumble, it would be better for them to have a large millstone hung around their neck and to be.
Because it's evil, right? Though, as a person who wants to sell their child, I'm in no position to judge. No, I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter after all. Honestly, I just want to get rid of a problem.
No, come
Someone
on.
from the
What
criminal-
is this documentary? You can't even see you can't hear what she's saying. They blur. This is why, dude. You know, people have been asking to come on the show. They messaged me because they know you're too busy. You're not gonna message back. They messaged me. They're like, "Hey, I want to come on the show. Oh, but I can't show my face. And can you change my voice?" Hey, if you can't show me, because what the hell is she saying, and then what the hell is this translation?
I used to do anonymous sourcing, and it's a nightmare.
Yeah,
it really
You
is,
just don't know
and
what
I
you get.
try not to do it anymore. There's always the juiciest stories are always anonymous though, and that's the hard part. And so you
Yeah.
even see like the Times doing it, and if you're the Times, you shouldn't be doing anonymous sort. That's pathetic. You need to, because they're supposed to be the paper of record or whatever.
Yeah, but can they not have them certified? Can they not certify without showing the
Part
the
of it
identity?
though is that you don't like great journalism. And this is the ideal, right? No, I mean, I'm not the paragon of journalism either. So I'm not saying that this is always true, but like in theory, and the Times is supposed to live up to great journalism. Journalism to some extent should be somewhat trustless. Like to the largest extent possible, you should be able to verify for your reader so they don't have to, in some ways, they trust you, but they don't have to trust you because you have presented them with all the facts to go verify for themselves. And when you do an anonymous source, there's all sorts of questions of motive. And also like, let's say it's John Doe, right? And really his name's like Keith, Franklin. Well, someone might have known Keith Franklin and been able to disprove his story, but because you're hiding his name, then no one can really come up with more details. So there's a big problem with, anyway.
Underworld got in touch with me, told me about a girl willing to sell her child to a brothel or as an organ donor.
This can't be real, dude.
I mean, it looks like someone could have, yeah.
It
And the
might be.
thing is that sometimes people just they make up a story like that about their life.
That's
But yo, can you check
shocking,
out?
dude. Come on, guys,
actually-
watch the full documentary. We can't watch it
Yeah, I'll
on...
check it out. Yeah, we can't watch it right now. Well, I'll watch it for next week. I mean, it looks like very produced. It looks like someone and that guy
100%
could have been even-
Amish hates capitalism, dude. Everyone's polarized.
That's
so funny, dude.
But yo, I sent you a link, dude. I almost paid $2,000 for these chakra detectors. I was so excited,
Stop.
dude. I was so excited, dude. I sent you the link. Check it out.
Where?
It's in the Zoom chat. It's in the Zoom chat. And I'll tell you what.
Yo, stop
just
putting
look.
when you put it in the Zoom chat. I have to do a bunch of
Oh
effort.
shit! Where do you want to put it? You want to put it? It's in our.
Put it
Trello.
in the Trello from now on.
So in the Trello, it's aura detection gun. I'm
I got
putting
it.
under
I
my
got it. I
board.
got it. Health from a different point of view.
Okay, those are the guns, right?
Okay, this is.
Those are the guns. No, I said, what are these going to be? $20, $30? How much do you think they cost? And there's a YouTube video of him using.
Well,
them.
now they have to be $2,000. This video
I
will
already
change
said.
what you believe is possible. Okay, come on,
1,000?
guys. We're gonna watch Eyes of the
Hi,
Devil.
this is Richard Lewald. I'm going to talk to you about these energy wands, energy guns, and these are quite unique. But it's found its principles in the history of dowsing, water witching, and so on. And so it's been used for centuries, literally. Or vibration. Everything is energy, has vibration.
You haven't seen the main
I
promotional
haven't
video?
seen this one. I've seen the one where he uses them.
Oh, so
It's on here.
yeah, here we go.
It's on here somewhere.
Good in the hands of everyone.
Oh, there we go.
But soon I discovered that, your body also has to be in tune with this instrument. So it's just like any instrument that you want to play. If you're going to be playing it professionally, you have to be in tune with what you're doing. So this has become a very important part to me to look at If you do follow our video channel here, and we'll
So
show.
what's he saying he can do with it? What can you do with this?
You can detect your chakras, dude.
And do what?
Then he knows how much energy you're emitting, your energy
So
chakra
what?
aura, Steven.
So
I know,
what?
it's
Figure it out.
You're
I
right,
don't care.
dude. I should have. I almost bought it, man.
Why?
$2,000. It includes training, though. It's $2,000.
This is
with
so
training.
stupid. So what? I have a power level of over 9,000. What else is new? What? What are you going to tell me? It's goofy.
I was just really hoping that I could get these for $50. I would have paid $50 for them.
And I would have paid for you if you could have gotten them for $50. I would have bought them for you.
2,000, bro. That's rude. That is so rude.
Somebody says, "Are these the bomb detectors Iraq bought? What's this guy's story? Please do a review." Oh my gosh, dude. I need to find. So which one did you watch?
Oh, I watched one similar to that one where he's just like backing away from the girl. It's like a little lower on there. It's the first video. Yeah, but we can review this next week. The first of those 3 videos. See those 3 right
Yeah,
there?
the first
on the
one?
left. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Hi.
This is perfect. Okay, this is good. Or a measurement, ladies and gentlemen.
Measuring Jackie's energy field and monitoring with the drone above. Okay, I'm in her energy field, still in her energy field. And as I come back here, this is the edge of the energy field, right there. Now that can change a little bit from time to time. Right now we got the drone flying over top. The drone.
Amish, what if you turn it on and you felt my energy field all the way over in Canada? Would that freak you out? Maybe I just have a huge energy field.
Hey, man. I'm trying to grow mine to that level. But this is, yeah, no, I almost bought it. Someone sent it to me after one of my videos. AA999.
But dude, this guy's ADV channel, YouTube. His 2 Western guys who lived in China for 10 years. Seriously, check them out. Are these the guys who got kicked out? Are they like a team?
ADV China.
Now this guy's got me freaking looking it up. Hang on.
I know. AA has like honestly just thrown.
Don't look it up, guys. Don't look it up.
He's done
I'll
so
check
many
into it.
and pounds too. He does so many
Don't
199
even
and then
worry
he's doing
about
these
it.
999.
Oh, I know these guys. They're great, actually.
ADV China. What do they do?
Yeah. They're these 2 guys who've both been like popular YouTube channels. Serpensa and somebody else. Who's the other guy? I don't know. Anyway, 2 cool guys, I think. I think they're both fine.
This guy, you know what? Sometimes maybe there's a personal beef, dude. Because you know what? One thing I have gotten from people is someone will message me and be like, "Hey, this guy's a con artist, scam." And then the guy sending me the shit, he's the scam. And then they got into a little fight before. He's trying to get us to rat out some guy that he got a beef with.
No, this guy's pro. These guys. These 2
he's
guys.
pro,
You
okay.
guys have probably seen these guys on China. Okay, so cool. What else do we got? Amish, can you review Ligma?
Ligma? What's Ligma? Okay, yeah, I can check it out.
Ligma balls.
Oh, is that it?
That's the joke, yeah.
Who did that? 306? Ligma. Did he do Ligma balls, or are you throwing in Ligma balls?
I think that's I'm giving him his punch. He doesn't deserve it, but I'm giving it to him.
I feel like it. Hey, man, you never know, dude.
People, you guys can get Amish.
these
He's
aura
never
detectors?
heard of these new age jokes, dude.
These aura detectors, though, someone sent it to me, so you never know when these guys send you some. Hey, Ligma could be. Who knows? Amish, thank you. Look into the Ligma scam. Is the Ligma scam Lick My Balls scam? Yeah, dude. I will check that out. I actually really enjoyed the video. I watched it too, and you put it in our Trello of Patrick Bet David going to the horoscope guy.
Bro, can we while we're talking while we're on the
so-
energy thing, dude? While we're on the energy thing, I
Yeah,
can't believe we didn't talk about this last time. I
know,
meant to talk about this, bro. What? Look at
For
this,
someone
dude.
who's so like no nonsense and gets his shit done, everything.
This
he is
shocked me. This
hard.
surprised me.
I was shocked that Patrick Bet David. is doing-
Astrologer reveals which zodiac signs become successful. What?
Patrick.
Some interesting people are Geminis. Biggie, Tupac, and
What? This whole dude? No. It's
That
enough.
doesn't mean anything.
Angelina
Prominent
Jolie,
people, Steven,
Johnny Depp,
Tupac, and
John F.
Biggie.
Kennedy, Marilyn Monroe.
Can you argue with this?
Gemini's typically known for being very creative.
What they're known for is argumentation. They love to take the opposite side of any conversation. The chart does not tell you that you have to do this. You have free will. You can either develop yourself. What the chart says is this is the best way through a process of growth and development.
Are you somebody who believes in God?
To me, God is the cosmos. We're living in God. It's important for people to use astrology for what it's worth. It's a guide. It is not a directive. You know, you read in the Bible that...
It's a guide, not a directive. Now, hold on. I want to show you guys some of these first questions. Do they give timestamp these
I
questions?
love Patrick Bet-David. He just always
You're the guy
surprises-
who who'd you say would have Hitler on if he had had the hits? You said that about
Oh.
Graham Stephan.
I think, but yeah,
But I
that's
feel
just
like
what
Patrick
so
Bet-David
many people-
more like in a but I mean obviously it's a joke, but like
I mean, he
basically
has these mafia
PBD
guys
would
on.
have anyone on as long as they got hits.
Dude, how many mafia guys has he had?
Like
And
12.
and like celebrating them, like they're coming on, like I killed these people, and he goes, huh? And then he has Richard
He's like,
Wolff on.
how do you feel as a boss?
Yeah, that's it. It's all just boss talk. And then Richard Wolff comes on, talks about communism, and he goes, like the thumbnail is like, you fool.
Let's
But
look
he
that up.
says about
Let's make sure that's true before you slander.
But that's what he says about Richard Wolff, the communist. But then these
Does he
these,
really do
what's
this?
it called?
Let me see this. Let me see this. thing.
mob guys. See, look at him. He's laughing at it. He's like, look.
Okay, it's not that bad, but it is kind of like it's a little bit of a like.
Prior to that, had to do.
Let's go back here.
Formulas early on.
He doesn't believe in
Look at this.
communism, but
Listen
he
to
believes
this.
in astrology.
A lot of religious people are like, don't even bring it up to me. And some people are like, I don't believe in this. It's fake. It's not this. It's just a bunch of BS. But to me, I've seen, look, 20 years I've been following this stuff. I've
He's been following it for 20 years.
seen a little bit that there's something there. What formulas early on did you see, Ray, that you were kind of like, wow, this makes a
Your
lot of
face
sense?
right
Was there like a moment for...
Bro, it's like the. Anyways, it's fine.
He makes it. He
I
read the
shouldn't.
most
I
of
shouldn't
the-
bash. I shouldn't bash. But astrology, like it's. The astrologers believe it. I mean, this is astrology, okay? Remember when Billie Jean convinced you that astrology was taught in classes?
Yeah.
He's like,
convinced me,
it's taught in classes. You want to bet? And you like said like, no, I don't want to bet because you thought it might be.
Is that
It
what
turned
happened?
no, it was not. Of course, it was not ever taught in classes. Astrology is not taught in college
Astrology?
classes.
How much you want to bet astrology's taught? And I'm like, oh yeah, because I was like, hey man, never know.
Yeah, you were like,
You know my attitude on all this shit, even this astrology. I am still the kind of guy's like, hey man, never know. But he's so sure of other things, Patrick Bet
Yeah,
David.
that's so funny.
And he's so aggressive about other things that I'm
Right.
like, guy, why are you have an astrology guy on? It's weird.
look at this guy. Zilla's being so Gemini right now. What do you guys think I am? What do you guys think I am? What I don't know what I don't know what I am. Here, let me look up my star sign.
But Steven, Tupac, Biggie, JFK.
Let me
how
look up
could
my
you
star
explain it?
sign. Let me look up
All
my
Gemini.
star sign.
You don't know your star sign, dude? I'm Capricorn.
Well, how do you know? Like, is it the day of birth?
Day of birth, yeah. You don't know your astrology, dude?
Dude, relax,
Wow.
okay?
You're deep in the Christian game. That means.
I think
You're
I'm
not-
a
you're not touching
Gem. I think I'm a Gemini.
Dude, that's great that you're deep in it, man. You are a faithful man. You do not stray from God.
Is that was it
spirituality.
people who don't know anything about astrology?
I think Patrick Bet David, because he says he's very religious, but I think Patrick, I think you're straying from God. Going over to astrology,
No,
going
listen.
over to outside.
Can you check
Believe
up
it if you
Stephen Ducks? Astronomy is real. Studying stars has merit, and this particular type is legitimate. The magic nonsense is all nonsense. Okay,
Astronomy,
stars
okay,
for what?
Astronomy is real. Astronomy is a real study. Astrology.
Yeah,
is
astronomy is
nonsense.
exactly.
The
exactly.
stars don't have an effect on you. They're like-
Okay, I
not
think
directly.
I'm either a Gemini or a Cancer. Oh, dude, I'd probably be Cancer.
You think so?
No,
You don't
I
even know
don't.
what they are, though.
I don't
think
know.
you're
I don't know
Gemini.
what
I think
any of
you're
them
there
are.
with Tupac, Biggie, and you always want to have
Beginning
the
of
opposite.
dates.
You
Oh,
always
I
wanna
think I'm
argue.
a Pisces.
Dude, what's your birthday? It'll just tell you exactly what you are.
I'm not telling the chat my birthday right now.
Okay, but you. so
I
you
found
won't
it out.
just-
I'm Pisces.
Okay, so you're Pisces. Okay, that's fish.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, look, I don't think.
What? Let's look up the Pisces. What does that mean? I am. Let's look it up.
The only place where I've seen it have an effect is in hockey. If you're born in January, you're more likely to dominate and be a famous hockey.
That has nothing to do with
player.
your star sign.
No, it has to do with your birthday. You're the oldest, and so you're born, or maybe it's December. I don't know which month it is, but basically, the older you are in that year, the more you're gonna dominate.
Hey guys, check it out. Amish read a Malcolm Gladwell book.
Okay, so it's a Malcolm Gladwell book.
I love Malcolm Gladwell.
Forgot.
I'm just kidding with you. I'm just teasing.
I forgot. But I got it from a Malcolm Gladwell book. But I think a lot of these coincidences on people's dates are like that. So they think it's like, well, it must be this Mercury is there and this is there, so you became a hockey player.
Okay.
But really, it's like you're born in this month.
Check this out. Compassionate, artistic, intuitive, gentle, wise, musical.
I mean, they nailed it. If they didn't put musical, I would have been
Weakness
like, no,
is fearful, overly trusting, sad, desire to escape reality.
Are you overly trusting? I mean, you have been scammed a couple of times, though, no?
Bro?
Even as the guy who calls out
Bro? Pisces likes being alone, sleeping, music, romance, visual media, swimming.
They nailed it. Are you a romantic?
Spiritual thieves.
Are you a
I
romantic?
feel like I'm actually not. I feel like that actually doesn't nail me. I mean, I used to think of myself as a romantic, but my wife says I'm not a romantic. Like, I'm like terrible. Not a romantic. Pisces dislikes know-it-all, being criticized, the past coming back to haunt, cruelty of any kind.
But doesn't everyone hate that? The past coming back to
Let's
haunt.
read
That's
yours.
like-
Let's
that's
read
like
yours.
Getting stabbed in the
Let's
heart.
read yours. Well, first of all, are we compatible? What are you again?
I'm Capricorn.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Is that a heart? Oh, no. The top one I thought was Capricorn.
Where's the cap?
Oh, there's Capricorn. Yeah. Yeah, but of course they're going to say positive shit, dude. They
Oh,
always,
of
they
course.
always say positive.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
never
yeah.
get mad
Let's
at
check
them.
out the cap. For anyone who's
cap.
tuning in, we are lulling.
Hey, man, if Patrick Bet David could do it, now I feel like it's okay for us to do it.
Wow, did I just misspell Capricorn? Where's the Capricorn, dude? There we go. Responsible, discipline. Okay, this is already wrong. Self-control, good managers. Weaknesses. No, this is totally wrong. Know-it-all, unforgiving, condescending, expecting the worst. This is the opposite of you.
Dude.
That is the opposite.
Speaking of expecting the worst, I've actually seen some training where they teach you to do these affirmations.
But let's be clear. No. We got it. Focus on this.
Yeah, no, I'm focused.
This
No,
is
that's what I'm talking
completely wrong. This is the
It's
opposite
completely
of
wrong.
you.
Expecting the worst, that honestly, and the thing that I'm most offended about is the expecting the worst.
Yeah,
Because
you're
I
the
saw
opposite.
this teacher, he said he does affirmations every morning. And he said his most important affirmation is he says, I expect the best of everyone I run into today. I expect the best is going to turn out from everyone, including myself. I'm not going to assume that someone was being rude to me. I'm not going to assume that someone was being negative. I'm going to assume the best, and therefore best things will happen. And it's true. I think there's truth to that.
Yeah.
Because people who expect the worst, they bring on some negative shit.
Yeah. Well,
You can see people do it. And that goes to like all these bitter, angry guys like Crowder. You know, like Crowder, he does believe his shit. He really does. Like you watch his show and he's like, it's always a moral panic. Like they're coming to get us and you guys are being losers and you don't know. And every day he's being vindicated. It's nonsense. The first thing's nonsense and the vindication is nonsense, but every day there's a vindication.
but Amish, you're
Tell
getting
me.
away from your star sign, which I don't
Tell me
like.
my stars. Okay, I'm a Capricorn. I feel
You like family tradition, music, understated status, quality craftsmanship.
this is like so opposite of me.
You dislike almost everything at some point. Okay, this is totally wrong.
What is this? This
Yeah,
is terrible.
dude, this is terrible.
Yours was like
Mine was
so
like
generic
bang
that it's
on,
true.
dude.
Yeah, I know. yours
But it
bang-
was generic, but it was like also bang on. It was like
But it's
correct.
okay. You know what it is? It's like generic and compliments. If you're generically complimenting someone, they'll take it.
I'll take it,
Everyone
dude.
wants to
I'll take it to the bank.
Yeah.
Yours is kind of sucks. Yours is like
Yeah, I
you're an
know.
unforgiving, know-it-all, condescending like jackass who expects the worst. It's like, of course you're not gonna take that. You're gonna be like, hey,
Expect the worst? How dare you?
dude.
How
Yeah, no,
dare
they got you with that one though.
I don't expect the worst though. I expect the best.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. They
But maybe I've trained myself. Maybe I was naturally born to expect the worst, and now I've trained myself to expect the best.
Dude, chat's being a bunch of Geminis right now.
Oh yeah, Zilla, please expose knucklehead Damien Prosa. Okay, Damien Prosa. Interesting. So we got Ligma Balls and Damien Prosa.
Hey, you want to check out the best YouTube channels for interviews with criminals? Sean Atwood. Yo, this guy's constantly shilling everyone else's channels except for ours.
Okay, but why
he says love this channel.
Yeah,
okay,
he's been saying
fair
that
enough.
too.
Fair
but
enough.
But he's telling us to watch episode 499 of some other show, and I'm like, were we on the show? Were we featured?
No.
Why is he telling us to do that?
Probably not.
Oh, interesting. Because that's a pretty big podcast. He's talking about a stand-up comic podcast. The one that he was saying before. I forgot what it's called now, but he kept mentioning it, and then he's saying episode 499. I thought maybe they talked about one of us, but whatever. We got to start collecting our shout-outs, eh?
Yo,
And
they're
play
saying
them on-
DMX
play them
is
on the show.
not dead.
Yeah, dude. I thought DMX was like starting a new project right now.
Holy crap.
What happened?
Police say multiple people have been hurt in a shooting in Bryan, Texas. I literally used to live in Bryan. It just hit me close to home. That's crazy. Hey, maybe gun control is a
I mean,
like pivot
yeah,
on a dime. No, but actually, seriously, this is pretty serious. The shooter's not in custody. This is so College Station and Bryant. That's where A&M is, and they're like right next. They're like sister towns. I mean, they're like right there. And I lived for rent because I was like broke, obviously, and so I lived in Bryan for the cheap rent.
Uh-huh.
And dude, that's sad, man. That's really sad. It's crazy.
That sucks, dude. How common is it in Texas, the shootings?
I don't feel like more common than anywhere else. I feel like actually there's a serious what do you call it when there's a copycat killer problem?
In Texas?
No, in the United States. I think the United States has a terrible shooter problem that is not 100% linked to guns. I think a lot of it has to do with like we celebrate killers. We not purposefully, but the fact that they are made infamous in a way like people want to go out and they want to make the biggest bang possible. They know if they go shoot up something, they're going to get that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's really sad.
That's really sad, yeah. Yeah, weird, man. I mean, people used to say that it's like, people used to try to cut out violence from TV and stuff, but apparently in Japan, they're like 10 times more violent, but they have no crime over there. Like very little compared to America.
Where's that?
In Japan. Like they're way more violent on TV or whatever, but they don't have much violence in the society. They have very little.
It's complicated, the reasons for all these things.
It is complicated. I feel like part of it though is because America's number one. Like America's really running the world if you think about it. So in order to have that running the world energy,
psychos,
people are gonna be armed and they're gonna have that kind of like, hey, we gotta be ready to go. And America's ready to go. Like Canada's very like, if someone has a gun, dude, we just say, okay, well, we're done. The situation's over. There's almost like no fighting back. It's like, okay, well, call the police and we're done. It's not something we think like we'll take it into our hands or anything like that. Whereas in America, it is like, what's the police? I'm the government. Like there is a level of like, I have a right to defend myself and I have a right to go out and do, you know what I mean? Like it's different. I mean, I don't know if we have it here, but maybe Ontario is more liberal. Maybe in Alberta they have it. We'll have to ask Marco, but America does have this sense of like, this is my right. How dare you take away my gun? People in Canada don't think they have a right to have a gun even.
Yeah, because it's enshrined in the Constitution.
It's your Constitution. You know what it is? We never left the Brits. We're always like a Brits baby.
I know.
And you guys
always have been under
off.
someone's thumb.
Well, no, not since the 70s.
No, but y'all have the vibe. Y'all have the vibe of someone who's been bullied.
Okay. Or unless you're going to say, oh, well, now you're America's.
Right. Well, that's true. As you say, you're in America's empire.
Yeah, no, they're happy to take that position of like, okay, fine, we're in your empire. But the thing is that what cost do you pay being the king of the world? I mean,
bro,
it's
this
a lot
cost.
of money.
I'm looking at this thing, wondering, like, am I going to see somebody that I still know in Bryan on this like list? Like, this is like terrible, man.
Yeah.
They didn't list anybody. It's really sad.
That's too bad, man. Sorry to hear that.
Well, yeah,
Would be
it's shocking. I mean, like, this is
tonight.
the first time this is like anybody, and even in my city, has really been involved in that many, like, really a shooting.
You know what's crazy? There's like this Instagram channel that does Brampton stuff, like the city that I'm in. And there's, dude, I swear to God, like right on the main street over there, there was like cops like running someone down and pinning them. And it was like right there. I sent it to my niece, and we were both like, "Yeah, that's like our like that's."
It's
like,
crazy
right,
when
like,
it
the main
happens
street
near you.
over.
It feels like, yeah, more real.
Yeah.
You know, there's an old saying. Have you ever read Brothers Karamazov?
Wow, you read it? Tell me about it.
So
Because I know Crime and Punishment, but I don't
The
know
way you
Karamazov.
reacted to that was hilarious.
Karamazov is legit, dude. That's sexy, dude. You read
So
that,
there's this part in it where it's talking about, I mean, unless I have this confused with some other book, but it talks about how this lady throws herself off of this cliff, and the writer remarks that had the cliff not been so steep and the swelling seas so dramatic, she wouldn't have done it, because in a way she was taken in the drama of it all. If the slope had been a little slower and like smoother, she wouldn't have felt like, hey, what's the deal? People are disproportionately drawn to spectacle. They want their life to be a narrative and to be part of a larger story. And so when we do these big pieces on people, and we make Netflix documentaries every other day about some killer, and they have a whole Netflix show. I mean, if you're some incel, that's the only way you're getting on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's true, baby. And it's like, that's always what I think of when I think of these killers, man. I just think of that. It's like, had we not made it so attractive for them to, to do these violent crimes, for them to know that they're going to be sort of like all over the news, questioned. Everyone wants to read their manifesto. If everyone just ignored them, would they do it?
Yeah, that might be what they do. Like in Japan, from what I've heard is they don't glorify as much. Like, fine, their movies and TV shows are more violent, but their good guys are trying to not be violent more. Whereas here, there is like a pride in like, I broke them, I destroyed someone. So a young person might see that, they don't understand morality yet, and then they're just kind of they're being taught like violence is good.
Well, also there is a sick thing too, like where, if you're in pain, you want to inflict pain on other people.
Yeah.
And then you see, the other thing is, you see all the interviews with the crying families and like all this stuff, and you go, well, I know one way to hurt people.
Yeah. There's the inflicting pain. The other thing too is
you really need to blackball the media, and it's like, it's hard because in a way you want your democracy to be informed, but I feel like some things, I mean, we've already decided some things are better worth not knowing, right? Like state secrets, all sorts of things we don't know. Yeah. Why not these killings? Don't tell anybody. Until at the end of every year you say, hey, this is what happened. But besides that, that's it.
I'm pretty sure in Toronto, if there's like a subway suicide, they don't put it on the news. I've heard that. I don't know. Because I've been at subway suicide. Like, I've been in the thing.
What is that?
Like, a subway suicide means like someone just jumps in front of the subway when it's coming in full steam.
Oh.
And they commit suicide like that. And it closes it down, whatever. And I've been in things like that where they're like, where the people there are like, yeah, like people are saying that someone jumped in front of the car or whatever, but it won't be on the news.
That's smart. You put that on the news, it spikes.
Yeah,
it's sad, dude. Because you put it in the head of people.
Yeah, dude. In Japan,
it's better we just all stick our heads in the sand, and we think the only way is to work until we die, like God intended. We go to work. You're miserable like the rest of us. Hey, it's okay. We're all miserable right there with you, buddy, and we just all work to death.
Well, look, you're gonna call this
till
crazy.
We have a heart attack at the age of 45 because we ate too much salt.
Fair.
And that's it.
Well, look.
Go out like a man.
Go out like a man. Look, that's one way to go out. One way to go out. Pure. Like you're saying, dive into the sadness. Dive into
rage
the
in your heart.
Rage in your heart. But
yes.
These manifestation people. You know what they teach? They really do. This is how they teach.
Here we go.
Just positive.
Here we go.
They basically say, like, you can think about anything in this moment. Think about what you're excited about, what you're grateful for, what you want to do. This is like 80% of it. Because their whole attitude is like, the deeper you dive into that, the less you're going to think about negativity.
I'm a big fan of, just be positive. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's as much as it's a cliche, like, there is truth to it, man. Some people are just addicted to just telling you.
Dumb.
And this is where, like Crowder, man, it's just nonstop. The guy never has good news. It's just nonstop.
Bro,
do you know what they're doing today?
Sells. Bad news sells, dude.
Yeah, every day.
So apparently does the George Floyd reenactment. What it's anyway, I don't get into that. Tom Nash, glorifying killers is such a catalyst for these crazies to go out and get their attention, which is why people streak in football games and the TV doesn't show it. It's working. No attention is key. Dude, that's true. Dude, when people streak, we're not going to show people that. Like, just don't reward it, dude. It's like a baby,
don't reward it,
baby rattling
roll,
for
dude.
attention, dude. It's like, don't do it.
Yeah, dude, because that's so rock and roll, dude. If you streak and they get something, you're like, yeah! I'd go crazy. How exciting. But that's too much of a reward. You can't reward that. Because then there's just so many people who are down to do that. There's so many people. Okay, so another thing, though. So there's like two or three things. There's the one thing you're saying. There's like the showing it on the news, glorifying it. There's that side. And then I've heard that a big part of why Japan doesn't have as much, maybe, or maybe it's not Japan, maybe it's like just other countries too, is inequality creates a lot more violence. So if you're poor, but you're seeing people are so rich around you,
here we go.
You want to be like, hey, why do you have so much?
I feel like people are disconnected from their communities. I think that's the number one problem facing America. I feel like people have lost community.
Well, America is about individualism. Is it built like that? Is it built to not have?
I actually kind of agree. Yeah.
Because community is a communism. Community is a what? You're a.
I like, dude. I think, man, like the whole idea of like everyone, ditches their family. Like, I think that's trash, dude. For you, not because I don't think you should be allowed to do it. I think you're hurting yourself when you run away from your family. You go, I'm gonna live my life, blah blah blah. You disconnect from everybody. It's like, dude, you're hurting yourself. Like, you need community. Or find a community, but the point is, people need people, and like in the age of the internet, nobody does it.
Nobody does it.
Nobody has the IRL. Like, talking on Discord is not real life.
Yeah. Dude.
Sorry to tell you guys.
That's why I'm asking everyone, let's go for a hike. I have like 4 hikes scheduled in the next week. That's how I'm doing my networking. Even so, I was writing on this TV show. And the guy who was producing the show, he just emailed me to be like, hey, the show didn't get picked up. Sorry, dude. We love your writing. We were very excited, whatever. Normally you say, oh, I'm sorry, whatever. I said, baby, want to go for a hike? We're going for a hike.
It's all right, dude. Hey, when in doubt, hike it out.
Hike it out. Go. People really. I've always been shocked even about this with like networking though, where people are so fake about their networking. Like, they're just like, okay, who's that? Who's the booker here? Like, as a comic, someone, like, I remember I met this guy within an hour. He's like, so who's the booker at Just for Laughs? How'd you get into Just for Laughs? And I'm like, guy, what am I going to give you their email? Are you crazy? Hang out, be cool. If I like you enough, you'll figure it out. But just be cool. Like, I mean, it's something that people don't understand. They just write these very professional emails and they write these very professional, but it doesn't occur to them to make a real human connection with someone. And I guess we're just not taught to do it too much.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, dude, I heard someone saying like they're a teacher and they're like, dude, these kids are coming back. They're jacked up, dude. They're all socially awkward. Like, some of the like the younger kids, they've been gone for a year, man. It's bad for them. It's real bad. It's like disconnection, dude. You need to be socialized when you're a kid and when you're an adult, dude. You can't I don't think you stop it at any point in the process.
Yeah. No, you're here to play with other people. This is a divine play. This is this is like a game that you could say God, or you could say that you are the God, or whatever you want to believe. But we are here to participate. You have to participate. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, that's stupid. I don't do that. Okay, fine. You have to do something. You have to participate.
Yeah.
Or you're going to drive yourself crazy.
Yeah, dude, staying in your room alone, sad, dude, you're just going to get depressed. and then you're gonna stay in your room because you're depressed.
Very
And
important
it's
message to the
dude,
congregation.
I see that. Like I saw the Kokuris, or have you heard of these guys? Hikimoris. The guys in Japan who aren't going outside.
Oh, they're the Japanese incels.
It's like a super mental illness over there. It's like bad.
But
what I
so
keep
weird.
thinking is like, dude, it feeds itself. That's the thing. Because the more you stay inside, the less you can go outside. The more you stay inside, the more depressed you are. The more depressed you are, the less you want to go outside. It's like it feeds itself. The same is true the other way, though. You start getting outside, you start getting some friends, you start getting some buddies, dude. Before you know it, you're rock and roll, dude.
You're rock and roll, man. And I mean, you know, I remember we had this family friend. I mentioned him early in the show too, but he got heavy incelly, and he's starting to send me these. He sent me a clip by Stefan Molyneux that says, "Feminism destroyed Rome," and I said, "Hey, can you get outside of the house, though, before you send this shit?"
But did you watch the video?
I did. It's nonsense, man. It's these guys that are bitter that nobody will have sex with them, and then they start making these theories, dude.
Bro, Stefan Molyneux.
Go outside. The saddest thing is, this is what I call it, like, didn't get laid, and just didn't get over that, though. You know what I mean? Like, some people, like, you know, it's like you have the friend zone.
I just don't like
some guys.
Stefan Molyneux
friend zone.
pretends he's a philosopher. He's like, I'm a philosopher. I'm like, get the guy. Come on.
It's too bitter, man. That why women destroy.
You're not a
Rome video?
philosopher. Any YouTuber who makes videos longer than 30 minutes, they all fancy themselves philosophers. And I hate it. By the way, that's one of the things I dislike about BreadTube. They are all philosophers. It's like, guys, you're not doing philosophy. I'm sorry.
Steven, can you not see the merit of the argument, though? Because Stefan Molyneux has no merit in his argument.
No, I actually think a lot of their arguments are trash.
Yeah, no, Stefan Molyneux has trash arguments, dude. He has a big videos about, like, leave your parents. He has videos that are like, women are all whores now, and if they don't have children, we're going to destroy our society, and the Muslims are... He's the one who does the Muslims are coming. He's the one who does, like, oh, these Muslims have 9 kids, and you got a puppy? Hey, you got a puppy. Yeah, use that when the Muslims come. Send your little pup out there. He does those videos. He does a ton of videos like that. He does a ton of videos about how, like, feminism destroying people. He gets a lot of people calling in even and telling them, like, leave your parents, stop talking to your parents. It's like a big thing he had where he's like, you can sign up for,
you need
like...
to chill, dude.
Yeah, no,
people like that, they want to be the daddy.
They want to be daddy. Yeah. He's like half an hour from me. He's like here somewhere.
Molyneux? Yeah. Bro, you should go have a chat. You need to take Molyneux on a hike. You need to redeem that man. You need to go, hey, Molly, hey, buddy, why don't you take some Molly and then come on a hike?
Yeah, so bitter.
Buddy,
it's just the bitterness. The bitterness. Even my family friend who sent it to me, I'm like, guy, like, this guy was dating a girl. Like, no, not dating. He was like friends with this girl, and he kept telling us that they were dating. And then we talked to the girl, and she'd be like, we're not dating. And then one day, she's got married to another dude, and then this guy that we knew, he quits his job, moves back in with his mom, and he's sending us these Stefan Molyneux videos. I said, baby, get out of the house. You haven't left the house in 6 months. Yeah. You get bitter, you get cranky.
Yeah.
You start making these theories. You got to go out, dude.
Look, I think it's interesting. AVMU, let's talk to these guys. Coffee, it's not about being sad. A lot of people have crazy anxiety, just want to point it out the other side. But is that a bad point? No, and anxiety's real, man. I have anxiety. I'm not going to say I have, like, clinical, I've never been diagnosed with it, but most people have felt some level of anxiety in their life, you know?
It's natural.
I've had moments of, panic and all that kind of stuff. The thing is, the more you feed it, the bigger it gets, man. It's like, if you've ever been in a situation where you've been forced to face a fear, or you've been forced to, like, sort of confront those responses, it's not that they go away, and you still might be scared, but you do learn to manage them, and with that management comes confidence. And like I said, is like what I was saying. It all feeds into itself. If you confront, it will shrink. If you feed it and you say, look, I'm just going to hide in my room, like, it's going to get bigger, man. You're not going to get less anxious hiding out in your house.
Yeah, no way, man. You got to get out. You have to participate. This life is a beautiful game. It's so fun if you just get out there and participate. But if you tell yourself that it sucks, it'll suck. It's interesting. I mean, it is a complicated game, but people say that it's like a game for gods, or it's built like that, like your ego is built like that, that if you have that bitterness, it'll just give you what you ask for. So if you start getting into that bitterness and you start, like, This guy's watching the videos all the time, and then there's like a whole community of those people that are feeding him this incel shit.
You're totally
So
representing him. Lol. How am I misrepresenting him?
Who?
Isn't that what he said? They're saying I'm misrepresenting this guy.
Well, look, anxiety. You might have said sad or depressed, and he's saying he has anxiety, but like maybe we're not using the exact word here, but we're talking about someone who's like maybe bitter and doesn't want to get out.
I don't know. Maybe y'all need to fill me in on what I got wrong. Tom Nash, what's up, brother? Thanks for the great content. Obviously, props to the drip as well. You all are great. Never been in a pipeline, but say F politics. It's all clouded in my eyes. Coffee's not just about. Oh, I already got that one.
That's the one, yeah.
Lol.
AVMU.
You're gonna alienate 1/3 of your audience, Amish.
So good. I want a dedicated 1/3 of all people. But wait, for what though? What am I gonna alienate? Alienate what? Speak.
What team are you on, dude? I live in the fattest city in America. It's so obese here in South Texas. I was part of the problem at one point, and part of the problem was staying inside too much.
Yeah.
There you go, guys.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
I gotta say, I open my Google Maps, I type in hike, and we're talking 30-minute drive. There's been like 6 amazing ones. Good for a date, good for a workout. I'm going on these Tinder. It's great, dude.
Bro, you gotta work. You know who's actually the real scumbags? It's not the bread tubers, and it's not Crowder. Hang on. Put your pitchforks down. Amish, slow down. It's not even PragerU.
Okay.
It's these big tech companies that have you addicted to your phone, and you're not going outside. Honestly, they got you. Who's winning? When you're hooked on your phone and all you're doing is watching Coffeezilla live streams and BreadTube 4-hour videos.
No, this is good.
And by the way, yes, I'm waving around a pile of bills, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, this prop money.
You got a money shooter?
It's like $5. Yeah, actually, I got it for
fun.
I would not buy one, but technically, dude, in the most technical of senses.
Oh, that's so cool, dude. That's so fun.
So
man.
goofy. No, I know, but it's shockingly fun. I'm like, I get it.
Kristani, dude.
It's so
crazy.
stupid, dude. The money gun is so dumb.
Love it. Yeah, man. But wait, what were we saying? We're saying money gun. We're saying who's the real enemy? The tech companies. Yeah,
I was telling you who
tech
was.
Companies
It's
are
big
built.
tech, dude. It's big tech. They freaking got you guys hooked.
Yeah.
On
they are built to like make an incel community. Like their whole bread and butter is whatever your little community is, we have a place for you. So if you're there and you're writing all these posts that piss each other off, whatever, then Facebook is all about just like building that up and making it more.
But it's fake though.
Yeah, it is.
It can be Here's the thing. Actually, this is the truth. It can be supplementary. It's never a full replacement. You know what it's like? It's like these meal replacement shakes that are always saying that they're full meal replacements. And like, you can live off this stuff. It's called Soylent. Bro, you ever try Soylent?
So gross. I bought it.
It tastes like oatmeal that grandma ground in her mouth for 30 minutes, spit into a bottle, and then added oil into it. And that's Soylent.
It's so gross.
It's disgusting, dude.
It's so chalky.
And here's
It's
the thing.
chalky.
Here's the thing. They go full meal replacement, and here's the scam. It's so bad, no one's going to actually take them up on it. But it's not a full meal replacement, and neither is social media full social replacement. It can be supplementary.
It's interesting connection. Yeah, no, it's true, man. I mean, social media.
I got
is
you.
not. Social media is poison.
Got you, baby.
It's poison. I agree with you. And we're here.
And we're here. Isn't that the human milkshake? No, you're talking about Soylent Green. This is a real milkshake.
No, Soylent. It's like very chalky. I bought it. I bought one. It was like a month's supply, dude. It was like bags and bags.
Dude, I did that too. I did that because every dude who hears about this, like, that sounds like a great idea, dude. And it's like, no, dude. Entrepreneur Will, $13.99 Canadian coffee, man. I just want to say thank you. I used to aspire to be an entrepreneur, But luckily, after watching your videos, chose to avoid that road and developed a multi-year opioid addiction. Wow.
He's
trolling. He's trolling.
But for $14, great troll. Tony DeMaria, $10. All girl. Hey man, we read hashtag.
Dog, I hope that's not true. I hope you get well, buddy. I'm just gonna assume it's true.
Entrepreneurial will. Obviously, you're joking. Have not developed an opioid addiction. Tony DeMaria. I hope not. I hope not, and I hope you get out of it.
That's what I'm saying. It's so sad that you're
dabs.
like.
Do some dabs. Tony DeMaria, $10. All girls offer themselves up to the top.
Stop! You're just reading red pill nonsense, dude.
From 13. No, we gotta read it. That's so hilarious. No, I love reading. Honestly, I just started watching this guy, Kevin
Spencer's
Samuels.
I bet that's Spencer's alt account, dude. 100%.
Spencer's red pill.
Spencer's like in here, like being like, guys.
Tony DeMaria. You mean guys. Spencer Cornelia? $10. All girls offer themselves up to the top older 20% of men from 16 to 30 years old. Top 20% of male high school and college seniors get all incoming freshman co-eds, and the remaining 80% of men starve. Tony, there's no way to prove it. There's no way to know that for sure. Just go out. You'll meet someone. Stop this. What is this nonsense? Even Kevin Samuels, like there's all these channels like this that are just like, hey, don't even bother. This is what feeds the insults. Like, don't even bother. Women, what do you think? They'll have sex with you? Let me tell you something. God bless these women. They actually have no standards in that sense. Like, if you're cool, they're down. Stop all this. Stop all this. Oh, if you don't have money.
And Amish is speaking from personal experience. They have no standards.
Every girl I've dated, there's always a guy that's like, but I love you forever. And it's like a guy making money, responsible and all that. And I'm like, hey, I'm an artist. I don't know what I'm going to do. Baby, it's fine. Because in the moment, if you're having a great time, people will let things go.
Ding, ding, ding.
It's not about that.
You might not be that good to hang around if nobody's paying attention to you.
Work on that.
Work on the internal, baby. That's the thing. People like to blame their problems. I hate that stuff. The pharma industry wanted to hook me. It was the fat industry wanted to hook. It's like maybe you ate a few too many ho-hos, right? It's like, hey, the girls, they're not talking to me. Hey, maybe you need to work on, like, maybe not everyone's interested in your Yu-Gi-Oh collection, and that's fine.
Yeah. It's so true, dude. I mean, even on Tinder, you know how many guys I know that are like, oh, Tinder, it's stupid. I don't use it anymore. I said, idiot, you have to sit on your toilet and do this every day. You can't do this on your toilet every day? Then you don't deserve to have sex. Get on your Tinder. I mean, of course, it's going to be mostly people just like, I get no matches, dude. If you see me do it, I get no matches.
No, that's not true. You get a lot of bots. A million.
I get a lot of bots. I get a lot of fake people. And if I pay them, they might show me to someone. But once a month, twice a month, like, what do you need? It's all no. And then one comes through in a month if you do it every day. It is like sales. You got to log in every day.
You got to work on your numbers.
You got to work on your numbers. You got to play with your profile. Play with your profile. But you got to get on there every day. I know some guys that are just like, oh, Tinder's stupid. I don't know, use it.
You're giving people incel therapy. You should start a support group.
For incels?
Yeah, I think there's a good market. If Tony DeMaria, your audio levels have improved so much. This is enjoyable to listen to. Thank you.
Thank you.
This might be a hot take, but there's more to life than getting girls. Not a hot take at all. Of course, that's
very true too. That's very true too. And I mean, it's not everything. And like, don't you know? I do feel like people put too much pressure on that.
That's it. They build it up so much, and it's like actually when you meet people who are getting late, it's like not a big deal. Michael A. Amish, love your stuff, man. You could be the next Russell Peters, dude.
Thanks,
what if Amish hates Russell Peters?
Russell Peters is at the roast that I'm doing in 2 weeks. The one
Bro,
with the audience.
I would love it if Russell Peters keeps like being like, wow, dude, this audience loves me. And he doesn't realize that they're all planted there for him. If you guys are just getting here, Amish is going to a roast where the audience are paid actors. How lame is that? Dude, that's so...
They're paid actors.
You shouldn't even go. That's so anti-art.
Dude, they're paying so
that's
much.
Like, that's like all these like all these late shows. It's such a black pill when you realize like, dude, they're not actually funny. It's paid laughter.
No,
it's like a psychological trick on your brain to make you think they're funny. It's like hypnotism.
Yeah. But they only did it because of COVID. They just did it because of COVID, and they hired a bunch of actors.
They're gonna figure out, dude. They're gonna figure out, dude. Way better to just set it up than have to like. All the new specials are going to be filmed with paid actors, I bet.
Oh my God, that's so dumb. Honestly, I think it's because of COVID. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. And hey, I like it because if I bomb, hit piece.
You won't know it. No, what?
Or it's like they told them not to laugh at my jokes or something.
Oh.
No.
No, it'd be even worse. It'd be you're so bad that they couldn't force themselves to laugh. So I have bad news for you.
But at some point,
you're not gonna bomb. You're gonna be fine.
If one of my jokes doesn't hit as much as I want, I'd be like, "Hey, aren't you all actors? Laugh, idiots!" I'm gonna do that.
You need to rip them for being bad actors. Entrepreneurial Will, 20 Canadian. It's all love. This is the guy who's saying he's in opioid addiction. I did unfortunately suffer from opioid addiction. From 16, I'm 19 now, but I'm 200 days sober. That's awesome, man. Congratulations on getting your life back. Just trolling a little. Love your content, man. We love you too, bud.
Thanks,
and congrats on your sobriety. Keep it up.
AA is trolling us with money. AA.
And it's working.
You can't troll us with your money. Like, this is ridiculous. It's like he keeps doing $1.99, then he does a $10, 10 pound. That's silly. But entrepreneurial addiction. Wait, is that it? Entrepreneurial addiction?
Yeah, that was it. That was the
entrepreneurial will. Yeah, thanks, dude. Thanks,
paid actors like the Clint Arthur bit, dude. Exactly like that. Except would be even better, and this would be so next level. This would be next level psycho if they had the comedians in the audience laughing. Paid comedians, and they're paid to laugh, and then those comedians. Excuse me, how unprofessional! You cycle in and off stage.
Yeah,
off and on.
I mean, it's because of COVID. Because they produced the American roast battle in Montreal, and it was all real people. But like, it's COVID, man. So I just think it's funny. I'm gonna mention. I want to do a joke about it, and they'll probably cut it out of their final tape. But I do want to do a joke about that.
Do it.
And I have messaged the people I'm roasting. And I'm like, hey, it's paid actors, so don't worry about it.
I would, dude. That's funny, man. It's funny if you do that. It's really funny if you do that.
That is so funny. That is so funny, and it's funny to bring up, I think. But Bro, they have COVID.
I like this new Thursday night vibe. I gotta say, I don't know what you guys think. It's more intimate. It's not as it's not as peppy, but in a way, I like the chill vibes, man. This is some hard vibes here.
Yeah. We're talking about real shit today.
Well, and we're getting into it with the audience. I feel like we're more audience interaction than usual. Yeah. I like it. AA, the unofficial sugar daddy of the drip. Yeah.
I know, right?
It is what it is, man.
AA just thinks he thinks he's trolling us, but he's just giving us a lot of money. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, we read all those hashtag Trump 2020 tweet super chats. So
dude, remember that when we did? Do you guys remember that? We did political donation battle, and Trump was crashing, dude. Biden got like $2. Trump had gotten 200, and it was ridiculous. We said we're calling it, dude. We can't do this.
Yeah, no, dude. I know. I talked to American. Like one of my buddies is American and a liberal, and I'm like, "Are you gonna vote?" Like this is before the election, and he's like saying how Trump's so bad, and he's like, "Yeah, so you're gonna vote. So I guess you're gonna vote for Biden." And he's like, "Who?" I'm like, guy. That's your guy. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, I forgot.
Nobody's excited about Biden.
They just forgot.
No, dude.
Amish, I can.
Yeah, I almost forgot he was our president. I thought we just didn't have one.
No, but that's okay, too. I mean, it's okay to have, like, a background president. You don't need every president being rock and roll. You want some chill people. They just want to do their job. I want, like, I think Canada's too pretty, too. It's like, I want some old nerd glasses. I think Bill Burr has a bit about this. I want some old nerd with glasses, bald. I want bald. I want steady marriage, whatever it is. Like just simple, dude. I don't like a guy trying to get laid still. This guy, I don't,
Let me see. Tell me if you like this, okay?
Biden used to be rock and roll, by the way. He's just old now.
So the best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to. Anyway, we're waiting.
Bro, what?
Anyway,
we've just given up. We're just like, dude, let the deep state take it, man. Hey, it's fine. They can probably handle it. That's what we've done. As a country, we've just been like, hey, just give it. That's why it's funny when Alex Jones is like, Biden is personally ordering the kidnapping of kids in Mexico to bring them to these concentration camps in Texas. It's like, guy, he can barely pull a sentence together.
He can't. He's not.
It's fine. Which is fine, by the way. Maybe that's what we need.
No, I mean, we need a better guy than this. He's useless. I'm saying we, because as a member,
You're in the American
as a
Empire.
citizen of the American
Yeah,
Empire,
of course.
I think there's
Of
someone
course.
better than this should be up there.
I think you should be allowed to vote, Amish, to be honest.
Yeah. Hey, have you seen?
I'm going to give you a fake mail-in ballot, and we're going to do voter fraud next time, and we're going to get you in.
Dude, soon America is going to be like, you know what? It's Warhammer. There's like, have you seen Galactic Empires? Where you know, like America could become Galactic Empire. Where they say,
I'd love that,
we're
dude.
rulers of Earth. And
yeah,
we're
I
rulers
want
of
like
Mars
a corrupt council. Everyone can vote, including the dead and the unborn, actually. And just let it open it up, dude. Open up the floodgates.
Right. Open it up. But
I'm a huge fan.
I think we should just go cell phone vote. Done. Like what is the does a cell phone vote not make sense to you? And vote on like issues maybe. Because right now,
dude, I say you don't have AT&T, you can't vote.
Okay.
Or better, because Verizon's obviously better. So AT&T or Verizon, Sprint, you're done. T-Mobile, get out. You don't belong here. That's what I say. It's not you get partisan on those lines.
Yeah.
You say T-Mobile.
How good is your internet connection?
Hey, get on the mobile and leave.
That's it. You want internet connection. If it's not tight, you're voting.
Bro, if you don't, if you don't have the 5G, go leave. I mean,
damn.
Yeah.
Yo, we just got 2,500 CLP from V. 2,500. 2,500. Have you heard about this guy, Crystalia? He's super funny. I hope he doesn't turn out to
be pedophile. Bro, Crystalia. I was watching one of our old clips, and I never laugh at myself. I look at myself, and I'm just all the time. I've never laughed at myself. I watched this joke of ours. I gut laughed.
That's great.
Of us when we're watching Crystalia be like, what do you think? There's some secret pedophile ring? And we're alt tabbing between his article of like Crystalia outed as like all these like accusations. And then it's him like ranting about how there's no secret cabal, blah, blah, blah. Oh, dude, I love it, man.
That's great.
You know he's got a huge following still. I mean, people still love him.
Oh,
and
I got a text from him.
Oh, me too.
I swear to God, I got a text saying like, hey, bro, new episode's up. I should just text back like, hey, bro, I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I think you're done.
No, he's not done, dude. No, if anything, he's proved that nobody's done.
Yeah, nobody's done, but he is. Yeah, okay, fine, fair enough.
You can do anything, dude.
My new special, No Pain, is finally on Netflix today. Stream it. That's the one that you said was garbage.
Dude.
But I just got one
garbage.
This week
It's so bad.
He is so... You're right, man.
He's a terrible stand-up. His podcast is great. Stand-up is trash, dude. I don't know why anyone liked him. But he thrives in the podcast game. But I just want to show you guys this again.
I'm so Hollywood, I'll move to fucking France. Do you understand me? I'll move next to Johnny Depp in fucking France.
That's fun. That is fun.
Your boy's Hollywood, man. People think Hollywood is bad. People think Hollywood is evil. Bro, whatever you think that is, that's what I am.
It's true. His dad, you grew up, born and raised in it. He's basically saying like, what, you think we're all pedophiles? Shut your mouth. And then I guess they are. Child porn lawsuit? Oh my God.
It's not that, but that doesn't mean he did it.
It's so annoying when people say that people think something extra is going on in Hollywood. It's so annoying how dumb people are when people think something extra is going on in Hollywood. Like how it's like,
where's
fucking,
the curb music, dude? We need curb music.
Oh, well, you know that there's a fucking a ring of pedophilia that people. Oh, really, dude? Oh, there's a ring of pedophilia that the top producers know about and confide in each other in and keep kids and pass them around and fuck them? Oh, really, dude? Or are you just bored and sitting down a lot?
Oh, really, dude?
Dude, there's no fucking Pizzagate, man. People think Hollywood, well, you know, they got in Hollywood so they can fuck kids. You know that, right? People will look at
I'm
your
sorry,
eyes
I had to do the
and
joke again, dude. It was too funny. I freaking love that.
Yeah,
it made a dent, boys. It made a dent. Yikes.
Yeah, no, that sucks, man. That's terrible.
Bam came back. Hi, never changed. Diligent Dabber donates delightfully good vibes. Thank you, dude. Appreciate the $2. Yes, post this as a mini clip, dude. I think I already posted it. Like,
yeah, we have.
This is just so funny to me, though.
Yeah.
You played
crazy,
yourself.
like-
You did it to yourself, though. What possesses a man who is secretly doing all these things to then say, oh, nothing's extra going on? Oh, really, dude?
Yeah.
Well,
It's like
actually, I wish someone had said, some deep voice had come, shook the ceiling and said, yes, really, Chris. It's like, dude, he's psycho.
Yeah, you're done, man. It's crazy. Like, everyone who does like some vicious thing, they almost like they tell themselves they're not doing it in this weird way. Like, they almost tell themselves that like they you don't know, like, is he lying to himself or is he lying to us? I feel like he's lied to himself and he's actually telling us the truth. Like, he really believes this in his head, but it is some kind, like, he's just gone crazy in his head, because he is going for like aggressively young. The Epstein shit just came out. There's just so much proof of it. Like, just all the Epstein, not with him.
That's
I'm just
not
saying,
new.
like,
That's old, dude. That's old news. Bro,
That
did
is
you
old,
hear
but-
that Ghislaine Maxwell is slated to commit suicide very soon in her cell?
slated to. She's
Well, yeah, because she's
gonna get
facing
charged.
deposition. So, I mean,
Yeah,
she will commit suicide.
I think
by
it's,
force,
at this
if
point
possible.
they're not gonna. I think
dude.
now that Epstein,
I feel like there's
they
no
got
way,
they can't
dude.
be that dumb.
How? I mean, it's not great, but like, how insane would it be? We're gonna hear another story. They're gonna be like, "Hey, look, guys, what are we gonna say? Hey,
Steven Crowder.
You won't believe this."
Yeah.
And we're gonna need Steven Crowder.
In drag, he's gonna dress up as Ghislaine Maxwell.
Steven
and be
Crowder
like, Let's see
in
if it
drag
works."
with a neck brace on, dressed as Evel Knievel, will save us all
Yeah, that's gonna be
from
brutal,
Ghislaine
man.
Maxwell. I
And-
can
and dude,
see it. It wouldn't
Ghislaine
be the
Maxwell.
look. Honestly, would it be the weirdest thing that happened this year? No,
No, it wouldn't.
not even. Look, it doesn't even make the top 5.
No, this is gonna be a wild year. This is, yeah, no, it's pretty.
Bro,
crazy.
how
She
about
could
when
do
those
it.
COVID variants came out? We were like, hey, we got it under control. We
That's
got
why we're
this.
shut
The
down.
variants aren't happening because it's a slow mutating disease. I remember hearing that. And then
Yeah.
it's like, hey, they hear about the B19?
Dude.
Yo, I got that B12, but you got that B19? 119? Bro, it's just killing me. I just got vaccinated the second jab. I did what Fauci ordered me to do. And look, there's a new variant out. Pissing me off.
New variant, dude. I have an emergency alert. Stay-at-home order is in effect.
Insane.
Only leave home for essential purposes such as food, healthcare, vaccines,
Insane.
exercise, or work. It's the law. Stay home, save lives. This is my iPhone notification today. It's coming back. It's sad.
Bro, Tim Box from Tony De Maria. Have you guys seen scam of top university branding trilogy to white labels classes with their college brand and taking 50% tuition cut, providing
Man, we
generic
needed some kind of
classes,
calling
tech
line.
boot camps, .rice.edu. I've never seen that. That's really interesting. For you guys having trouble with talking to girls, being confident with women, Jonathan Prophet, or even incels. Okay, dude. He's advertising. Not an ad. Okay. Just a viewer that changed his perspective. Guys, if you're having trouble
Good-looking
talking
loser.
to girls, talk to Amish, okay? If he can do it, you can do it. Trust me.
Honestly, dude, think about the handicap I'm overcoming being brown. Statistically,
And he's brown?
it's impossible.
I'm balding
Statistically,
and I'm
it's
brown.
impossible.
You remember that
Bald
guy?
and brown, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Yo,
That's-
I'm
that's one of our
short,
best hits.
bald, and I'm brown. That guy was
brown.
crazy. That guy was just...
Wasn't that Jesse Singh too?
Yeah,
Wasn't that Jesse
baby.
Singh? Yeah. He
I
did the
spent
class.
millions on this. Remember, it was like he had it itemized. He's like,
Yeah.
this was logistics. I spent $5,000 on this. I spent $3,000 on cell phone bills.
I get new ads from him, but I gotta say, there's a new pickup artist community in the scene now that we'll do this next week. But there's people that are looking for like, hey, is your wife trying to leave you? I'm the expert on that. Hey, is your wife pregnant? Yeah, that's like a new thing. It's like some hot new shit. I saw 2 different people advertising.
You're in
Hey,
in the divorcee category? What's going on?
I guess so. It's like, I guess at a certain age, they're just assuming I'm married or something.
Or assuming you're divorced. That's even sadder.
Or assuming divorce.
It looked to me like Eric Weinstein was rattled by Tim Dillon's joke. Who?
Okay, I don't know. I know Tim Dillon. Who's Eric Weinstein again? Is he one of those 2 geniuses that went to
Joe
Rogan, that goes on Joe Rogan?
All these geniuses, are they that smart, though? I feel like no one's really that genius. When you talk to enough people, you realize, there's not really anyone who's that big of a genius. There are smart people. No, there are smart people, but life is too broad. And anytime someone steps in too many topics, like you guys have probably already realized it as we meander through millions of topics on this podcast, I'm an idiot on most topics. I'm not dumb, but I'm an idiot on most topics.
Yes,
like
in the world of Caesar.
I feel like these Weinstein
But in the
bros,
world of God, we're geniuses. But in the world of Caesar, yes, idiots, sure.
Yes, correct. Have you, Sean Atwood, YouTube channel has updates from all about the world about pedos. Tony Maria, have you read the Bible for Internet Gurus, The Art of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I've read it.
I know Cialdini.
Great book,
wow,
actually.
Tony DeMaria, I just wanted to give a shout out to Cialdini.
What was I just about to do? Oh! I was going to look something up on my Twitter account, and I can't remember what. What was
Trilogy to Universities. I want to check out this Trilogy to Universities.
I wanted to show you all this, dude. Do you know who Brendan Schwab is?
Yeah. He's like Joe Rogan.
He's one of the Joe Rogan boys. Dude, this guy?
But he's a Crystalia boy.
He may be the dumbest person on the planet.
Dumb, he got beat up.
And here's the thing.
MMA.
Listen, I think we need to be respectful. But when arrogance meets stupidity, it must be mocked. And it must be called out.
Yeah. It must be.
And that's the thing. If he was humble about it, not a big deal.
How will he learn?
So anyway, someone posted this. I reposted it. Just shame. It's so funny. This guy's talking about Mike Tyson. So what this guy's famous for is he'll say one thing, and then 2 seconds later he'll contradict himself, like as if he doesn't know what's coming out of his head. Okay. So this is him in 2 different occasions saying 2 completely opposite things about the legend Mike Tyson. Let's take a listen.
Never been a big Mike Tyson guy. I haven't. I think he's way overrated.
He's the only man in the world that I would leave my studio to do a food truck with. He's the scariest man to ever enter the ring. It's Mike Tyson.
I don't even have him in my top 5 of all-time heavyweights. There, I said it.
Like, you're cemented, man. Like, you're good. Like, every person on this planet thinks...
Are you stunned yet?
That's nonsense, though. No, Mike Tyson is legit. Dude.
I know.
Nobody.
But here's the thing.
Like
when he's alone with his podcast, he's like, dude, dumb, he sucks. And then when he's in front of him, he's like, the greatest man to ever live.
Mike Tyson's one of the baddest motherfuckers to ever do it.
Name the best guy he's beat. Spinks and go. There we go. And then when he fought really good guys, he lost. Anyway.
It's pimp shit, nigga. It's all pimp shit. Same thing. It's weird they don't listen to you, though.
I don't care what he says. Who gives a fuck what Mike Tyson says, to be honest?
If Mike Tyson tells me something about boxing, I'm listening to Mike Tyson on boxing. I don't know why these young kids don't listen.
Unbelievable. When I see that, I'm just like, how is this person allowed to have an opinion at this point?
I mean, everyone's allowed an opinion. I think he got beat up. I think he got beat up a lot.
That shows how much we'll listen to a podcast no matter what they say.
Yeah,
they start yapping their jaws, and we just go, all right, I guess if it's online, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
People don't want to watch quality, as evidenced by this show. People want to watch 2 dumb people spout their opinions, regardless of whether they know what they're talking about. They want them to pantomime in funny little ways, though. And that's about it. That's all about all they expect of us.
Confidence goes a long way. I mean, if we spew the bullshit confidently, people say, well, hey, what's that?
Yeah.
Confidence.
Right.
In all the con artists that we review, but also this, like, people are watching him. You're 19. He says, Mike Tyson, he doesn't know shit. I've never been into him. It's like, idiot. He's the greatest, man. I mean, when he was, okay, technically, whatever, but I'm talking about this guy it was insane, dude. 1 punch knockouts. it was like another level, and I don't think it's been beat like that. He's almost like a Michael Jordan. Where Michael Jordan, there's been other people, they're more famous, whatever. But there hasn't been a Michael Jordan.
Don't rationalize it. It cannot be rationalized. Yo, what's up with these huge donations? Thanks, guys.
So
I mean, we don't deserve it, but thank you. $7.99 from Swag King. Did you guys see 6 times Mr. Olympia Dorian Yates on IG call out Brian Rose and cancel his interview? Dude, we got to talk about that. Wes Fry.
Dorian Yates
is legit, dude. He's like this huge bodybuilder. He was one of Brian's legit interviews, and the guy basically disavowed Brian. Damn right, we need to make these a scheduled meeting or something. JK, just getting off work. Surprised to see y'all late night. Best part of my day right here. Bring the grandma scammer. Oh, dude, that's a callback. Okay, that's rude. We're moving on from that incident. Tony DeMaria, guys looking for girls. Okay, no, thank you. Why don't you read some of these?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna start from the bottom. Wait, we have Ready Pack USA, $5. I think you'll enjoy looking up Reckless Ben on YouTube. Good stuff, guys. Thursdays are dope. Thank you. Damien Bogle, $50 Canadian. The Life of the Super Rich in Central Africa, DW documentary. If you skip to 3430, it talks about a pastor who is literally selling bottled homemade water
you should cover that
claims to heal all ailments. Could you guys watch on air? It's so ridiculous. I mean, I love DW documentaries. I can't wait to see that. Yeah, Steven, you want to watch it? It's 30. They're saying 3440. And hey, for $50, I mean, why not?
Yeah, that's true, huh?
$5. Love the show, lads. Been watching since you found each other. Trump you. Sorry, been watching since you found each other. Trump you. Should copyright Rip and Dip on the drip and merch the heck out of it. Hey, Fahed, thank you. Great idea.
Great idea, buddy.
Tony DeMaria, $5. Guys,
would you guys buy Rip and Dip merch? Be honest. And don't do the crap where you go, yeah, I'd love to buy it, and then you never look. Just be honest. I don't care. It's fine. If you don't want to buy it, I don't buy a lot of YouTuber merch. I bought like 3 shirts in my life. Okay? And that's including the ones I wear. This is number 3. So tell us honestly, be real with us.
I would say if anyone's down to make art, like, let's do a t-shirt art. I mean, if the art is tight, that would be great. You know what I'm saying?
But it must be super tight.
It's got to be tight, though. It's got to be, we don't want to... Because then what differentiates us from the con artists if we're just selling some nonsense? We got to sell some good shit, Tony DeMaria, $5. Guys looking for girls, Google HK Tijuana.
No.
Oh. You got me.
He got you, dude. He got you good.
We did Trump 2020. You got to get for $5.
Two pounds, $350. Watching that 350,000. Correct you real quick. Billie Jean wants to know why you dropped out of college. All right, then bring the Amish commercial, Wes Frey. All right, dude. Let's watch this video, shall we? But first, let's watch the Brian Rose.
Wait, there's another Wes Frey for $20. Damn right. We need to make this a scheduled meeting or something. Just kidding. Just getting off work. Surprised to see y'all at late night again. Best part of my day. I think you already read that. Wes Frey, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Swag King 799. Did you guys see C6X? Oh, you already read that too. Hey, appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much. I have been drinking a little Argento.
It's okay, baby. It's fine. It's fine.
Hey, man. How many Babajis do you know that'll just take it? That'll just say, hey, I don't give...
Don't put it on yourself, dude. Don't put that on yourself. Hey, check this out. Check this out, baby. Dorian Yates, the king. Check this out.
Hey, what's up, guys? Lovely sunny day here in Spain.
Man.
Just giving a message to notify everybody that I was doing a Instagram live this evening at 6 o'clock UK time, 7 o'clock Spanish time, with Brian Rose from London Real. Of course, I've been on Brian's show a few times. And I had a lot of people contacting me about the donations made to the Freedom platform, including a lot of friends of mine that donated money there. And they had a lot of questions they felt were not answered. And also people notifying me about Brian's business course that they were not happy with, and so on. So I wanted to kind of bring that up with Brian and have a chat with him on the call about that. And he wasn't happy with that. He didn't want to do that. So we mutually decided to cancel the call because if my name's associated with Brian and London Real and things are going on that people are not happy with. And some of those people are friends of mine. They donated money and they didn't feel that their questions were answered. So as Brian's not willing to talk about that, he just wants to talk about his campaign for mayor, I didn't think it was wise to go ahead with the call.
Respect, dude. Here's a man that
Dorian
stands for
Yates.
principle. He stands for something.
That's great.
And I respect him for that. Is Dorian Yates going to be on the drip soon? I don't know. You'll have to stick around to next week and find out.
Message him. We really need to make a tip line because there's so many tips today.
Bro,
Dorian Yates.
no, we need the community to go tell Dorian to get on our show. And
Yeah,
don't
tell
tell
Dorian.
him we hate Brian because then he'll freak him out. Don't
Yeah.
spook him. Just say, hey, there's these like really cool guys on the drip. They're really into bodybuilding. Don't look them up, but just go in blind.
Yeah.
And like tell them like we're really into fitness or something.
But
and then
what's
we'll
the
just-
issue? Do you think Dorian Yates Dorian Yates himself running a scam? No, he's honest. He's cool.
No, I don't know much about him, to be honest.
The name is beautiful, Dorian Yates.
Bro, but he's a man who will not go on an unrighteous man's channel.
I like that, dude. I like that. I think he'll come on here do a little rip and dip on Brian Rose.
No, he wouldn't. Because he's too nice for that. That's what I'm saying. He's too nice for both.
He's too nice for that.
He wouldn't do that. But what are people saying, dude? People are saying, because I asked if people would buy. Yes.
A T-shirt. Yeah.
What? I won't buy it. I don't have money. Yeah, I'd love to buy it. If it's ethically sourced, sign me up. The problem with ethical sourcing is that it's always super expensive. And then the people who want ethical sourcing don't want to pay for the super expensive stuff.
Wow. That's
If you want to pay for it, that's fine. Maybe we can find something. I'd buy a mug. Yeah. How didn't I know? I'd buy the heck
Why
out
don't
of
we
it.
just give them an ethically sourced option, and then we'll have the cheap dropship option. So we have the
Bro, yeah, I like some of it. I just want to go through Kevin David's store, dude. Like dirt cheap.
Dirt cheap. That's how we get the maximum.
Probably
benefit for the
somehow
congregation.
somebody's getting scanned. No, I'm just kidding. Zilla should sell crappy YouTuber coffee as merch. Yeah, no kidding. Tony DeMaria, University Playbook. You can actually download the training manual for ripping off prospective students for free. Really?
Yeah, I have the training manual.
Lillian Moon, someone posing his coffee in comments selling scam. Dude, they've been doing that forever. I blocked like 8 accounts as me. Wes Frey, 14-9. Appreciate y'all. Keep up the good work and buy my book. No book. All right, dude. Let's
That's
watch
so
this
funny,
show, shall we? Where's the guy? Can you give us a time code, sir?
3430. They said in this. Do you have the DW
Oh,
document?
yes, dude, I do. Actually, yes.
Yeah, they're saying 3430 is where.
Beautiful.
Evangelical churches thrive in Congo, and some make their money from capitalizing on other people's faith. On this Sunday morning in Kinshasa, the city's usually bustling streets are nearly deserted. Since dawn, tens of thousands of people have been streaming into the country's national stadium. Miracles. The 80,000 attendees have come to see a man they believe performs miracles.
We believe in the Prophet Konda's miracles.
I was dying, but then I drank a glass of his miracle juice, and my pain disappeared immediately. I'm living proof. He's a prophet.
Whoa! Look at that crowd.
Oh, this guy's got the hits.
You know, I like.
Yo, bro, this guy's got the hits, dude.
Is he at a soccer game though? Is that his crowd? What's going on?
That's his crowd. Dude.
There are camera crews, photographers, cheerleaders, and lots of police. It's one of the biggest events of the year. It's even being broadcast live on television. Dominique Konda is the man everyone is waiting for. The self-proclaimed prophet has several million followers.
Oh
when he
God.
enters the stadium, the crowd erupts.
Which one is he? They look so stank.
You know which one he is.
Is he the with glasses or is he the guy beside
No,
him?
he's not the one with glasses.
Wait. The guy beside him looks so angry. This guy?
Of course. Who would wear something like...
Dude, look at the face. So he's just like...
Yes.
Before he goes on stage, he greets former Prime Minister Ronald Chibala. After a few prayers and songs, he begins to preach.
They don't want you to succeed or live in abundance, prosperity, and wealth.
Well, that reminds me a little of Joel Osteen.
But even in poverty, even when you were hungry or ill, you'll have everything as long as you realize the truth. Amen. Fear not. Amen.
This guy got us to just watch like a South African preaching session. Just
Yeah. And then imagine he's messing again. He's like, yes,
Dominic
this is my
Conda's
preacher.
business
I
model
believe in him.
involves a supposed miracle cure that he peddles across the country, but not here out in the open. Instead, he sells it discreetly in small rural communities. The business has already earned him several million euros.
That's like Baba Ramdev in India.
A few days later, we accompany Conda to Matete, a Kinshasa suburb. Outside the church, more than 100 of his followers are waiting.
On doctors, he told me to drink the juice and pray.
But first, the prophet wants a donation. Conda receives the sick as though they were on a conveyor belt.
Oh.
Oh my God, dude.
This woman had a brain hemorrhage 1 year ago.
I came to the prophet because I'm very ill. When I heard about the prophet's miracle cure, I asked to be brought to him. I can't walk anymore.
Who did this? Who donated? This was not worth it.
No, I think it's good.
She should be massaged with the juice.
It's not. We shouldn't. We're
I
not
think that-
laughing at her, but he's a psycho, dude. He's selling this water. Like, I mean, what if someone's buying this water? And dude, can we get her a bed, not on a lawn chair? She's sitting in a chair.
I know. I just feel so like I always feel.
I do feel bad when I see her. Like, yeah.
Here's the thing. Could you be like? I could never be a healthcare worker. I get so it's like squeamish when I see people with like medical illnesses, and it just makes me so sad.
Yeah.
It will help her.
I have faith that he will heal me.
Consultations usually only last seconds.
You need to take the juice.
The prescription is always the same.
Are you taking the juice?
Yes.
Good. Keep taking it.
After speaking to the prophet, the sick people are sent next door to the pharmacy. This is where they get the famous juice.
Oh, they have to pay for that too.
No one here doubts its healing powers.
It cures AIDS, stomach pain, liver cancer, cirrhosis, all kinds of diseases.
About a third of the average monthly salary.
3 of us pooled our money, and we're going to share a bottle.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude.
This
They do
has-
this in India a lot too.
This
These,
is so
like,
sad.
So sad.
Just
dude.
give it away for free.
Yeah, it's a miracle if you can cure AIDS.
This is the thing. Okay,
Fucking
so
AIDS?
I just talked about this traditional Chinese medicine miracle cure on my channel, and I put it in quotes because the people who made it were obviously exploiting the traditional Chinese medicine name. But my thought wasn't, you're not allowed to think that there's some kind of a miracle cure or whatever. I mean, you guys know what I think about that kind of stuff. But I'm not trying to knock anyone who likes the alternative medicine stuff. What I'm saying is, all these people, they always rail against the greedy pharma, and then they go and do it. They go and make themselves rich. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
you can't criticize the other guy for being greedy, and then you're charging the guy a third of his monthly salary for a little bottle of your goo juice.
There's a
it's so
strong
gross.
smell
What
of
is-
gasoline in the room.
There's lemon juice in it, gasoline, and some other ingredients.
Dude, give people mushrooms.
Right now, the
Stop.
juice is bottled on site. But demand is so high that soon Kondo will begin producing it in a factory.
What is it? Why is this guy so excited about himself?
Here's the new packaging.
According to the packaging, the juice cures epilepsy, cancer, and even AIDS. The active ingredient, divine enlightenment.
This product treats illnesses with different causes, such as epilepsy, cancer, and so on.
I'm upset. 50,000 for a
It
miracle
says it
cure
cures
is
AIDS, but he didn't read that.
No, we haven't tried it with AIDS much.
More than 500,000 Congolese are HIV positive. Another supposed benefit of the miracle cure, it can bring children back from the dead.
Some people have applied the juice to their stillborn babies,
I feel like
and they've woken up.
This whole episode
It's
is just like
so
him
dark.
saying something else, like it also says, and we're just supposed to like, and then we like kind of like find the strength to look back, and they go, "Hey, oh, dude, we just got taken down."
Oh, we
dog,
did?
we just got taken down. Oops.
I'll message him. I'll send him a message.
Oops. Yo, dog, come on.
It's so sad because like, dude. Oh wait. It's like we get the American version, dude. Over there, it's way more sad, dude. Even Anand is saying he's in Bombay now. He's getting their scams. He's like, they're more aggressive, and there's no laws on them.
Bro, come on. Come on.
Tony DeMaria has some great marketing advice for us.
I'm just telling them, chill out, babies. We're gonna be fine. Yeah, we got to wrap up soon, though. I think.
Yeah, it's getting.
It's been a
late,
great. It's been a great time, but I'm just getting tired.
Yeah, no, dude. Yeah, let's.
So what happened to the miracle juice, though? I kind of really want to know.
I know, dude. So I was gonna say when I was younger, my mom bought one of these from like a local Indian lady, but we'll talk about it.
Yo, what's going on? Is it still blocked?
Why is it blocked? Because we played that documentary, I guess. Yeah. Fuck, all the things we
Wow,
played.
unbelievable, man. Seriously?
It's a YouTube doc.
Yeah. Okay, we're back.
Okay.
Babies, how we
What
doing,
up?
dude?
Habibi
Hey
ass,
guys, we're not
habibi
playing
ass.
any music or video. It's
No,
just
no.
us now.
It's gonna be us.
It's just
Um,
us.
My mom bought a juice like this when I was a kid. When I was like 12, 13, my mom and a bunch of like aunts and whatever, her friends, whatever. There's like an Indian lady. She's selling, and it was like that, like just in these like used water bottles, and it was like a pink juice. It tasted kind of pukey, and it made you diarrhea. And people were like, it cleaned the whole system. That was their whole thing. She's like, it's like something that gives you diarrhea, but her whole thing was like, it'll clean your system, and once you clean, you'll naturally heal, and everything will be okay. That's so sad though, dude. It's
Why-
so interesting when we see the contrast between our scams here are like, they're terrible. There's some terrible people here. But then you go to another country and you're like, oh man, there's like so many more elements to this. Like we're talking about like you're
layers.
adding in, yeah, there's layers
to
man.
it. You then
So
you go
intense.
to add the take advantage of their faith component. Bro, that makes me sick too. That's what pissed me off about Jay Mazzini. Oh man, dude. It's it's really unfortunate.
That is really unfortunate, man. And especially in Africa where you're like, I mean, it's fine.
They
I
have
guess,
no
like,
hope. They it's so hard. They want hope. It's desperation, dude. All scams feed on desperation.
Yeah.
They feed on it. And it's like, so when somebody says, I got this magical goo juice, you know, it's not anyone's fault for believing that, because it's like, of course you would believe it.
Yeah. You gotta
Be
try
real,
something.
you would take the sip of the juice. Yes, dude. If I was there, I would take a sip of the juice. Like, just imagine.
So gross, though.
Man, it's so sad.
But do shots. Like, you know, you have those green juice shots. What
shots?
is it? The ginger shot. Make a shot. If you're just gonna do some bullshit, the full bottles. Oh my god! And the 3 guys are sharing it. Like, it's gonna save. Oh my god, it's so sad, dude.
Oh.
So sad. Thanks, man. That was a good hit. I'm gonna watch that documentary now.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
Weird.
I feel
The documentary is called "The Super Rich of Central Africa," and I thought it would have some millionaires that are just millionaires from, like, you know, oil company
No,
shit.
you know, DW. They gotta throw in the, like, it's just horrible stuff.
It's so brutal, man. That just got sad.
Do you think homeopathy is a scam? Is that the one where they're like, water has memory? If so, yes.
I mean, yeah, dude.
Is that
all
the
these
one?
miracle
Is that
cure-
the one?
I think so. I mean, they have these white pills in homeopathy, but the white pills are mostly water sugar pills, and they basically kind of tell you that, like, yeah, it's quite a bit of, like, placebo. But it's these white circle pills. They're like sugary pills. We did that too, actually, when I was like 12, 13. Because I think my sister might have had some kind of health issue that was just, like, not easy to recognize, and that's how they get you. When you have a non easily recognizable thing, then people can start hitting.
Bro,
you with
it's
this
easy to
nonsense.
make fun of when you don't have an illness, man. When you got a brain hemorrhage, bro, you're going to the juice store. I promise you. I will too. When that time comes, don't say I didn't tell you so. When you get an expose of me drinking some juju juice, I mean, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna be honest.
That's it.
Look, they get you desperate. It doesn't matter how much knowledge you have, dude. If you're desperate, if I have cancer and somebody offers me some miracle cure, it could be Dan Locke himself. I will take that stupid pill. It's desperation.
You just say, "Let me try
is the
it."
antidote to, huh?
You just say, "Let me try it." Never know.
Yeah.
You always have, like, that. I tried everything else. My life is suffering every day. Let me just try it out.
Yep. So sad, man.
That's so sad. So sad.
Okay. Well, now we're going to end it on a happy note.
And end on a happy note. We got $5 from someone else too. Damien Bogle, though, thank you so much. That's a great. I'm gonna check out that documentary. For sure.
People are pissed at us. Yo, you know what I liked about? Can we say something nice about Alex Jones?
Tell us.
Alex Jones never took us down. He never took our video down.
No, not once. Not once. We played his song. Everything.
We played 16 minutes of his show, and he didn't take us down once.
Yeah.
Did we ever hear how Bill Gates is the crown of the devil, or is that going to be next time?
Did we? Oh, we didn't get to that. Why he is the crown of the devil. But we also got $5 from Cleo. Cleo says, "Dude, that thing had gasoline in it, and they really thought it was healthy." 3 question marks. Yeah, I mean, that's how desperate you get, man. I mean, if you're in a tough spot like that, you just say, "Hey, let me try the gasoline juice." But no, coming back to this Alex Jones thing, I don't think we ever figured out the Bill Gates thing. Bill Gates, though, has some issues. I've seen some points about him, but it's not that bad. I don't think so.
Should we just have an episode where we just go down conspiracy rabbit holes?
Yeah, well, QAnon documentary came
I
out on
feel like
HBO.
the time
It's
is coming where we just become that show.
Yeah. You got to watch that QAnon documentary. It's actually very entertaining.
Where is it?
It's on HBO.
Send it to me, dude. No, I don't want. Yeah, we've talked about you with your HBO docs. I want QAnon from the South. From the South.
Dude, they had the guys who made it. They had the 8chan people. It's a pretty good documentary. They had the 8chan people talking about it, and really nobody knows what the source is, though.
I want to watch the people who believe it, though, is what I'm saying.
No, they do believe it. They get
no,
them
but
on
the producers don't believe it.
Sure. But if you get people who do believe, then just watch their documentary. They have a great
that's what I'm saying. Let's watch their doc.
Oh yeah, we'll watch that next week.
Well,
that's a great one.
because that's another thing that won't get pulled off YouTube because it's not on YouTube.
Yeah,
you
I don't
can't
think it
pull
is.
us off YouTube for copyright if it
you
ain't
already
on
pulled it off.
YouTube, bro. Big brain moves.
Big brain.
We're exclusively a conspiracy banned channel.
Yeah.
React channel. We just react to banned content because that's the
what's
only
gonna
way
get us banned.
we avoid.
Just like this content was banned. It says it in the video. No.
That's funny, dude. The juice of the boy
is equivalent to
Wow,
pizza.
I just yawned in the middle of a big statement. I'm sorry about that, guys. Enjoyed it, boys. We had a good time.
Yeah, no, it's a good time.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all.
Have a
It's been
great time.
Show. Yeah.
In all seriousness, the fact that Steven got conned into a tech guy controlling his health. Yo, all of medicine is some nerd controlling your health. I hope you understand that. All of medicine. So, I mean, is it just my tech guy? Is it your tech guy? Doesn't really matter. It's some nerd.
Wait, is it a tech guy or is it a medicine guy? What is this? What is it? What is it?
Well, it's just a nerd, is what I'm saying.
Did you buy a pill? What
No,
pill did you
she's
buy?
saying Bill Gates because it's a vaccine.
Oh, in all seriousness, the fact that Steven got conned into a tech guy controlling his health.
We'll see you guys later, guys. Thank you for participating and pumping the stock. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much.
See you next
I got a
time.
new video coming out. It'll come out tonight. I was editing it right up till we started. I'm very excited about it.
Just disappeared us like that. I mean, let's play it out.
What a great I love nerds.